Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Pick a Side podcast. I'm here with River Brown and Joel Dells. This is episode 565, and Drew is going to be here probably in the second part of this show. Probably an hour and a half in. Drew is going to pull up. I think around that time he will. He said 9. We're like 7:40 right now.
Shit like 9:30, bro.
Well, we got a lot to talk about. Some college basketball, some NBA, some NFL. Today, we're going to put every single NFL team into a tier using our beta website. We have an NFL tiers list on our website right now, and we're going to be using that to do the tier list on this show, and we will be doing that with Drew. Fellas, how are you guys doing?
I saw the Patreon yesterday.
What do you mean?
I watched it.
Oh, you watched it back?
I watched the beginning. I never watched it.
What are you talking about?
Oh, now you're confused at what I'm talking about. I watched your last Patreon episode.
Were you not here for it?
No.
Oh, wait, which Patreon was it?
You're so slow.
Dude.
When I was in Houston.
So what happened? What did he say that bothered you?
It wasn't him. It was more what him and old boy here. It really was.
I don't remember.
You called me
bro.
massive. I was watching this shit and I'm like,
wait, what was the context?
John was right there. You was right there. Drew was right here. I forgot.
Wait, John was on for a Patreon?
It was, yeah.
John, he was on. If it was last week, yes.
It was in Houston. I was in Houston, bro. I swear to God, bro.
I was there?
Yeah. Yo, this
Dude,
guy,
I'm tweaking,
yo,
bro.
he's nuts. So John was sitting right, and I forgot what the context was. And Drew was like, Drew said something. I was like, yeah, it's fat ass. And he was like, yeah, he's fat. He's massive. I was like,
well, all right, Drew started. I just had to.
No, you did start. I just forgot what the context, what
yeah.
was it was. And I heard that shit and I started laughing because I'm like, these fuckers, bro. If I'd have never watched shit, I'd have never known you called me massive.
But shout out to the Patreon because I think right now we have tons and tons of members, and
Yes,
they will be getting something exclusive the next coming days. So number one, we're recording the second episode this week, and it will be on Patreon. Even though we have recorded this episode a little bit later on in the week, we're still going to have a Patreon episode out there for the diehards. But also, we are planning out an event.
Yeah.
This month, NFL Draft, Blue 42. If you know Blue 42, you're in the North Jersey area, you know that they are known for their wings. They have amazing wings. I think they have over 100 flavors of wings. They have Fruity Pebbles wings, Nutella wings. Those are probably wings that I would never touch, but they got a lot of really good wing flavors. And we're going to have our own pick a side wing flavor. Still TBD what it is going to be.
Too, Riv.
If you want to come drink with your boy, this is the only time to do it, man. Yeah, pick a side cocktail. I cannot wait for that.
I'm excited for this, man.
Me too. So it's not a live show. It's more so a draft party.
And it's a sports bar. So
meet and greet. Exactly.
We
want to meet you guys. We want to meet supporters of the show. And people that will have first dibs on the link will be our Patreon members. They will get first access, and we will put the link to RSVP. If not tomorrow, then it will be on Friday, but it will be soon. You guys will be notified about it, and hoping that you guys can show out if you're in the area.
What jersey you wear?
I'm not wearing a jersey.
I don't.
So, sports bar?
Nah.
I don't know if I have a jersey. I have a Lamar jersey.
Yo, I'd be nuts if I walk in with anybody not named the Eagles.
You should wear Jalen Hurts jersey.
Fuck no.
I have a Jalen Hurts jersey, but I can't wear it.
I don't want it. I was going to put on the Josh jersey so comfortably.
I have Lamar, but I want to wear something Jets. They got two picks top 16.
So
first pick in the second round.
Bills jersey, but no
Josh
Eagles.
jersey.
No Eagle. That's still a Bills jersey.
Well, when we were at the Super Bowl and he did his walkout when he got drafted #1 overall, Joe went to the Bills instead of the Eagles. I thought that was crazy.
The Bills needed more help.
They need.
I thought it was crazy.
I love Philly. Who do I want to throw me the rock? Come on, my nigga. Like it is. Now I think.
So you think Jalen Hurts wouldn't throw you the ball?
Nah, we running that shit, bro. I'm not getting that ball.
He just needs a one, man. He's got Zay.
Yeah.
Now
I'll probably put on my Jet jersey. Undoubtedly.
Jettis.
I'll probably put on the Jet jersey.
Remember when we walked past him? That was something.
What Eagles jerseys do you have?
I actually don't have one. Anything I have that's a jersey, somebody have sent it to me.
Okay.
Yeah, like even like in basketball, like I don't buy.
I haven't gotten a new jersey in years.
I could have sworn you had like an Eagles Kelly Green jersey.
Yeah, no, he gave me.
I have the Kelly Green.
He gave me an Eagles flag. I think Chelsea was it who had an Eagles flag.
Yeah.
She gave it to me. But now nobody sends me Eagles jerseys. Like
they know you're a Bills fan now.
Yeah, I think I like even the NBA. I got hella Warriors jerseys. Steph, Wiggins, Poole. I even have a Justin Fields jersey. Chicago.
Bears? I remember that.
Yeah, I love that.
That was your twin for a while.
That's my dog.
Oh my goodness.
Kansas City backup.
Yeah.
Mahomes, Andy Reid.
Well, I can't. Mahomes get hurt.
Listen, just going back to Blue 42, I'm excited. because Blue 42, we've been going there for years. This isn't even some like, oh, they're giving. No, we've been fans of Blue 42 5 years that we've been going there. Like basically since we started doing the podcast, we started going to Blue 42. So it's gonna be a great night, great wings. I can't wait, man. It's gonna be a fun day.
It's essentially a dream come true. You know, that's what it is.
Essentially.
It's cliche to say, but it is a dream come true because Blue 42, they're actually being very generous and letting us just use a spot. So it's shout out to them for real, and we're gonna have
come
fans
show
pull
love,
up
and
meet you guys and show love to Blue 42 as well.
Wow.
I mean, I will say you have coming for us is one thing. Pause. That's one thing.
All right.
But
all right.
But coming for the wings
that
is a different animal in itself, and you could just go to Blue 42 just for the wings because the wings are that good.
Yeah.
So hoping you guys can pull up
the
and it's gonna be a fun time.
That helps us and them. So
we'll have giveaways. We'll have shirts. You see on the table right now, we have a Pick a Side t-shirt. You know the spring is coming, summer's coming, so we're gonna have those t-shirts, weather appropriate, and we will be selling them at the event as well. So it's gonna be all around great. I feel like today the biggest news story that came out was clearly this Jalen Hurts article from ESPN.
It's not, but I get it.
It wasn't?
Nah.
Today?
Nah.
Last 24 hours, maybe.
More stuff came out this morning.
Stuff,
yeah, but we'll keep it there.
Okay.
Yeah,
NFL related, definitely.
Yeah, NFL related for sure.
We haven't got some NFL news in a while,
Yeah.
but this Jalen Hurts article came out. Jeremy Fowler was the one who wrote it, and there's a lot of different sources. So my main takeaway from it was what the article was trying to show is that Jalen Hurts, some people in the building, the sources that Jeremy Fowler had, said that Jalen Hurts is kind of hard to coach. He doesn't like the use of motion. He struggles against zone coverage, and the numbers would support that because last season, 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions against zone, 19 touchdowns with 3 interceptions against man coverage. So clearly the man versus zone splits were much different. Kind of things that people have been saying for a while about Jalen Hurts, but now it's come to the limelight. And I don't know about you guys, but that's why early in the offseason I made the take, and I think it's being supported even more now, that I think next year is a big year for Jalen Hurts. I would go as far to say it's a make or break year for Jalen Hurts because he won a Super Bowl, 100%. That's on his resume. But we're now heading into the 3rd year of the Philadelphia Eagles offense that is underwhelming. In 2024, they were 32nd in passing attempts and they were 29th in passing yards. This past season, they were a bottom 10 passing offense. You've blamed multiple coordinators at this point, but the quarterback has not gotten the blame until this article. It feels like this article is very much trying to put the blame on Jalen Hurts for a lot of the Eagles' inconsistencies and struggles. And where do you guys sit on that now?
You're the Eagles guy.
Listen, man, I'm over the bullshit. I really am. I definitely, when you first sent the article, I was puzzled because I was like, some Jalen Hurts new article coming out. Very odd of it to happen today. Very, very random. Then I read a little bit deeper, and it kind of highlighted a lot of stuff you said. It kind of highlighted a lot of the stuff that us as Philly fans kind of said last year, where, of course, Petula was dog shit. Let's just remind everybody, Petula was probably the worst in the league. But also, some of the issues were Jalen Hurts. Some of the issues, were outside of Petula's hands. And I think, one thing that definitely stuck out to me was allegedly Hurts was the guy who called 4 verts that close to the end zone. And that was probably one of the worst plays I've seen be called at that specific time. Last year was tough because, like you mentioned, coming off a Super Bowl, coming off a record-breaking year with Saquon, coming off a record-breaking year with the defense. Both our wide receivers played really well last year. AJ had another 1,300, whatever it was. And then we just marched to the Super Bowl. And we kind of, honestly, outside of the Rams game late, like outside of the second half of the Rams game for the most part, pretty much dominated in the playoffs. And, of course, Green Bay, I think defensively we dominated. We didn't dominate in the offensive matter. Washington, we beat the hell out of them. And then same thing with the Chiefs. So it was pretty much a walkthrough throughout the playoff run. Now you get another OC. And now it's always somebody else's problem. I think what this article does is put a little bit more or highlight a little bit more of what Jalen Hurts needs to do next year. I think you're not completely off in your notion. I just seen the way Jeffrey Lurie has talked about this guy, and he loves him to death. He is our quarterback. Players have talked about his leadership in the locker room, and that's probably a little bit more important than guys that, write the reports. Lane Johnson has talked about his leadership. Jason Kelsey, Eagles legend, and probably gets a statue or definitely gets in the, whatever it is. he's talked about his leadership. So, and Devonta Smith, a guy who doesn't really talk, he talks about how him and Jalen Hurts have this great relationship and how his leadership is really good. So, when you have the guys in the locker room who's been there for a while talking about you highly, then you have the owner talking about you highly, definitely gives you a bit of a different environment. But I will say, regardless, it's a big year next year. Like, whether people want to admit it or not, it's a big year, coming off a rough year this year. This is your 5th OC since you've been in the NFL. I think 4th or 5th, whatever it is. Last year was a rough year statistically. The year before that was really rough statistically, but it is what it is. They won the Super Bowl. You haven't had a big year since you've had Shane Steichen. That's the truth. That's just what happened. You haven't had an MVP caliber year. You haven't had a top 10 quarterback season since that year. Shit, he probably was top 5 that year, top 3, whatever it was. But you haven't been close to that. And with a new OC, they gave you a new OC. Whatever the A.J. Brown situation is, it is going to be, and plus the defense is probably going to be the same. Vic Fangio ended up staying. All eyes are going to be on Jalen Hurts, especially with this article out now that's going to create this bold picture of Jalen Hurts. He has to overcome that. And regardless of if he did win the Super Bowl, it was going to be 3 seasons ago, going into next year. And Philly is about winning, and you got to win again.
Yeah, it's tough to be Jalen Hurts right now. This is part of the territory that comes with being an Eagles quarterback. But this is also the stuff that happens when you have these type of seasons. I think a lot of people are going to argue about the team's sources, whether it should come out, the talk about him as a leader and kind of this off the football field stuff. But the reality is, when you've been underperforming, this is what happens. You do get questioned. Articles like this come out. People question if you can, even though you did win the Super Bowl, if you could be that guy, because most of the arguments for Jalen Hurts are around team success. When you're looking individually at the passing game, that's the one area you're pointing at over the years, saying, no, that's the weakness of the Eagles. To be fair, they've had a dominant run game, a dominant offensive line, and dominant defense, so I'm not expecting it to be best in the league good. This has been a bottom 10 unit for multiple seasons, and it's been, with different coordinators and different styles, but it was mostly centered around what Jalen Hurts liked to do. I remember when Kellen Moore came in, a big talking point that year was we should see more motion than we did the year prior with Brian Johnson. We should see more innovation. But comes to find out that's just Jalen Hurts' preference. He doesn't really want motion. And there's been quarterbacks that do that in the past. Aaron Rodgers famously doesn't really like motion at the line of scrimmage. He likes to go up, be able to read the defense without the motion, then the defense can change. But it's Aaron Rodgers. And when you're that good and you throw with anticipation and you have this crazy arm and you're Aaron fucking Rodgers, you can get away with it. But when the offense struggles, eventually the coaching staff's going to be like, we got to figure this out because what you're doing right now isn't happening. So even with the playoff success, even with the Super Bowl win and the Super Bowl MVP and everything that he's done that deserved him the contract and be the starting quarterback for the Eagles, that can't be what you fall back on. Like you said, you have to do that every single year. And Philly's a team that is good enough to do it every single year. If you have a quarterback, and it's not that difficult to crack a top 12 bar with this offense, with this structure, with these weapons, with this line, with this running back, like that should feels like the bare minimum. And we've seen Hurts do it in the past. But yeah, you're going back 4 seasons now until he was an actual elite quarterback, not just stretches, not just a couple games in the playoffs, but like a real sample size you could bite on and be like, no, this was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL this year.
I think that one thing that's alarming within this article is I just feel like how stubborn Jalen Hurts was with the offense. You spoke about how the 4 verse play was his suggestion and it failed miserably.
It was terrible.
But there was another play that year against the Packers where it was a 4th and 6 against them in the 4th quarter, and a first down would have sealed the game in the regular season game. And Jalen Hurts called a goal ball to A.J. Brown, and it was incomplete, and they gave the Packers.
Did A.J. drop it? Was this the one where he?
It might have been a drop. It might have been whatever it was.
Yeah, because there was a few he had, and he just.
Devontae Smith
the wrong game.
Spoke on that after, and he spoke on a play call, and he said 1-11 went for the kill shot. So basically, it was like a play that Jalen Hurts called, and he was just trying to ice the game at that moment. And there have been moments where Jalen Hurts calls his own plays.
I feel like that's the only thing he called.
That was the fourth down play.
Yes.
We questioned that a lot too.
And there are quarterbacks that call their own plays. Peyton Manning is an all-time quarterback that he went outside the offense and called his own number. But it was successful. I think the issue with Jalen Hurts is that there are times where he does call his own number and it is not successful. And that is what people have issue with, is that the passing offense has been the Achilles heel for the Philadelphia Eagles. But I feel like we have to stop acting as if it's only the coaching, when the quarterback has a lot of say and autonomy in how the offense looks. When you're the franchise quarterback, you're getting paid $200 million. You understand and you have a big say in what do you want to be called, what do you want to be ran. And this past year, Kevin Patullo, I thought his game script wasn't very good. But if you look at the Eagles year by year with Jalen Hurts, they have always been towards the top of the league in hitch routes. They have always been towards the top of the league in shotgun percentage. That is just the type of style and quarterback that Jalen Hurts likes to be, is shotgun. And there are a lot of hitch routes, goal balls, and that's why against zone coverage, where the coverage moves and you see more shells, he can be underwhelming in those circumstances. So I think that whether it's fair or unfair, the fact that Philadelphia brought in Sean Mannion, who they've already said is going to install an offense that's similar to Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan, which features a lot of motion, which features a lot of under center play calling, it's going to showcase whether or not Jalen Hurts is going to adapt and fit that system, or we're going to see a similar offense that the Eagles have ran for years now. So I think it's basically going to showcase if Jalen Hurts is adaptable and can succeed in this environment, or he won't be able to. And Sean Mannion is also another unproven play caller. I feel like, to be fair to Hurts, it's his sixth play caller, I think, in the NFL.
Yeah, Steichen was the only one he had back-to-back years.
I think it's Steichen, it's been Brian Johnson, Kellen Moore. So it's fourth play caller, but he's had more in Alabama than going to Oklahoma.
Brian got fired, so it was somebody else.
In between?
Yeah.
I think Brian Johnson might have stayed the entire season. I think Sean Desai got fired.
There it is. Yes. Somebody got fired like week 10 or something, and somebody else came in.
So he hasn't had that continuity, and when he had it, he did perform at an elite level. But a lot of quarterbacks on a year-to-year basis sometimes don't have that continuity, whether it's with coaching or losing a great player. Like Josh Allen didn't lose his OC. I mean, they went from Ken Dorsey to Joe Brady, but he didn't. I mean, he lost Stephon Diggs. I'd argue losing a big-time weapon like that is just as impactful as losing a coordinator. Yeah. And he was still able to sustain his elite level play. So I think if Jalen Hurts is being held to the standard of a great quarterback, then we're expecting better offensive results.
Yeah, no, they're certain Eagles fans are holding him, probably most of the fan base outside like me and 15 people. They were holding him to those standards of Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson.
But his argument's always winning, not what actually the actual production.
It's never ability. And all right, if you want to use the winning card, all right.
I'm not mad.
Listen,
do what you got to do.
But it's like you're gonna hold him to that standard. You got to keep the same energy with every single person. And I'm mainly talking about real talk. You got to keep the same energy. So now, like you mentioned, they bringing in Sean Mannion means we are doing this no matter what. Mm-hmm. Like we are running this offense no matter what. You have Devonta Smith not cracking 1,300 yards with the type of talent he is. A.J. Brown not getting 1,500 yards on a consistent basis with how talented he is. You know, you have guys like Saquon Barkley, who on a down year had 1,100 yards. Granted, the offensive line did fall off a cliff a little bit, and they were banged up too. But you just have so much influx of talent on the offense. There's Dallas Goedert is a really good tight end in this league. There's no reason why this offense is not putting up, like you mentioned, top. Like we were saying, is this last year? If this offense could get to just like the 18th ranked offense in football, this is an offense that can still go far, and that's with how much talent they have. So,
like I think if Trevor Lawrence was the quarterback of this team, Dak Prescott, I'm just trying to think of guys like around quarterback 10. How much better I would feel about this offense right now. And I'll say this because I saw Real Talk's video. It was hilarious because, I mean, I don't know why I expect anything different. But he said this is the best thing that could ever happen to Jalen Hurts. I'm like, you know what? The one thing about Hurts is he does, when it comes to adversity, when it comes to he has to overcome some shit, throughout his career, he has shown that. Back to Alabama, we know the story there. Obviously, he had to prove himself in the NFL. He proved himself, got the contract, become the franchise quarterback. But it's just something that he's really never done. And I do think right now it's partly on him because I feel like he's not the athlete that he was earlier in his career. I just feel like as a runner, he has much more power, where back then I felt like he had this really good mix of speed and power. But it's also like the tush push isn't as good. The offensive line isn't as good. A.J. Brown felt like he lost half a step last year. And Saquon is still Saquon, but if you're not Derrick Henry, when you get to like your late 20s, you know, things happen where you're not the same explosive player. And when you have 2,000 yards in a season, you're probably never going to top that again because you're in an historic season, right? So it's never going to feel like Saquon from a couple of years ago. So it's this mix right now where I still think a majority of it is on Jalen Hurts, but it's also poor timing with a lot of the other stuff that was perked for him and he was playing well. So all of a sudden, like, don't get me wrong, it's still top 10 unit in most areas, but it's not that God level tier that he's been used to.
You're mentioning natural regression from teams on a year-to-year basis, and when you pay a quarterback a lot of money, you're hoping that that quarterback is good enough to overcome the regression of other players on the roster. And that's what you pay high-level quarterbacks for. Yeah. You pay them to mask weaknesses.
That's why it's not an excuse. Like if AJ's out for a month, if
Josh
Lane's out,
that's the weakness of Keon
you got to do it. Like you're a franchise quarterback, you just have to win.
And I think that
which he does, I guess. Fuck.
Yeah, he does
win.
To
play well.
Oh, well, yeah, he does win.
Because that's the thing is the winning argument kind of trumps all in this regard because it's very convenient to overlook flaws when there's something to showcase that you were able to reach a high level and you have like a trophy that shows that you were the very best. But that 2024 Eagles team, and it's not to diminish Hurts in any way, it's just to speak honestly about what that team was. It's one of the best teams in NFL history.
I love it.
It is an elite level defense that was number one in the regular season and playoffs. And in the playoffs, they actually had a better defensive EPA per play than the Seattle Seahawks, who are known as a historic defense, Legion of Boom, historic rushing attack, a historic offensive line that completely outmatched opposing defensive lines. Not only did they create massive gaping holes for Saquon Barkley, but Jalen Hurts had all day to throw. And while the offensive line might have regressed a little bit last season, Jalen Hurts still had a lot of time to throw. Against the Niners in the playoffs, he had almost 4 seconds time to throw. And that is a game that he didn't play well in, despite having all the time in the world to read out the field and to get the ball out of his hands. But that 2024 Eagles team was stacked to the T. And quarterbacks don't have the luxury to play poorly in the first and second round and still advance to the conference championship. They don't. And Hurts played poorly against the Packers. He played poorly against the Rams, in which he went 3 and out. And who saved the day? Jalen Carter on the defensive side of the ball. There's a lot of variables in play when it comes to winning. When we talk about sole production, Jalen Hurts over the last 2 seasons, he has been clearly outside of the top 10. And we have to stop acting like quarterbacks play the game on an even playing field. Because you're not about to convince me that Cam Ward has similar situation to Jalen Hurts, and that's why you're not about to convince me that. You're not about to convince me that these quarterbacks that have shown they can do more with less, like Jaden Daniels in Washington last season, had a similar supporting cast to Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia. Yeah. Jaden Daniels' supporting cast was much worse, but he got more out of it because he's a better overall player. His rookie year, exactly. And quarterbacks don't play on even playing field, so that's why I think when you mention wins as an argument, the Eagles defense shut down the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. There has not been a Josh Allen playoff game in which they shut down the Chiefs offense. Yeah. There's not been one. So I think that quarterbacks aren't playing on even playing fields. Some quarterbacks are asked to do more, and just because they lose doesn't mean they're worse or any less valuable. It's just different responsibilities. And Jalen Hurts for the last 2 years, his responsibility on the Eagles has been don't fuck it up. That's all it's been. But it hasn't been lead us. It hasn't been carry the offense. It hasn't been be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. It's just been don't mess it up. Don't turn the ball over. We'll win because we have an elite roster.
That's important though. Like we look at a lot of quarterbacks. I love CJ Coleridge, but he just had a playoff game where he lost in the game. Mm-hmm. You know, we look at quarterbacks like Trevor Lawrence in the playoffs. Unfortunately, his one turnover came he had 2, but that one turnover at the end of the game cost him the game. So, like, don't fuck it up, facts. But, as a quarterback, not fucking it up is hard. Because, you have opportunities to fuck it up. And that year when we won the Super Bowl, he really didn't turn over the ball. So, like, that kept, possessions live. And their clock management that year, I will say, was super. Like, I remember the Steelers game in the second half. We had the ball for like 25 minutes out the clock.
Had a 9-minute drive.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. So, that clock management, too, is also pretty dope. But no, I'm with you. Like, I'm with everything you're saying. Listen, I've been thinking this nigga's been mid for like 3 years. So, like,
You have been. I guess I'll give you that. You never really believed in Jalen Hurts.
It's not that I don't believe. All right, it's not that I think he's good enough to do it.
You just thought Eagles fans hyped him up too much?
Yeah.
After the 2022 season, all bets were off. You can say whatever you want about Jalen Hurts.
And that was fine, but I think, like, here's the thing. I think he's good enough to do it. When we have the right infrastructure around him, I think he's good enough to do it. I'm fine with him. The problem I kept having was my fellow fandom, we keep putting this nigga up so high. Okay, you want to say he's next to Josh Allen. You want to say he's next to Pat Mahomes. You want to say he's better than Justin Herbert. You want to say he's better than Joe Burrow because they don't win. Fine. Cool. Monday night, we are playing the fucking Green Bay Packers. Can we not go score less than 15 points? Can I ask my quarterback to go up there and put up some? Can I get a 350? Can I get a 300 game? Can I get a 3 touchdown? Like, is that hard for me to ask? If we putting them in conversations with Josh Allen, who had a 300-yard game with Khalil Shakir, can I ask Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown to go out there with Jalen Hurts and get 350? Is that crazy?
I don't think it's crazy.
Can I ask against the fucking Niners to go up there and put up
man.
Bro, that was the easiest gimme 250 ever.
And even considering the drops, it doesn't. If you account for the drops, maybe Hurts cracks 209.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? But
for sure.
but he didn't have a dominant performance.
Bad ones,
And on top of that, this was with QM getting 2 interceptions, giving us ball back.
And you guys were so much better than the 49ers. It wasn't even close.
Bro, I feel like when we want, like, it's weird. Like, how I look at it is, like, where I'm at with it is, I'm a Steph fan. I love the Warriors. Steph fan. I put him in excruciatingly insane conversations. So I expect excruciatingly insane things from him.
Of course.
Eagles fans put Jalen Hurts in insane conversations, but they don't expect insane results from him.
Mm-hmm.
I can't sit here and say, you know how much I love Jeremiah Smith. I tell you all the time, I think he's going to be the best wide receiver in football. So I'm going to treat him with the expectations like the best wide receiver in football. I treat Jettas like the best wide receiver I've ever seen. So when we talk about Jettas versus these other guys, you know where my stance is. I don't like the way he plays sometimes. I hold him to that standard. But why, when it comes to Philly, and they do this with Joel Embiid too, but I let it slide because I don't, when it comes to Philly and basketball, terrible. But they do it with Joel Embiid too. They put these guys in the hierarchy of conversations. They win a lot. MVPs. All right, cool. All right. But then when it's time to hold them to that standard, look at the coach. Look at the OC. A.J. Brown dropping passes. Offensive. Okay. All right. So we don't want to keep the same energy.
It's funny because Hurts and Embiid are like opposites of each other.
Yeah, it's like but
they still get held to the standard.
Yeah,
Philly fans do.
It's just now
it's different reasons.
Yeah, always
Embiid,
something.
when he's out there, he's one of the best players in the world, but he gets hurt and doesn't show up in the playoffs. Hurts is
yeah.
like, the regular seasons aren't good, but he goes in the Super Bowl and he's
wins.
great. The
Yeah.
NFC Championship game, he's great. So I don't know. It's
This
tough.
made me realize that A.J. Brown cares more about the Eagles' offense than Jalen Hurts.
Because he's streaking out.
Wide
He
receivers would do
speaks
that.
out. He actually says things. Jalen Hurts had a 100-yard passing performance last season in 2024 against the Panthers, but he had 3 touchdowns. And post-game, he said, I'm going to do things the way Jalen Hurts does things, and that's win. Even though he had 100 passing yards and it was an underwhelming performance, all he cared about was the win at the end of the day. But A.J. Brown, this past season, when they had offensive inconsistencies, what A.J. Brown would say, and what he did say, is we can't keep putting a Band-Aid over the offense.
Yeah.
He wanted to actually address the issues that were happening offensively with the team. Versus Jalen Hurts, it doesn't matter how the offense has looked. He has consistently said, it doesn't matter if it's ugly, we still got the job done, but you only could get the job done when you have an elite infrastructure and team around you.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's kind of the thing. Like, you can maybe make the argument for Hurts and say, well, he's just playing to his supporting cast. He's not trying to do too much because he does have a great team. But I think he can't do it. That's what I think. I think he can't do it. And I think that he's an overrated quarterback and he can't carry an offensive situation.
20 minutes into the segment, but he got
So
there.
I don't think it's that he is conscious of not messing things up. I think that he is unable to elevate a situation. And it's been that way for years now. And the winning doesn't justify it because they won in spite of him. He might have had a great Super Bowl performance. The defense got them a 20-point lead before you could even blink. Against the Commanders, Jaden Daniels was going toe-to-toe with him against a better defense. But then the Eagles started forcing turnovers. They had 4 to 5 turnovers in that NFC Championship game. But Jalen Hurts is not better than any of the top 5 quarterbacks. He's not better than Drake May. Give me Caleb Williams. Give me Trevor Lawrence. Give me Jaden Daniels. Give me Jordan Love. Give me Dak Prescott. Kellen Moore ran a better offense with Dak Prescott than he did with Jalen Hurts. What was the difference? The difference was that the Eagles had a historically elite defense and the Cowboys didn't. That was the difference. But Kellen Moore got more out of Dak than he did with Hurts, and Hurts was in a better situation. I don't care about the wins. Dak clears Jalen Hurts. He's way better than him.
Yeah,
Took me 20 minutes.
I think Dak's also better than him. I think you put your rankings out on Twitter. I saw you had Hurts around 18.
Yes.
That's where I think he's around 15 to 20, and that could change year to year a lot. But right now, I think some of the stuff that's coming out too about the leadership, about how he carries himself, about some of the post-game press conferences, it's cool when you're winning. But all of a sudden, when you start losing and you're not putting up the results, people don't want to hear this shit. Yeah. Like all of the quotes he goes up there. And that was part of the reason why I really liked Hurts in the beginning, because he had that moxie of like, you know, I'm going to kind of do the thing my way. But if it's not resonating as a leader, you have to realize that, right? And it seems like that's the case because of issues, you know, with A.J. Brown, with some other players on the team, the stuff you hear about Nick Sirianni. So at this point, he's been playing poorly the last couple of years that people's jobs are on the line. And I guess when you're a coach in Philly, your job's always on the line. But what he did in 2022 is what we're expecting of you every year. Like you mentioned, if you want to be put in, like, what does Josh, Lamar, Burrow, when he's healthy, Dak, all these guys do when they're out there? They put up MVP-like seasons because that's the quality of players they are. And you got to have both, you know, to a certain extent. Hurts has the Super Bowl. Lamar doesn't have it. Burrow doesn't have it. Josh doesn't have it.
And they're all better than him.
Yes, but when you watch them play, or if you just want a straight box score watch, whatever you prefer, there is basically no argument you can make other than maybe Hurts has a better touchdown interception ratio for some of those guys. Yeah. But even still, everything is going to tell you those are better quarterbacks. They just don't have the Super Bowl. The rosters for them, like you were alluding to, or like what you were saying, is, of course, like the Eagles roster in 24 is ridiculous. So I don't know. You can't have it both ways, right? Like if you're an Eagles fan and your argument is almost solely he wins, the other argument also has to be right where my quarterback's fucking great. He just doesn't have the team. Like if it's a one-sided argument both ways, whether it's team success or individual success, you're lacking the other. The only one who really has that is Mahomes and Stafford, right? Outside of like 2, maybe 3 quarterbacks in the league, no one else has the individual talent plus the Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
And the thing with Jalen Hurts is not only is he an overrated quarterback in general, but I think that his playoff performances are overstated. I think Super Bowl games, 2 great games. Yeah.
No, the games he's elite, but he has some all-time stinkers.
NFC Championship game, also amazing performance. Yes. That's 3 playoff games.
Games of his life.
He was bad
the biggest games.
He was bad in his playoff debut against Tampa Bay.
Yes.
Don't tell me
we don't count that. We've admitted we don't count that.
Todd
Why? Because he was bad?
It was his rookie year. Without AJ. That team outperformed. They won 9
Jaden Daniels' rookie year went to the conference championship, was elite.
Jaden was better in his rookie year.
Jaden was also a top 3 pick.
Come on.
Jalen Hurts, his rookie, I'm gonna count that. His first game in the playoffs. I'm not counting that. His first game in the playoffs, he wasn't good in. But whatever. You want to excuse it? Whatever.
I think we should.
It's his first full year start.
I think
game we give you
against the Giants and the Niners. Giants, he was good. They blew them out. They overmatched them.
Both games.
The Niners, Brock Purdy broke his elbow. I essentially negate those games because there was nothing done. Then in 2024, he played poorly against the Rams and played poorly against the Packers. We're talking about this dude is shooting 50% from the field in playoff games.
But when the big games are the Super Bowl and the NFC Championship,
bro, we can't.
He's playing on easy mode.
Joel,
that's what he's doing.
We can't put
what other team is playing single coverage on Devontae Smith and AJ Brown?
With all due respect to your Green Bay Packers, we cannot put that game in comparison to an NFC Championship game. It's not going to hold the same weight. So 50% ain't going to make no sense because that would imply that they're on the same playing field. Playing against the Chiefs and Mahomes in the Super Bowl is not the same as playing against Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers in the first round. It's just not.
I think that the 2024 Chiefs, the defense
I'm talking
was
2022.
solid. 2022, I thought the defense was good,
But
but
still,
it
that
was.
holds way
No,
more
yeah.
weight over that Green Bay game.
But he hasn't been like
I
that
understand.
since
The,
2022.
I understand the
That's-
bigger games hold more weight, but then we also have this recent 49ers game. Did I even count that?
No.
You can count. You have to.
So
Yeah, of
we're
course,
so
of
we're
course.
talking about he
3-2.
has 4-3. It's 4-3
4-3,
ratio.
4-3, yeah.
It's 3.
4-3 ratio.
Because
Oh,
the
yeah,
49ers
so I'm
is
saying
the fourth one.
Jalen Hurts has 4 bad playoff
Doesn't
games.
sound too
Niners
bad.
last year,
How many does
rookie
Lamar
year,
have?
Well,
Rams,
fuck.
and
The
Packers.
ratios really don't be that they don't be that crazy.
And then there's
Go
three.
down
Most
there.
great
Then there's 3
Roman,
great
it's like
playoff
one
games
bad game.
are against the Chiefs, and then the Commanders.
Sounds like
So
he
we're
owns
talking.
somebody.
He got more bad playoff games than good playoff games, and I'm supposed to think that this dude is a riser? What?
I mean, he gets, and the other argument is you wouldn't be in the NFC Championship or Super Bowl if your defense and or run game and or offensive line don't carry you with the first couple of games.
Yeah.
But I think the argument is basically post 2022 because we haven't seen him play at that level. And if that's the argument, and it's like, yeah,
Here's what I'll say.
it's 2 games.
Regression hits quick because Carson Wentz, before he dropped off, Carson Wentz was carrying an Eagles team that had no wide
He
receivers.
was awesome.
Yeah, he was
They were
great.
whack.
MVP.
He was gonna win MVP.
Yeah.
And then
ACL.
then
Oh.
2020 happened, and he just dropped off a cliff.
Yeah.
He just was.
Carried
He
them
just
to the playoffs.
awful.
I remember that year.
Yeah.
He was awful.
Or
Okay.
I
I
don't
think
remember, man.
Jalen. I
Who
think
knows?
Jalen Hurts
Because
stepped in
ACL
for
now.
him. He
Probably fine.
Yeah.
Overtook
It was the
his
next year.
job.
He wasn't good no more.
No.
I'll
because
say
his rookie Jalen Hurts rookie year, he did play
Yeah.
towards the end of the year. He had a really good game against the Saints.
Yep.
Regression hits quick, and
You just want to
It could
expect
come out of
regression.
nowhere.
He's like 28 years old.
I don't expect a regression from Jalen Hurts. But
Felt
what
like
I've
it.
seen from the Eagles and from Jalen Hurts is that as the infrastructure starts to get a little bit worse, not even Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, Goddard, and their offensive line as is
Saquon.
is a great, and Saquon.
used to be elite. Now great.
It's still
Saquon.
it's still like a top
Well,
out
we got top three
situation
running
in the
back.
league for
Yeah.
any quarterback to get dropped into. But yet with Jalen Hurts, we have to act like this is underwhelming. The offensive line actually, man, it might be just as bad as the Chargers.
Is anyone underwhelming it?
No, I think they do. I think that when you talk
It's a
about the
top
Eagles
three
I think
situation, maybe top one.
I think the offensive line for sure. People have pointed at that and been like, "That's a major problem." Have you looked at what Justin Herbert deals with every week?
Yeah.
Like that is not the same. They're not playing the same sport out there. They're not. Jalen Hurts is playing football on easy mode comparatively to these other quarterbacks.
Yeah, I think-
Jordan Love has never had a wide
this
receiver
is
as
where it
great as
comes
AJ
from.
Brown.
This is where
He's never had a
Jordan Love-
Devontae Smith. He's
Jordan
never
Love.
had that level of offensive line. Jordan Love has not had that. Jalen Hurts has had these things, and he is underwhelming.
Jordan Love is the type of nigga to fuck it up though.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
no,
he is.
he's not.
the type of nigga
If
to
there's
fuck
somebody
it
to
up.
do
How?
it, I mean, I don't know.
He's the type
Probably
of dude
Jordan
to
Love.
fuck it up.
He just had 4 touchdowns,
It's-
0 picks in the playoffs.
He did.
He did.
Lost. Fuck.
They did blow.
It's
They
just
Jaden
really
Reed
Jalen
messed
Hurts.
it up.
Jalen Hurts. We don't lose in the first
Look, I'll
round.
say this. I knew shit was bad last year when Devontae Smith came out and said something.
Yeah.
Because he never speaks. He's just very cool, calm, and keeled. And shit was nasty. Shit got nasty when we had a 3-game stretch where we played the NFC North. And we put Green Bay in the box.
Mhm.
And we put Detroit in the box.
Yeah.
And even Chicago, they played well. They ran the shit out the ball. They killed us. But for the most part, we handled them all right. And then it was the
Minnesota-
Chargers.
Oh, Chargers.
Minnesota, but
That was
Carson
before the
Wentz.
bye.
Carson
Yeah,
Wentz
yeah.
was the quarterback. And then we did what we did to the Chargers. And I'm like, yo, we
Oh,
still
yeah,
can't
yeah,
put up
yeah,
points.
yeah.
I'm like, yo, look
That
at
Chargers
what we're,
game was nuts.
look at what we're doing. Like Detroit, they had 9 points, 8 points,
Mhm.
and Jared Goff had like 5 turnovers. And
That
we
was in
still can't
Philly, right?
score. Yes,
Yeah,
like it's
outdoors.
like, come on, bro. Like you got a defense that could do that. Like
So what do you think realistically, if Jalen Hurts, I don't know what number off the top of my head what his dead money is if they try to move off him next year.
I can
But
find it.
he signed a pretty big contract. Is it you get to the point where you lose in the first round again? At that point, I mean, you're probably it's a different coaching staff, it's maybe a different quarterback, but it's probably a good amount of dead money, and obviously they're paying so many people now. I don't know. I still think this article.
Damn.
How much is it?
Oh no, 67 next year.
Okay, I mean we've
And then
seen
24 the year after.
we've seen Tua get cut for 99. We've seen Russ get cut for like
The
70.
thing is that I think the Eagles are very high on Tanner McKee.
8 million, 20.
They said they wanted a second round pick for him in a trade.
Tanner McKee is somebody I'd keep my eye on if
We gotta
Jalen
find
Hurts
somebody else,
struggles.
man. I ain't
Tanner
gonna lie.
McKee could maybe play well.
He didn't do much the last game of the regular. Was it last regular
That's when
season
they
game?
really kicked Patula ass because they're like, yo, Tanner didn't even play well. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
People
No,
are high
we
on Tanner,
gotta-
but it's I don't know.
Brother,
I don't know.
we need another first round pick.
You can't. I don't think you could bank on Tanner.
Yeah,
McKee.
yeah, we cool off.
No, I don't think you can bank on Tanner McKee. But I think that is if things worse goes to worse. Worse is the worst. Like I just look at the article and think about what does somebody have to benefit from it, and who could be the providing source?
Patullo got fired. Like, he's not with the organization.
He's
anymore,
with the
right?
Dolphins now.
Oh, that's right. He went to the Dolphins.
And also
They fired him like a
Brian
week
Johnson,
later. Yeah.
Brian Johnson, who's terrible. I mean, he's a senior offensive assistant for the Rams.
Come on, bro. He's getting backpacked. Like, fuck.
But,
What are you doing?
Senior offensive assistant is a pretty big
Sean
title.
McVay.
And look, Mike LaFleur got a head coaching job just now, just being in the realm with Sean McVay.
So it sounds like Patullo need to go to fucking LA.
But
and
I'm
learn
saying
up.
the fact that Sean McVay saw enough promise in Brian Johnson to make him senior offensive assistant means
Dude,
that
that's
he's
such a drop
at
off
least
from
doing
OC.
something right. He's
a drop
doing
off
something
from
right.
OC.
Far. I
Brian
think he's taking
Johnson
a
was
little too far.
bad. You know he was bad. That was Hurts
First,
great?
nobody
No.
was complaining the first half of the season.
You're right.
When they were 11-0, but kind of playing like shit.
Okay. And then we got beat by the Niners.
Then that was the end
Yeah.
of that. But who? I mean, it makes sense. Like, if I had to guess who his source was, Patullo makes a lot of sense here. I don't understand why Nick Sirianni would say anything. That it makes it seem like you don't really have control over the locker room or over the coaching staff. If Jalen Hurts is the one saying 4 verts and people are like, "Are you sure?" That doesn't look like a good look on you.
It does feel like it could be Kevin Patullo. Nick Sirianni, I wouldn't rule out because
He's going
it's
down with
either
the ship.
or. Do you really think Nick Sirianni is going down with the ship no
Yes,
matter what?
if Hurts is out, Sirianni's out.
I think
Without a doubt.
so. I
I
agree.
think-
So let me
Yes.
paint you a scenario where next season, Jalen Hurts, like it's abundantly clear he's like
they both go.
I mean,
he's
bro,
terrible.
we were having talks about Sirianni after the
This
Super
is
Bowl.
like this is no funny shit. Like not the same success, not the same talent. But this is like Steph and Kerr, where Steph goes, I think Kerr goes.
yeah, I just think Eagles fans and maybe I don't know about the organization. It seems like they like Nick Sirianni, but I feel like they're almost looking for a reason to move off of him. If you're able to next season,
And this is his
because it's
quarterback.
a failure of a season and Hurts struggles, then it's the time to do it. The thing that would suck is, can you retain Fangio? Like, that feels like a key part. He might
was
want to
thinking about
retire.
retiring this
So
year.
yeah, it seems like that might be
I feel
short
like
term
make
either way.
him-
But you just have, yeah, I think the Eagles, especially the Eagles fans, have been begging for a way to get off Sirianni because a lot of success is baked into we have the best defensive coordinator in the NFL, and when our offense coordinator is good, we're great. What do? Especially when there's this drama with Philly now.
So
an
you think
article.
they're tied to the hip? You think
Yes.
one is gone, the other's gone?
I just don't see a situation where
Why would
Hurts
you keep
leaves and
Nick?
Sirianni stays.
Yeah.
Because that means the season went poorly. Like, you're not going to a Super Bowl moving off Hurts.
And he's not adding value.
To put a bow on this, I would just say everything that was stated in the article, Jalen Hurts' struggles against zone coverage, his inability to play under center, play action passes, his reliance on shotgun, his reliance on seeing man coverage, and his simplicity on offense was something that has been stated on this show for years now by none other than me. And then Dells started saying the same things too. This has been widely apparent to anybody that has been watching football that there has been a problem. And I've watched Eagles games this year, multiple of them. I've watched all 22 of them. I've watched the play calls be bad, and I've watched sometimes the play calls be good and people open and Jalen Hurts is not throwing the football. When you, over the last 2 seasons, I believe it is, Jalen Hurts is second to last in terms of frequency throwing between the numbers. Is that something that he has shown he can do in a small sample size? Yes. But it's been a place on the field that he refuses to throw to. And there is a lot of compatibility and comparisons within Jalen Hurts' regression and Russell Wilson's regression. Where Russell Wilson's, you can point it more to age, but I think Russell Wilson, a quarterback over-reliant on goal balls, on outside the number throws, his scrambling ability, regressing as an athlete, and having to adjust being more of a pocket quarterback in Sean Payton's system, it didn't work well for him. And now Jalen Hurts is going to have to adapt to playing more quarterback and winning from the pocket more consistently and making throws more consistently instead of passing throws off. Mm-hmm. So the Eagles can once again trust him to carry the load on offense. And like I said, I doubt that it can happen because I'm just not high on Hurts. But that is what's going to have to happen next year. And I do think that if Hurts has an underwhelming year, I think he's gone from Philly too. I don't think he gets another year after this. After it's been 3 years of mid-offense from the pass game, I don't think that with how forward-thinking and smart the front office for the Philadelphia Eagles is, I think to them, they probably already know that Jalen Hurts is one of the issues offensively. They already know that. So I don't think that if he underperforms yet again this year, then he's safe as the quarterback next season. And that's where I think MJ wasn't totally wrong in what he said, because Jalen Hurts has played better when he's been under pressure, when he's been doubted, when he's been scrutinized. You could say that is a redeeming quality of his, is that he does rise up to those moments. So it could be a great thing. This could be something we look back on and say, this was the motivating factor for a great season, or this was evidence of what we knew and we see everything crumbling
And
down.
it seems like we know what side of the bet he's taking.
Yeah,
I think we know.
He hates Hurts again.
He's completely out.
Yeah, listen, bro. If it means Hurts will win games for me and win us a bowl, I don't care.
Yeah.
I just want to win, man.
This past weekend, the Elite Eight, and then during the week last week, the Sweet 16 happened. We now have our Final Four teams. It's Arizona, Michigan, and Illinois versus UConn. I feel like the major takeaway from the Elite Eight in general was that how could Duke mess this up?
Another year.
Duke was up double digits.
I can't
UConn
believe they
came
lost that
back.
game. That was
Caden
one of the
Boozer
craziest endings
They've
I've
had
ever
a-
seen.
threw a
bro.
bad turnover.
They've had a 90% win rate at a certain point of the game. I think it was like towards the end of the game, it was like a 90% win rate. Like they should win the game last 4 years.
Damn.
Yeah. Like last year they choked it. This year was nuts. Like the way they choked it this year, and then the way UConn like inbounding the ball, Boozer just throws it up, turnover. Then the brother shot it from mad
Oh my
far.
God. Basically where
Like,
the logo would have been
and
in the
that
NBA.
shit went in. And first of all, shout out to Dan Hurley. Like he's the greatest I've ever seen. Just his moxie, his
He's a
attitude,
freak,
his
man.
swag.
But
He's
yeah.
crazy. Like telling the ref, I'm the best coach in the fucking country. Then headbutting, bro. Like, no, and I love the refs because they didn't tech him, because it's like they understand the moment. Like, bro,
Imagine you got a tech after that.
imagine they get him at the game. It's
Yeah,
like,
that
no,
would've
you
been terrible.
cannot, like, you gotta
Good
let
no
him go
call.
out on his
Good no
sword.
call,
You gotta
yeah.
let him go down on the sword. Shout out to Illinois, of course, getting here. First time since Darren Williams and them. I think Darren Williams,
Yes.
Luther Head, got the third person. But shout out to Illinois, shout out to Keen Wagler and them boys. Arizona, Joel was scaring me at the dinner, talking about some they're in a close game. Then they ended up being up by like 15. I was like, I bet that's sweet. Because I got Arizona winning. Shout out to all these teams though. I feel like it's getting close to that sweet March Madness feel, but I feel like Arizona and Michigan, they've been the two of the best 4 teams in the country. Duke was supposed to be here, so it kind of would have been everybody guessed it, but Illinois is still a really good team. I'm excited because this just means it's closer to draft time, and I think this draft is going to be really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, all the stuff that I'm seeing, at least on draft Twitter, there seems to be a lot of controversy over the top of this class about some of the point guard lists I've seen you put out, Joel. But no, the UConn Duke game, obviously I'm not as tapped into college basketball as you two have been, but that was something that I just got the shot. There's probably like 10 minutes left, and I come in, I'm like, oh, this shit's over. You know what I mean? Like Duke's up, they're chilling. Then just goes minute by minute by minute. All of a sudden, I'm like, yo, there's a few minutes left. We got a fucking game. And listen, I've been on the other side of that as a Boston fan for sure. Just throwing away some stupid turnovers that make it go the other way. But I can't imagine being a Duke fan watching that game, bro. I can't imagine, because you had no business losing. You had the ball. You had free throws to make. Like, it was a very simple path to
If you
closing
get
that
10
out.
seconds violation, they have no time.
Yeah.
Like if
Just
you
hold the ball. If he just held the
10 second
ball,
violation, they have no
And
time.
I understand, because he sees Paul's 2 guys coming at him. He throw it over the top, game over.
Whoa.
Because there's nobody back
Yeah.
there. You got to dunk, you just hold the
He
ball,
didn't
it's
throw that shit
over.
strong enough, bro.
But no.
It was such a bad moment that only got saved a little bit because he had a really good game.
yeah,
Caden was very efficient from the
Caden's
field.
he wakes up in big moments, yo.
But that turnover was egregious. It was so bad. And shout out to UConn for finding a way to gut that out. I know the feeling of blowing a game like that. I experienced that in the playoffs in the NFL this past year with the Packers when they blew it to the Bears.
Oh, when you were a Packers
You
fan, right?
confused the hell out of me for a second.
It's
yeah.
unfortunate when you feel like your team is on the
Deserves
cusp
it.
of winning and should win the game, and then they blow it
Yeah.
somehow.
Yep.
It's unfortunate. But you mentioned Arizona being your pick to win a national championship. They have been my pick too since the tournament started, but I'm kind of scared of this Michigan matchup.
I'm excited. I know the matchup. I know like Michigan's front court, the shooting. They'll be able to match physicalities with Arizona. I just love the consistency Arizona's been playing with. I think it's 2 juggernauts playing. I can see I think Michigan should be the favorite just because stylistically you probably favor Michigan. But just the way Arizona's been playing and how they have a good front court, they play to their strengths and they don't let nobody deteriorate them from that. I don't know, man. Like, I had Arizona winning it all. If they don't, if obviously they lose, this to me,
It's a national championship.
this is the national championship right here. Like Arizona, Michigan, granted Illinois, and who are they playing again?
UConn.
Illinois, UConn's going to be a good game. I think UConn's lack of size in the front court was bothering them a little bit against Duke, and I think Michigan and Arizona, they have big front court, so that could be a chain swinger. But yo, Yaxel versus Kobe, like this is going to be really good, you know.
And that's why Michigan scares me for Arizona, because Michigan just feels like a more experienced version of what Arizona is, where Ade Mara is a better big man than anybody that Arizona has. He's 7'2", he can pass out the post, he can defend. Not much of a shooter, but I mean, he has so much size, he can finish whenever he wants to. And then Yaxel Lenderberg is like a way better version of Koa Pete. Like, you're hoping Koa Pete can like become as well-rounded as that, but Koa Pete's a freshman. So Yaxel is like a more mature version of him. And then they have Morris Johnson, who's just a rebounder, defender. I think it's going to put a lot of stress on Arizona's guards to perform. Like Braden Burries and Jaden Bradley, Braden Burries, they have to have really good games, because I think there's going to be a big emphasis on their performance and being the reason why that Arizona moves on.
You saw my boy Labo last weekend?
No. Oh, yo, Phylon, yes.
Yeah, Phylon,
Where are the games at for the Final Four?
Huh?
Where are the games at?
I don't know. I know. I think it might be in Chicago. They said Illinois is gonna feel like a home game for them because it's close to them.
Okay.
So yeah, it might be in one of those areas.
And then Illinois and UConn. I got Illinois. Illinois offensively has been one of the best teams in the country all year, but
I like Illinois too.
Their defense has really kicked up, and they have played much better. And I'm a big believer in Keaton Wagler. Keaton Wagler he's rising to the occasion. He's playing really well.
I like Keaton. I think Illinois and UConn's interesting. I doubted UConn, but I'll probably go UConn. I like Illinois better.
Didn't you take UConn against Duke?
I did.
Yeah. Or you took St. John's, I think.
Oh, you took
St. John's. St. John's could have won it, man. That's another team.
That was another game they could have won, too.
They fumbled the bag. Yeah, I like Illinois more. I do like their offense. Keaton Wagler, Stojakovic off the bench. Illinois they should not. I mean, UConn should not be here, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's the fact that they're here. Like, they got a nice team, though. They was calling Dan Hurley Klingon merchant prior to when they was getting blown out, and then after that, funny. He's the greatest coach ever. It was funny.
So the Final Four is at Lucas Oil Stadium. It's in Indianapolis.
Okay, so that's why it makes sense. That's not
far from Chicago.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not far from Chicago. So that's why they were saying it's like a home game for them. So that's dope. They'll have a home court advantage, because it felt like what game? It felt like when Duke was playing UConn, it felt like a home game for UConn. High key, like it felt like the fans were there for UConn, like the way they were just maybe because it was a comeback, so it's just exciting and stuff like that.
Momentum was on their side.
UConn was in that mode, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I know Duke was like, yo, bro,
scared probably. That's what
nervous
it seemed like.
As hell, bro.
The one thing that is going to be very apparent during draft season, I think it's going to dominate a lot of the talking points, is people's projections for what Cameron Boozer is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron Boozer, looking at this tournament run, is watching him play. There have been many moments where I've been underwhelmed.
Yeah.
But then you look up and you look at the stats, and it says 25-5. Or no, 20-10-5. 20 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. And then you ask yourself, I mean, I thought he didn't play that well, and he still has this stat line. He is very over-reliant on bully ball, but at 19 years old, he's 6'9", 250 already. Mm-hmm. It feels like Cameron Boozer, he's going to be a physical, imposing force in the NBA too. I don't think that it's just once he gets to the NBA, he's not going to be as strong to get his shot off, because I think that being 6'9", 250 at 19, that can always grow and he can always get stronger. So I think that's going to be a big part of his game. But I do understand some of the question marks about his ceiling. And this is where highlight culture kind of, it makes people pick sides within prospects, because I mean, you look at Caleb Wilson's highlights versus Cameron Boozer's highlights. Caleb Wilson's highlights, it looks like you're watching like the next star, because he's just so athletically gifted.
Highlights is scary, man. We've seen what Jalen Green can do.
They're just Jonathan Kuminga highlights without the knowledge of who he is.
Okay.
Like,
but I feel like I noticed the same thing with Boozer, that his offensive game needs some refinement. That's why it's important where he goes. You know what I mean? Like, he can't, I don't think, at least from what I've seen this run, I don't think he go to a place where he's expected to be a number one offensively, right? Where like he has to go and just like have all this self-creation to himself, because he still has at least as a jump shooter, it seems like. Not completely refined, but if he's only 19 and you have that sort of frame, I think you're betting on at least a floor because what he gives you is a rebounder, defender. But still as a scorer, I think he's got a ways to go.
I think he should cut weight a little bit. I think cut weight, refine, get back to that mid-range he had in high school. Just be more of a pick and pop threat. He has really good touch. So getting that floater in that little paint area, restricted area, get that jumper flowing. He was shooting really well before the tournament, but in the tournament, the 3-ball hasn't been the same.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm with you guys because I think we were doing the draft and we were kind of just like, I think we got to Washington. We was like, yo, pick Booz and just figure it out down the road. And I think I'm still in that same wavelength, but it is going to be super dependent on who, the guard's going to be and who, like, what's the system going to be around. Because I do believe he has the highest floor. I think his floor is pretty safe. The ceiling is definitely up in the air. He probably isn't the same pop as the other prospects, like a AJ or DP or whatever, or Darius Acuff. But like you mentioned, just his impact sometimes goes unnoticed because it doesn't always look the cutest or the flashiest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that a question I ask myself often is, if this guy can translate, and then I compare him to another player in the NBA that has some good numbers and that I've translated. So, like, can Cam Boozer translate to the NBA? Well, I think that if you have players like DeAndre Ayton averaging 14 and 8, Cam Boozer at least can get 16 and 10. Right? Like, that's how I view it. So I think Cameron Boozer, like, you ask yourself if you can translate, then there are NBA players that are putting up numbers that, I probably think Cameron Boozer is a little bit better than right now.
Cam Thomas used to put up 25 a game.
Mm-hmm. He did.
He's in the free agency.
That brings me to another conversation within the Knicks right now because they lost 3 straight. They just lost to the Rockets.
Ass whooping.
And I'm kind of done trying to, like, figure out who the Knicks are because I think I'll figure it out in the playoffs. They'll show me who they are in the playoffs eventually. But there's so many different conversations to have within the Knicks. I think the first one is Josh Hart being a black hole on offense because he is the person that teams stick their centers on to help off of. And if he shoots and hits the shot, who cares? I mean, he's shooting, I think, 40% from 3 this year, and teams still don't care. So, and that has made Jalen Brunson and Cat pick and rolls inefficient. They're one of the most inefficient pick and roll duos on their volume in the NBA. And I don't think it's because Brunson can't play with Cat. I think it's because when you have somebody helping off a non-shooter and you can switch the picks with wings, it makes essentially your advantage obsolete, especially when Cat can't take advantage of wing players because it's not really his strength. He's more able to take advantage against bigs. That's a mismatch for him and very smaller players, but not wings all that much. But the Josh Hart conversation is one of them. Mikal Bridges, I think, obviously overpaid, disappearing. That's another one. I think OG Anunoby gets a lot of grace for disappearing, but he disappears a lot too. But nobody seems to care because everybody's fixated on Mikal. But I think OG sometimes can be an issue. The Cat thing, he still doesn't have a defined role with the Knicks. And then it's Jalen Brunson. Yeah. Jalen Brunson is averaging 23 a night since January. He is clearly not the same scorer. He used to be an elite scorer, and maybe it's been the lower body injuries that have taken a toll on his game, but I watch Brunson and I feel like he has a harder time getting to his spots, creating separation, and for smaller guards, regression happens quick. And I have asked myself over the last couple of days, anything that happens with the Knicks in the offseason, I don't think there's any scenario that is absolutely crazy. I don't think so. Because if they lose and they get disappointed, I think that everything is on the table. Because they have to ask themselves, even with Jalen Brunson being the best player, can you win a championship with Jalen Brunson being the number one on the team with the scoring regression and the fact that he's a smaller guard? We have already seen the NBA kind of phase out those players that fit exactly what Jalen Brunson is. So that is kind of the next overarching step and why I'm kind of curious as to what the Knicks are going to do and how they're going to manage this situation. Because if the Knicks don't make a deep playoff run this year, I think that there's going to be a major move that happens, without a doubt.
I would respect it because I think us and a lot of other people in media would say, what can you actually do? Like you're saying, what's the actual ceiling of this team? You've had multiple years of Cat, Mikal, Brunson, OG, Mitchell Robinson who's on the court. If you're only getting to an ECF run where you were favored against the Pacers, not taking anything away from them, but you were favored in that series. You beat Boston. Then this year, say you get bounced in round 2, or maybe the ECF again. What or how do you get over the hump? Like, how do you get to that next step? And the reality is, once you traded Julius Randle and DiVincenzo, and once you traded those first round picks from Mikal Bridges, it was this or bust. Because there is not much of a path, unless you think it's Giannis, which I think there's a world out there, but I don't see a path where you're going to be able to makeshift this roster with Jalen Brunson, the contracts you have, and the lack of draft capital. There's just not enough wiggle room that you have. So when you made these trades previously in the last couple of years, you kind of tied yourself into this. But what my point is, I think everyone in the media would agree with you. Like, yes, like take calls for Brunson, take calls for all of these guys. I don't know if the Knicks are going to be at that level yet. I don't know if the Knicks are going to be ready. They're going to have to tinker with the roster. Maybe someone out of the top 4 goes. But to me, Jalen Brunson feels pretty safe here. Unless he completely collapses come playoff time, which he's never even come close to. He's one of the few playoff risers that we have in the NBA right now. Unless he really crumbles down, I don't see a world where they move off him just because of the floor you're getting with Jalen Brunson. And if you move off Jalen Brunson, to me, you're saying we're rebuilding this thing. Like, we have to trade, obviously, Mikal, OG, and everything that comes with it. I don't know how much you can move off Karl Anthony Towns, making close to $60 million on that contract for a couple more seasons. He's a good player, but it's just a ton of money that I don't know who's willing to invest into that. Like, what team is going to feel like they need to acquire Karl Anthony Towns, take on this contract because that gets them to whatever level they need to go to. Feels like that's a very small group of teams that's going to be able to. So when you say you're moving off Brunson, to me, that says you're going to a rebuild. Like, even though we made to the playoffs 2 or 3 in the second or third rounds, it's not enough. Like, you really have to tear this down. It might not be the wrong move because you might just be prolonging the process of it's just never going to work out. But it's a major chance that you're risking. The last thing I'll say though is it could also be the last time you could really get something valuable for Brunson, right? I still think around the league he is going to be viewed as a positive asset, number one, someone you could probably get multiple first-round draft picks, even though he's smaller, even though he's, 30 at this point and has some, injury history too in his lower body. But this could be the real final push where you can get Brunson and still get something valuable for him because to a much higher extent, the Giannis situation is nuts. Like, what you're going to get for Giannis in this offseason compared to if you would have traded him a year ago or 2 years ago, like everyone was saying to do, I mean, you're talking about multiple unprotected first round picks that you're missing out on. So this could be New York's opportunity to, not have that happen.
You said a lot. It's an interesting conversation. I found myself thinking you guys are a bit crazy though. Maybe it's me.
Like the moving on from Brunson part.
I think so. I think here's why I think you can move off of him maybe a little bit too premature. Here's why I say this.
Before you say that, because if the Knicks fired Mike Brown after this year, if they traded Mikal, if they traded Cat, none of those moves would shock me.
Yeah.
The only one that would shock me was that if Brunson does get moved on from, that would shock me. But I'm also a bit worried that the Knicks are going to be the last team to the party that realizes the way the game is going. But I'm totally fine playing out Brunson's contract.
Okay.
Brunson has about 2 to 3 more years of team control on a very friendly deal. And as long as they don't give him the max, I'm fine with it.
And that's scary. And I think if he does play out his contract, I think they'll end up paying him. I think they'll end up locking him and paying him. You guys are in a tough position. Don't think you'll get a lot for Cat. Don't think you'll get too much from Cat. Probably a player swap from a guy of his stature or his ability, kind of like Cat for Randall, maybe with an extra guy, or obviously it was stupid, but Luka for AD, like one of those type swaps where you'll get a guy, but this will be a little bit more fair on both sides, obviously. You can move off Mikal. I don't think you'll get a ton. Here's the issue with the Knicks and their situation, watching them play. You mentioned Jalen Brunson, Cat, the pick and roll. Also found myself feeling like Jalen Brunson has been a bit of a ball hog a little bit, just in the sense of, like you mentioned, kind of where Mike Brown can't figure out his role. I feel like they want to run pick and rolls with Cat too much, but they don't get Cat in his spots, so they don't feed him the ball in time to let him go to work. And I think that's going to be an issue. Also, that's why I was shocked you had Brunson on your second team All NBA, because I think there's a couple guards you could probably put ahead of him. I think since January he hasn't been the same player. Obviously he's been injured, 6 feet. That also has to play into this new NBA with 6 feet guards that can't really defend. Granted, his offense is super uber efficient, but 6 foot guards are hard to come by. Trading Brunson is scary because if you trade Brunson, I'm with you. Everybody kind of has to go. At the same time, if you move over Cat, you move over Mikal, I don't think you'll get a ton of value for them. And I'll say this, winning in the NBA is hard. Whether you want to admit it or not, rebuilding isn't the easiest. If you have a team that, every now and then or every year or every other year can make an Eastern Conference Finals repeatedly and give yourself a fighting chance, in my opinion, I think that's better than tearing it all up and trying this rebuild and maybe that doesn't work, especially when you've already traded 4 first-round picks for Mikal. You didn't already made these moves. Maybe you can retool a bit with the Josh Hart contract with Mikal. But I think for the most part, the Knicks aren't, I don't look at them in this detriment of failure like most people do. Granted, you guys are Knicks fans, so it's a little bit different for you. You've coming off of ECF where you lost, I think, it was in 6 games? Yeah, you lost in 6 games. You want more. You expect more. I think you should go into the playoffs expecting that. I also think you guys should have a bit of a pause because you guys acted the same way you did in the regular season last year. You guys were upset, frustrated. You were losing to Boston. Teams were Cavaliers beat the shit out you guys in the regular season. Like the same thing happened last year, and in the playoffs you just woke up. So I agree with that part in the sense of you just wait to see in the playoffs what type of team wakes up. I think that is a fair assessment. But with the Knicks, I'm kind of on the assumption where you kind of pigeonholed yourself with these 3 guys specifically. Maybe not Mikal, but giving OG that contract. You're probably going to pay Brunson, especially after him taking a pay cut. That's going to also, be into what you're going to pay him. And you got this cat money for $60 million. So I think if you have an opportunity to consistently make the ECF or give yourself a fighting chance, whereas if a rebuild right now might be a little too tricky, I don't hate that part either because I do feel like winning is hard, and you're not going to get this opportunity all the time. And I granted it's the East, it's weaker and stuff like that, but you don't have a blue chip prospect walking through the door. You don't have no youthful young star like a Cade or like, I'm blanking on, or like a Tyrese Maxey, like just waiting on your roster, or at least you have something to build off of. No, Cat's going to get to 30. Or probably it's 30 now. Brunson's 30. OG's going to get to 30 soon. Mikal's going to get to 30. This is a much more seasoned group. You don't have that young player there. So, I'm of the mindset of just see what they can do in the playoffs. See if the flip switches like it did last year, which granted, what they did last year against you guys, it was hard to do. Like the comeback back-to-back games and just win the series.
We're better this year.
Yeah. Sure.
We don't have Porzingis, so we're better.
Right. There you go.
Specifically against the Knicks.
There you go. So Porzingis was the guy that, froze them up.
Yes.
So
the Knicks are one of those teams where their role players might get more value back than their stars.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
I think Mikal and
I don't know about Mikal.
I don't know about OG.
Honestly,
OG
lost
gets
the
you
shit out of me actually.
OG gets you multiple firsts, I say.
Mikal is not getting shit back.
I don't know.
You gotta stop.
I disagree.
No,
Who's trading?
I think
at
Mikal.
30?
I think Mikal goes for a first at least.
Yeah, I think you get a first from Mikal.
What,
Protected
protected?
first?
That's nothing.
Not protected first. No, unprotected
Who's
first.
trading
I don't know.
Mikal right now?
Unprotected
I mean, the
first, I don't know.
Grizzlies not too long ago had an offer
That
for
was
4
like 3 years.
firsts.
Brother, they're in rebuild. They don't want nothing
Yeah,
to
they're
do
not
with
doing
him.
that now.
They
Who's
need a
trading
small
for him?
forward.
Tell me.
I
How?
think that there's more
Cedric Howard.
there's more teams
and
looking
Jalen
for
Wells.
there's more teams looking for a Mikal Bridges than there are
Who?
looking for guards.
Tell me.
You want me to go through them?
I'm actually.
I think the
Played
Lakers could
teams.
make an offer for Mikal.
You're not getting a first from Mikal from the Lakers.
A protected first.
We're so trolling.
I don't know if you're getting unprotected.
What?
I don't
They
know.
were
if you're
about to
getting
trade a
unprotected.
first for Mark Williams.
Did we? Fair.
That's true.
It was
That's
super
true.
protected, but fair.
It was. Yeah.
Was it super
I
protected?
think it was. Yeah.
I think it was a
Center
2031
is so much
first.
more of a need than Mikal Bridges. I'm sorry.
But Mikal Bridges, I mean, if Mark
Williams is
Williams,
younger too,
Mark Williams
which is
off an
injury's
injury
crazy.
could go
Yeah.
for a first. I think Mikal would go for a first at the
They were
very
also
least.
at the deadline a little bit more desperate. They just got Luka. They wanted something else.
And it rescinded,
I don't know.
so
if-
it doesn't even count.
Yeah,
Because I
if
don't
they're
think
as
they're
desperate
getting
now.
much back, or at least there's probably one team at the minimum or 2 that are actually interested in getting Cat.
But if you get Cat back, if you trade
Do you
Cat, you're
have
probably
you
getting
know
a
those
star.
teams? Or are you saying there's only a couple
It's
teams
probably
you can think of?
the ones that I can think of is probably like the Suns and the Hornets. But even then, they probably
know.
wouldn't do it
Yeah.
anyway.
No,
The Hornets
So
sound
like,
good.
I don't think there's a team out there that
Suns,
would
maybe.
want to trade for Cat. And then Jalen Brunson is difficult. I don't know if there is a team out there that is needing a guard that already doesn't have an offensive-centric superstar that dominates the ball where they would bring in Brunson.
I'm with
So
you.
that is why I think OG and Mikal, like, they're a team that their role players could fetch out more value than their star players. Like, let me ask you this. The Lakers, you think they would do a 1-for-1 swap Reeves for Brunson right now? Or is that crazy? They wouldn't do it. or they
the
wouldn't.
money
do it.
wouldn't work.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if they could.
We gotta stop with this. If like, it doesn't make sense.
Well, if they could, like just player for player,
No, it doesn't
Reeves
make
and
sense.
Brunson.
I wouldn't.
Would the Lakers 1-for-1 just
they
trade
would rather
Reeves
have-
and get
I
Brunson?
think they would rather have Brunson.
You think they would rather
I
have
think
Brunson?
they'd rather have Brunson. He's just. I think
Is
he's
it
just a
that
better
crazy
player.
to say? But with the way Reeves is playing and improving offensively,
Yeah.
you can argue Reeves has been better offensively this year than Brunson.
I know, but Brunson playing off of Luka, I think is going to be fucking insane.
Reeves without Luka was
He
averaging
was
40.
I know, but his numbers have come down since LeBron and Luka obviously have been back. But Jalen Brunson is the better player. I'm not gonna and
What
then
the
LeBron leaves
fuck
and
are we
figured out.
doing,
I would
bro?
rather. I'm
Is
just
that-
taking the
what
better
are you
player.
trying to say?
I think what is the value for Brunson if you were to trade him? What's the
Well,
value?
you can't use value of a $13 million.
The Timberwolves would be interested. How do you get him though?
For sure. I think the Timberwolves would be
I
interested.
think Houston would be interested.
Houston would be interested.
I think Houston would be interested too.
I'm just looking at teams right now. There's not a lot like in
Not a
the
lot of
East.
teams that need a point
Detroit,
guard.
Boston, Cleveland, all no.
I think Detroit would be extremely interested.
Okay, playing off yeah, maybe.
I think so.
I think that works. I actually think Detroit works.
I also think Brunson, he's going to be 30. So
That's
Thunder,
why.
no.
That's why I think
Spurs, no.
that's why I think the Reeves for Brunson conversation is
so.
interesting because Reeves is
There's a
younger
handful of teams.
and producing
how much younger is Reeves?
3 to 4
Few
years younger.
Yeah, he's like 26 maybe.
26 or 27. He's giving you essentially the same
He's
offensive
27.
production. And while Reeves is not a good defender, he is a better defender than Brunson. Brunson is towards the bottom of the league.
Yeah, tomato,
Reeves is
tomato.
more
Yeah.
towards below average.
Takes
But you
his
get
charges.
more size with Reeves. You
Yeah,
get like 4 to
Brunson's
5
29.
inches.
Yeah, so 2 years older than Reeves.
I thought it was way worse.
I did think
I'm
it was
still-
like
I'm
3
thinking,
plus,
I'm
I'm not
thinking
gonna
about
lie.
that still. Yeah,
I don't think Brunson's just a better player.
he is.
Yeah, so shout out to
I like
Reeves.
Brunson.
He's good with.
Aggressiveness versus top end defenses. I think
Yeah.
him and Luka though, kind of redundant.
Yeah, but so is kind of Reeves and Luka.
Yeah, but that's why
you had that
that's-
in Dallas already.
Yeah.
And they
but I think Brunson
succeeded.
is completely not different, but he's just more.
He's better now. He has more usage.
Yeah.
He's not going to want to go back to just shit.
No,
Corner guy. I don't
But
know.
yeah, like you mentioned though about the moving, essentially the idea in theory you mentioned earlier was moving off from a player a year too early than a year too late.
Mhm.
That is kind of Brunson's value now.
Yeah.
But 2 years from now, I think that the Knicks ride it out with Brunson for the duration of his contract.
I'm
Yeah,
with
but he
you.
also signed that previous contract knowing that in a couple of years I could sign an even bigger contract. So I don't think he wants to put money away. I think he wants his
And
back.
that's where it becomes tricky because if Brunson is on the final year of his deal and there haven't been negotiations or there have been, but the talks haven't been productive to the level of where he's getting the money that he's seeking,
Yeah, if he's
things
31,
can become ugly with the Knicks.
and you
You're not
just
paying
sign him to a
60 mil.
5-year,
You'll probably give him
$300 million
It'll
contract.
probably be like a 3-year, 2+1, but you're not giving him a 4
yeah,
or
if you're
5.
cool with that, then yeah, that's fine.
Like a
but
2+1 for sure.
you
but you're
can't
not
give
giving
him a
5
super
year.
max like that.
I'm essentially preparing for the Knicks to go down this storyline because I feel like that's what's coming next.
Do you
Unless
think it's gonna come at once, like, or do you think?
No,
Okay.
I think that this year they don't play well in the playoffs. I think Mikal or Cat, one of the two is gone.
Yeah.
I don't think they trade both of them in the offseason. I think one of the two is gone. You try to retool
You gotta trade
around
Josh
who
Hart.
you keep. Josh Hart too. I think that's another
You
candidate
gotta
to be
trade
gone.
Josh Hart.
They leave, and then you try to build the roster around Brunson, OG, Cat. You give it another year, and then if that doesn't work,
Yeah.
then I think we start seeing everybody start
What
being.
thing
What
is, you just
about-
need a better version of Mikal though.
Yeah,
like
you
you
know
need a wing who could guard, but who could also
If-
shoot and handle
If
the ball.
Dame
Some.
wasn't in Portland, I would have said Portland for Brunson.
And what would they get back?
I don't know who they would get back, but I just thinking of the team and what that's around. You got a bunch of lengthy wings next to Brunson. That
Yeah.
definitely be a destination. Maybe you
I'm
could try to
thinking
steal
about the
some of their
Mikal or
wings.
Cat teams because that feels more likely for next
I
season.
mean, Cat would be the Cat in hella picks and Giannis.
Yeah, maybe
That'd be that.
could be.
Well, I think Mikal this offseason would have suitors.
He would, but I'm
Maybe like
saying
two.
for the Knicks
I
perspective,
think it's more than two.
for the Knicks perspective,
Three is
you
more
need-
than two.
You need Mikal. You need a better version of Mikal. You know what I mean? Like if you trade away Mikal, you have a
What is
pretty
he-
big
what is
gap
he
at
like-
wing.
What does he do now?
He defends. I think he's still a good defender. I think that people
Right. No, he's solid.
act like
on
he's
defense
not. I think he's still a good defender.
type shit.
I
Is
think
he a
that
3-and-D? Like
he shoots well. Yeah, essentially that's what it is. And then he does things in
to
transition.
go from 5 first to going to 1, it's such a drop off in value.
It's been a couple years.
Oh,
NBA
yeah.
changes quick,
But
man.
the Knicks traded those first in mind that they were going to be
Detroit would
drafting
trade for
late.
him. You get
Detroit, yeah.
Tobias.
So would the Pistons do it?
For
the
who's this,
right
McHale
deal.
or-
You just said
this
yes.
is McHale?
For the right deal,
Yes.
yeah. Like
Yeah,
Tobias
yeah.
Harris, yeah.
Yeah.
Would the Cavaliers do it,
Will they move?
or would they be interested? More so, this is a question
Yeah,
of
I think they'd
interest.
be interested.
No. Interested is easy. People were interested in DeAndre Ayton.
No, not many
But
teams.
we
It was
can't
just the
use-
Lakers.
We can't just use interested.
Who else was interested outside of the Lakers?
I don't remember, but the fact that it was one team means it all.
Okay, so how many teams can we get through
Yeah, like actually suitors
that are
like,
interested in
come on.
Mikal? Like
There we
I
go.
think Cleveland would be interested.
that's two.
Oh my god.
The Atlanta Hawks or
I
the
don't think
Valid?
it wouldn't. I don't think it fits.
They
their
have
timeline.
Alexander Walker at
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
The Toronto Raptors.
I don't think so.
It's this type of move they would make
I don't know.
just to get like a vet who's
They
already
should-
paid. And
for me, they should go
almost
into a
30.
full. Let me not say full rebuild. I don't know.
The Sixers.
Maybe him for QM.
I mean, if
QG?
you're keeping like if you're running back this core, you probably would want to just improve, upgrade the Kelly Oubre spot.
The Magic.
They should definitely be one of those 2-3 teams.
Yeah, match your.
What
yeah,
are they doing with Jonathan Isaac, bro? He does not play anymore.
No, he doesn't.
15 million.
but if you trade, I mean Suggs, like
him,
who comes out?
him and Goga, he don't have. McCann don't got to start.
McHale comes off the bench
I think Mikal's coming.
What?
Wow.
because then you already
Fuck.
you have Suggs, Bain.
He starts for
Paulo
y'all. You have
Franz.
an issue. Like, bro, he could come off the bench.
I
He
think anyone
starts
trades
for
him is
us
gonna
because
start
of
for him.
Huh?
the
Anyone who trades him is going to start for him.
But
most
you know,
likely.
yo, bro, starting is you can play 30 minutes.
we have an issue because he got traded for 5 first. That's the issue. It's not
Okay.
because he's a bad player.
All right. I'm
But
not saying he's a bad player.
If we signed him in free agency, nobody would really be making a big deal out of it. It's the
It's a
5 picks
first.
that are attached to anything he does.
Fair. But I'm saying, like, bro, like, and you already think about Orlando moving Paulo, you gonna have us open the spot
You know,
for him.
I don't think that Magic fits. I'm gonna be honest.
They
The
don't.
Heat. The Heat.
Heat are not gonna do it.
I don't. No, I don't think so.
Okay. The Hornets.
No.
No.
I think they're going star hunting.
Yeah, I don't think they really got a spot.
The Bucks could use anybody. I'm not gonna look at the bottom.
Yeah,
ones. I
yeah,
don't
just
care.
look at like actual top 8
They're
teams.
not trading for him again.
OKC. No.
No.
Nah, he's not the type of shooter.
He's
they need.
yeah, I don't think he moves.
and
the
he
field
would
enough.
not. He would come off the bench.
The Spurs.
That's fine because it's the Thunder. You
The
saw
Sp-
Magic.
That's fair.
The Thunder.
the
come off damn
Spurs. I
bench.
think yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
wouldn't
could-
hate it.
Mhm.
But
I think Mikal on the Spurs is actually beautiful.
they
Yeah.
fake have that already though.
Harrison Barnes,
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm thinking more Keldon.
Keldon.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying like a vet that they already have.
He start
would-
there?
Yes.
Who would he start?
If it's
over?
between Devin Vassell and him, I think Mikal would start just
I
because
don't
of
know.
defense.
Vassell's been pretty good for them.
He has been. He
Like,
has
I-
been.
That's what I'm saying. Like coming off the bench is in the back.
But I still think Spurs and like if you're a top 2 seed,
Oh,
you could
get
do
the
that.
fuck out-
You said the Magic. They're like
Bro, I
500
was
in the
trolling by the
East.
Magic.
The Lakers.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. The Lakers can mention anybody.
I mean, the Nuggets.
Literally.
The Nuggets have Cam Johnson starting at 3, but Mikal's better than him. No.
I don't think they'd be interested though.
No,
They'll probably be paying Watson back. Like,
Timberwolves.
maybe.
In a move where you move maybe Jaden to the 4, Mikal plays a 3.
Then you move in
And-
Randall.
Randall maybe gets moved. It's like a 3-team deal, something like that.
I don't know if that does anything. They need a point guard, man.
Yeah, no.
The Clippers.
I don't hate it.
So I don't know. It'd be weird.
They're so weird.
They're-
They're
it
looking for
feels
more
like-
athletes.
Yeah, and I feel like they're trying to get younger.
Yeah.
I think most of the teams that
And he
makes
wouldn't start.
on where
Mathurin start next year. He wouldn't start.
They're trying to
I'm
get
dead
younger,
serious.
acquire
He wouldn't
picks,
start.
not give away picks. For
I know you're gonna
Mikal.
hate it. He's not gonna start.
I mean, I like that Matherin's starting,
I'm just like,
but I mean, I don't know.
So
Like,
Darius Garland.
if you have Mikal Bridges there, I don't think that Matherin starts.
Huh?
If they had Mikal Bridges there, I don't think Matherin starts.
I'd be upset.
I think it's Garland, Mikal, Kawhi,
I'd be upset.
and then Matherin as a 6-man.
Oh my god, at this point, fuck. Can we have some starting minutes for our young player? You know what I'm saying? Like,
He's been a young player on the Pacers. He's always come off the bench.
come
That's
up with
true.
right now. Like, damn.
That just might be
he's
his
a key
role.
part of their future now.
Yeah.
They're about to pay him.
He's
Yeah.
a priority. So yeah, you're right. But
Maybe Kawhi at the 4.
I think the wings are the most valuable players for the Knicks right now.
Yeah.
Like Mikal and OG, with OG holding the most value. I think if any asset on the team currently, that's what can get you the most. I
Okay.
think is OG right now.
2 unprotected.
I think for OG, he's probably 3,
He's at
3
4.
unprotected.
2 or 3.
He's at 40 mil.
Yeah,
He has a hefty
but
contract
he's.
too.
I mean, he still would be wanted by almost every team we named and more.
We just be throwing money around. That's the problem.
OG Anunoby's still lockdown
It's
defender.
just the cap
still
is
shoot.
raising. That's what it.
Yeah,
that's what it
the
is.
fucking
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
$40 million for a nigga that can't dribble.
He has a role, and he does his role well.
He's with me on this. This nigga be getting away with murder sometimes.
Yeah,
on
oh, yeah,
offense,
yeah.
You know?
That was like
complete
Dort
murder.
on defense, bro. If
What-
you have the
So if they lose, right? Just one more question. If they Knicks go ECF, losing game 7.
The
You're okay.
conference finals.
Conference finals.
who they lose to?
Doesn't matter. Game 7.
This
So whoever got there, obviously.
who they lose to?
You want me to make a nasty Philly?
Oh God! If it's Philly, it's over.
I mean, Philly got there. They must
I
have
have
beat.
a scenario
you know what I'm
for
saying?
each round. I
Okay.
think if they lose in the conference finals, there might not be that much change.
Okay.
I think
Does
you
it
can.
depend how they lose?
Yeah,
100%.
I think you can get away with running it back.
Okay.
If they lose in the second round, I think one player gets traded. If they lose in the first round, I think 2 players. get
And
traded.
Mike gets fired.
I think if they lose in the first round, Mike is getting fired.
Okay.
Second
And
round,
2
he saves
players
his
probably
job.
get
In the
traded.
finals, you're just running it back. We cool.
Conference finals, yes.
No,
I
I'm
think
talking
that.
about
NBA finals.
Oh, NBA finals,
They're-
everybody
they're
comes
building a
back.
statue.
Everybody
That
comes
means
back.
Josh Hart's staying.
Oh yeah, Josh Hart's locked in. He might
Yeah.
get his number
Oh
retired.
my god, that's crazy.
But we'll see what this team is made out of. And with that, next part of the show, Drew is here. We'll have Drew on the show, and we'll talk about some NFL teams and where they belong in the tier listing. Okay, we're back. Drew is here. We're going to do NFL team tiers. Mr. Joel Dells will be the one to announce what each tier means.
Okay.
On the site, it is S, A, B, C, D, F. But so we're not here for 3 hours with semantics. We've kind of been specific with what each tier means.
We did go back and forth a little bit because this show can get semantical, if that's a word.
If it's not, we should hit up Webster.
Semantical, you know, depending on, you have to be very specific with how you word things on the show. So
100%.
Joel and I, we wanted to make sure that there was no wiggle room, no gray area.
Yeah, we left
What
it in
we
your
say
hands.
is what we say. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, because one of the distinctions was in S tier, Dells was going to name it Super Bowl or bust.
Mhm.
And I was like, well,
You know how
Drew
is.
might put like 16 teams
yeah,
in that
14
tier.
teams.
Nah, Drew might put
Honestly,
like 2.
maybe 30, 32.
Hey, the season is now over.
Super Bowl or bust.
The season is now over. This is the off season. We're allowed to view these teams fairly.
The Browns don't win a Super Bowl, man. What was the season for? What was the season for?
No,
You tell
their
me.
goal is to get a number 1 pick. If they don't get that.
However, the word choice of the category was poor because I watched the Commanders go from the 2nd overall pick to the NFC Championship, baby. Anything can happen.
Anything
It's
can
the
happen.
NFL.
Anything could happen.
And you're for damn sure that all 32 teams in the NFL right now, they want that Lombardi.
They won
next
Super
year.
Bowl, man.
And it's either they're winning the Lombardi
Or it's a failure.
or it's a failed season.
Couldn't
That's
agree
it.
more.
Complete,
it.
utter
Couldn't agree more.
So
failure.
could have been 32 teams in S tier, but no. So what are the names of each category?
So S tier, instead of Super Bowl or bust, we have Super Bowl favorites. So,
Okay.
so teams we're looking at that can go to
Wow,
Super Bowl.
so different.
A tier is deep playoff run.
Oh my
So a
god,
team-
this is so new.
Multiple playoff wins, at least one multiple playoff
So
wins.
creative.
Yeah.
Team 3 is just a playoff team. Team that we think should get there.
A
That's
B.
B tier.
A
B
B.
tier.
A playoff
Yes,
team.
a playoff team.
Super. I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
C tier is wild card upside. So if everything goes right for them, they could be in the
I like-
playoff.
This is
hunt.
the most interesting one.
Okay. D tier can be fun. You know what I mean? Like,
like
they're
this.
probably not going to be good,
D.
but they can be fun.
But a D is
A D is
can
not
be
fun.
fun.
We don't think about it as D. That's just a can be fun tier.
Okay.
I feel like
can
wild
be,
card.
here's
I
the
feel
thing:
like wild
a
card
can
is-
be fun team. I like automatically think positively, and then you tell me they're a D.
But in reality, in the NFL, we see it every year. You know, there's someone goes worst to first.
Like the
multiple
Lions,
positions
right?
get moved
Years ago
in the
ago.
playoffs.
They were fun.
the best worst team.
The
Yes,
Li- yeah, the
best
Lions
worst
were a
team.
fun
They
team.
can be fun.
But they were D tier. They weren't like a
Like
C
the-
tier.
All right, you know what? I'm with you. Keep
And then
going.
F tier is just ass.
Dog shit.
Just
Yes.
ass.
I
Okay.
love that. It's just ass.
Just ass.
Like
So
dog
we're
shit.
going to
Let's with that
start
one. That was
in
so easy.
order and how these teams are displayed on the site.
Okay.
And it is in
This is on
alphabetical order.
pickasidepodcast.com.
Yes.
Okay.
Which
Beta.
is not out there. It's beta yet. So right now we're testing it out.
Maybe we should see if the Patreon members could get some access there.
Oh,
Yo,
smart
something
idea,
about
Dallas.
you, bro. That brain, when
Some days it
when
works.
it wants to,
Okay.
it is a
10 times a
unbelievably
year.
beautiful
that. I'll
asset to
take
He's
that.
always
society.
thinking about making money, man.
Yeah.
He's a money maker.
Yeah.
Join the Patreon, man. Get 2 extra episodes a month.
He's cooking. We're dropping an episode tomorrow.
First
Yeehaw.
team, the Arizona Cardinals.
Could be fun.
They're ass.
They might
Nah,
be ass.
I can't say that.
They're
Could be fun.
ass. The only thing fun
What's fun
about
about
them
them?
is
Marvin
their
Harrison
receiving
Jr.,
core and
Trey McBride,
Trey
the top
McBride.
4 pick
Yes.
that they're bringing in.
But weren't they fun
Will
this past year?
Johnson.
You're
No.
cooking.
They were
They
bad.
could be fun back-to-back years.
They could be.
There
Will
was
Johnson. Like, this is.
there was a time during the season where they were fun. Jacoby, whoa, what are you doing every single fantasy week?
All right,
A top
Jacoby's
7
fun. They could be
finish.
fun again.
So, this
Getting-
team's ass.
Getting
Who's their
LaFleur,
quarterback
getting
right now?
LaFleur in is interesting.
Fair,
to me.
fair.
Bringing in LaFleur, seeing
their
what he can
quarterback
do
right
as a
now?
play caller.
Jacoby.
Minshew.
A lot of shit can't be fun again.
because they finished the season ass.
Fair.
It's just last season, Jacoby was throwing the ball 40 plus times
Why
a
can't
game.
they do it again?
I just
They-
don't think they're going to.
They
Like they're going
shouldn't.
to be losing, to be fair, but he was just throwing at such a crazy rate.
Yeah.
That's what made it fun because Michael Wilson was going crazy. McBride.
I'm excited. They're making the playoffs.
I think they might be ass. They're
Yo,
shooting for the number one.
You're
pick.
done, bro.
We see the contracts they
How
gave
am I
out.
done?
They
How you
announced
gonna-
Jacoby.
You gonna dick ride
think
Arizona
yes.
now that K1's gone?
I've been Dick Ron in AZ.
No, bro, but now you're doing it.
I said they was going to win the
but
division like
that's-
2 years ago.
yeah,
I
But
was-
now
I
and
was
now you're
wrong.
doing it and
The
K1's
opposite
gone.
way.
Now you're losing
Nah, I'm
me.
playing.
Okay.
Oh, now
Ass.
this.
Okay, so they're in the F tier. The Arizona Cardinals in the F tier.
It's unfortunate.
They are ASSS. Falcons, next team.
Could be fun.
No.
We're gonna say wild card upset. Really?
C is wild card upside, and then
Yeah.
D is could be fun.
What's
They're
what's
wild card
B?
upside because of
What's
the division.
what's B?
No,
Playoff
we gotta
team?
put the whole
Playoff
division
team.
in there.
I know.
No, we're not doing that.
The
That's
three
a
other
good
teams
call.
I feel good about.
Whoa.
Decent about.
We don't
Because
feel
of the
good
division,
about.
not because
Yeah,
like
yeah,
yeah,
We don't
come
feel
on.
good about the Falcons.
Could be fun.
Why don't we feel good about the
Because their
Falcons?
quarterback.
Because it's Tua.
Jesus
Their
Christ!
quarterback is not good.
They had Michael
But it could be
Penix
fun.
and coming off being benched in
Yeah.
the worst year of his career.
Tua
Kirk
just
Cousins,
had the worst year of his career.
and they were a game away. Tua did
From
just
what,
have the
making
worst year of
playoffs?
his career.
They
Yes.
went down to the wire with the here we go.
Don't you
Carolina
disrespect them.
Panthers
They're a
and
good
Tampa Bay
team.
Buccaneers.
They're an average team.
Come on.
Because of the division, it feels like they have to be in C. But to me, they feel more like a D team.
yeah, it could
I
be
just
fun.
I don't see really any upside with them. But with the division, they have a safe.
But
floor.
isn't it called
Question.
wild card
wild
upside?
card upside?
upside? Like come on.
so
Easily.
upside to being a wild card. I think.
But like
that's
they're only in the wild card because somebody, unfortunately, in NFL, somebody has to.
You
win
know what's
the division.
amazing about
Well,
this
what is-
division? Here's the amazing thing about this division, Joel. Straight up, this
Anyone can win
division,
it.
Anyone
they
can
could be a B
So
tier.
if that's the case, put
They
all
can
the
be a
teams
B
in it.
tier.
Yeah, what is their floor though? Like 7 wins?
And that's
7
like,
wins.
Come on.
Are you
Yeah.
turning the page on
Their
Atlanta?
upside's like
You're
9
moving
wins.
me.
I think it is wild card upside.
Yeah,
That's my
baby.
pick.
It's just a division.
Bro,
Hold on. Is
They could
this
be a
with?
wild
Is
card
this
seven
with?
wins. Yeah, but you know what?
Riv, is this with or without James Pierce? Do I get James Pierce for a full 17 next year?
You have two
This
of 17.
this is a B or this might be a
That's
B
17.
tier.
2 of 16, 17 games. Maybe
He's
14.
got to win the job first.
We're not gonna pretend
I
like Tua
believe
hasn't.
he's going to win the job.
Tua has won. Excuse me. Tua has made the playoffs as a starting quarterback in this
You
league,
guys want to put him.
and now he's in a division without Josh
my
Allen.
only caveat is if this team goes into D, right? It's D or is
No,
it C?
we're not putting him in D.
No, so C is the wild card
Okay,
one.
or B,
If this
maybe.
team goes into C, every single team in this division goes into C.
Like, no, it's every team in this division can be B because potentially they could be playoff teams.
I mean, if we want to get super
right.
technical, but I'm viewing them as a wild card team that I think in round 1 will definitely be.
Well, they'll
on
have
the ropes.
they'll have a bye game.
No,
Nah,
they're
it's
not,
how
gonna
you
have
like
a,
that.
they're not gonna have a bye. They'll have home field
They'll have a home
advantage.
game. Yeah, they'll have a home game in the first round.
Yeah,
Carolina almost upset
So
the
a
Rams
home
off
game
that shit.
is essentially what Drew's saying.
That's what I'm
a
saying.
playoff team.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
I know I'm not getting too I look at them as like a wild card.
Haha,
team.
we still weasel our way
Just
around
like- just like
semantics.
the Panthers.
Pick a side podcast.
Just
is
like
not
the
getting
Panthers
semantic
last
here.
year, I'm viewing them as a
They
wild
were-
card
they
team,
were could
even
be
though
fun
they were a
team
playoff
last year.
team. You know what I mean? But
They
I'm
were
saying
a could be fun team.
They won the division.
Wait,
but
no,
we
I
look
don't
at them as
know.
like
I
wild
think
card.
last year the Falcons were favored to win their division.
No, I'm saying the Panthers were a could
He's
be
saying
fun
that
team
the way-
last year. Yeah.
True.
Good cook.
Tampa was the wild card, and of course Atlanta coming in was the wild card, but Carolina was a could be fun team.
So we have Atlanta at C.
Yeah.
Which is
Boo.
wild card upside.
Wild card upside.
Next
You
team,
know I'm right.
the Baltimore Ravens.
Hey,
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm sorry. I know that the roster is depleted, and I'm not the most optimistic about this offensive line. Is this wrong of me to say you have Lamar Jackson, Super Bowl or bust?
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like that's why the old tier Super Bowl or bust felt more realistic than Super Bowl favorites.
Yeah.
But when I look in the AFC, it's like who's definitely no matter a doubt over them? Buffalo? Buffalo's a better roster.
And the
I think.
Broncos.
The Broncos, okay, you could say
Well,
that.
the S tier is now Super Bowl favorites.
They're not
Correct.
They're
And
not
I
S tier.
apologize for
They're
that.
not us too.
Can
Hey,
how many S tier teams can we have?
we
Should
don't have
start
a
with
lot.
that?
Can I be
I genuinely believe we have like 2.
okay? We can also be transparent about this Ravens team. Yes, I think that their defense will be a lot better from last year because Jesse Minter coming in, Nomad Max actually. So let me
Trey Hendrickson.
retract. You get Trey Hendrickson, Kyle Hamilton fully healthy, God willing, Roquan Smith. You have a star at every level. I think this defense can be really good. The offense is very reliant on the health of Lamar Jackson. And I think that we didn't see that version of Lamar last season, unfortunately, coming off that hamstring injury. And it left us wondering, when were the Ravens going to turn it up? And they ended up losing their division. Do I think that they are a Super Bowl favorite? I don't. What's the A tier? I apologize.
The A tier is a contender. Playoff team.
I think they're
okay. I think that all right, if we're going strictly off their upside, what their upside to me, they can make a deep playoff run. Who do I think they are right now where we stand? This is a playoff team.
I think right now they're an A. Their upside comes from the coaching. I think Jesse Minter, what he was able to do when he was with Los Angeles, that was one of the worst defenses in football in the last couple of years of Brandon Staley.
You're not wrong.
First year he comes there, they're a top 10 unit, and they do that back-to-back years. You're bringing in new OC Declan Doyle, who was coaching under Ben Johnson. Even though I thought the offense was great when Lamar Jackson was healthy, it's just going to be a bit of a different style. With that being said, you still have questions about the offensive line. Mark Andrews is a year older. Derrick Henry's a year older. You still haven't figured out wide receiver 2, 3, or 4. And Zay Flowers and a lot of guys I don't trust. And defensively, I think Jesse Minter is overall going to bring this unit up. But I still think there's holes on this defense that can be addressed because they didn't, trade away all their first-round picks now. But right now they feel like an A. The upside is an S. If Minter hits like I'm expecting him to, if Doyle hits like I'm expecting him to, they're going to be coached. I think they're going to be such an upgrade at the coaching staff than what they've had really since Mike McDonald.
And that's an excellent point. I mean, Jesse Minter's an elite defensive coach, and that has clearly been the problem for the Ravens in the playoffs. The defense hasn't lived up to expectations.
You think year one comes in, this is a top 5 defense?
That's what he did with the Chargers.
I mean, it's not crazy because they do have the superstar talent.
Yeah. I mean, this defense has more talent than that Chargers team did.
I don't disagree. But I also think that credit to Minter for sure, but I also want to say credit to the front office. They really did a good job of hitting the deep dive, but they also benefited from Harbaugh coming in straight from college and just knowing the game so well. It benefited them on the draft and showed in their defense too.
The Ravens are in A.
Okay.
The next team, the Buffalo Bills, which this very much feels like the same tier, A or S.
Are
they Super Bowl favorites in the AFC?
I think, in my opinion, I don't think there's nobody in the AFC where it's going to be a clear outright Super Bowl contender. So I think all of them should be an A, personally.
So there's no favorite in the AFC right now.
I feel like the Ravens, you can make an argument just as much as you can make an argument for the Buffalo Bills. And I think if you feel like, if you feel like you want to make an argument with Mahomes coming back in the Chiefs in the draft and all that, cool. I think they're an A to me. I think there's nothing that they've done. Like, getting DJ Moore was cool. But I think there's nothing that they've done to show you that they're the outright favorites in the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a team that we know can do it. We know has the quarterback that can do it. But this is going to be the same team walking in. I think this is an A for me.
You don't know if the defense is going to be better or worse next year.
You never know.
You could probably bank on a little bit worse, not as good, and they were pretty average last year.
Yeah.
They bring over Jim Leonard, though, which is exciting.
Yeah, I don't know if this is an S-tier team. The Bills feel like more an A-tier team that's getting propped up by the quarterback they have.
Yeah, but I also have kind of convinced myself that this DJ Moore trade's going to be fucking electric. Like, I'm really all in on DJ Moore and Josh. It never has. The 5 turnovers.
400 yards.
They moved the ball.
They did, but the turnovers were really bad.
No, Josh was the problem.
But yeah, DJ Moore doesn't change the turnovers, I don't think.
No, but I also am not going to blame the defense for the loss against the Broncos. I think that Bo Nix was just fucking nails in the biggest drive of the game. However, DJ Moore being a wide receiver 1, a legit wide receiver 1 for Josh Allen, he hasn't had that in a couple years, and this is a guy who won an MVP without having a wide receiver 1. You have James Cook, who is an elite running back in this game. You have an elite offensive line. I'm being real. This is one of those teams that I put in the small group of AFC teams that should be Super Bowl favorites. Now, question, Super Bowl favorites to win the whole thing or to go?
It's to win it.
I think right now, S tier, we kind of have to use the context within the conference.
Because this is NFL or we're going conference?
I think conference, we have to have that standard set within the conference first. Are the Bills the best team in their conference?
I'm thinking deep playoff run is you can make the Super Bowl.
You know what? I like where your head's at.
Yes.
I'm on A.
And the Super Bowl,
I'm on A.
You can win.
Because I don't think that they're
Does that mean there's no AFC teams that Super Bowl favorites?
See, but here's the thing.
I think the NFC has that right now.
There might be.
There is. And why are we disrespecting us?
I'm sorry. We keep forgetting. And we apologize. Genuinely.
The Buffalo Bills are in A tier. Next team up, the Carolina Panthers.
Will be fun.
B team.
I think they're wild card upside.
Why aren't they B though? Jalen Phillips, you add to a team that was already, yes, fringe playoff. But I think that they can be the best team in their division.
How many games do you think they can win this year?
I think the best case scenario, absolutely best, 11.
Yeah, that's everything.
Like everything.
I said best case.
So can I get a realistic?
I think their floor, realistically, wins-wise, though, is
To me, they're
9,
like
8.
Floor is 9.
I think that this is a pretty
lot.
sound team. Their secondary is really great. You needed a pass rusher. You brought in Jalen Phillips, albeit you think you overpaid. You got a guy that can make a difference in a game to game. And then the offense, I think that we can still add some weapons to it. But Jalen Coker getting healthy second half, Bryce Young has a good connection with him. And Tet was just rookie of the year.
I think my issue with the Panthers is that I still don't know how good Bryce Young is.
Week-to-week quarterback.
I don't
Definitely
know
week-to-week
how
quarterback.
good he is.
This is going to be the new Tua.
They added to the defense Jalen Phillips, Devin Lloyd. Those were amazing defensive additions, and I think the defense
Devin Lloyd turns me
will.
on.
The defense
that
will
was
improve.
One of the best value signings of the
I think the
offseason.
Panthers' floor is 7 wins, much like Atlanta. I think their floor is 7, but the
They have the highest
ceiling,
ceiling of the
it feels
division.
like it's 9, 10. I don't
I
think
would say the
their
ceiling is 11.
ceiling.
Think about how great
Is
they
an
played
11-win team.
against
I don't
great
see it.
comp.
Not saying the ceiling.
Yeah,
I think
they
the
still
highest
only
ceiling
won
is
9
11.
games. 9 games.
No, they won. They
Eight.
They
If
went
you're
up
telling me
500.
the Panthers' ceiling is 11 wins, because now you got to understand they have
Nobody in that division.
they have a
500.
first place schedule.
I think you're right.
thought the
Nobody in that
Panthers won 9
division.
games.
Bro, I
Motherfuckers
do think
ass
you're right.
last year, bro. She came down to the wire.
Yeah, it
as
was
hell.
8 and 9. They were 8 and 9 last year.
No way.
Their floor is 7.
It comes down to I don't think Bryce Young's ever going to be that guy.
I think
but
playoff team is
with
proud.
this team and with this division, he doesn't have to be that guy.
8 and 9
He just
so.
has to have maybe 3 or 4 games a year where he goes on game-winning drives. But other than that, you're relying on the defense to play at a top 10 level. You're expecting another step from Tet, which I think is going to be there. I think the biggest concern for me right now is the run game. It fell off from the year prior. Chuba wasn't the same guy. They're expecting to get Jonathan Brooks back because Rico moved on to the Steelers, so they're missing a big piece of their offense. But you're not convincing me that this team is anything more than like wild card upside. I think all 4 teams in the NFC, and I have a favorite. The Panthers, I don't know if are my
I mean,
This
with
isn't
the
a playoff
Falcons-
team though.
I think the Panthers can be a playoff team, but I think the Falcons can be that.
He has the Saints winning division.
The Bucks can be that.
Oh,
The
no,
Saints can be that.
I can respect that, but I think that if you think that they can win anywhere from 9, let's say 9 to 10, 11 games, 9 to 11 games, that's a playoff team. No,
I think they're 7 to 10 like Atlanta.
They should be where Atlanta is. So what?
Atlanta right now is
think
wild
they're
card
better.
upside.
So let's put
That's
them
where
there.
I got them.
I think Carolina, how high you are on Carolina is how high you are on Bryce Young.
Yeah.
If Bryce Young is a really damn good quarterback and plays like that for the entirety of the season, they should win the division.
Agreed.
'Cause
Handily,
They have
Right-
the best defense.
Right now, shouldn't he be the best
In what?
quarterback
The
in the division?
It's not hard.
Well, Baker is the
I don't
best
know.
right now.
But the Baker
No?
gets banged
I don't
up week 6, week 7. You don't know
am I
how that's
forgetting?
going to play out.
Falcons.
Maybe. I don't know.
With James Pierce,
Falcons have the-
for sure, bro.
They have the best pass rush.
Are
The-
you
the-
100% confident in telling me that next season we will view Bryce Young as better than Tyler Shuck?
No.
Yes,
100% confident? No.
Probably like 77.
bro. What the fuck?
I just don't think Bryce Young's a very high bar to clear.
Did you see his
Tyler
playoff game
Shuck.
versus the Rams?
He was great in that playoff game. I've watched Bryce
I'll
Young
give
for
it
years.
77.
Who played better
77.
against the Rams, Caleb or Bryce?
Bryce.
Bryce played better. Probably had arguably.
Sam got it.
Okay.
Sam got it.
Who you
I
taking?
won't
You
argue.
taking Bryce or Caleb?
You know
Keep
who you
pushing.
taking.
The
You know who
individual
you taking.
game, like it moves you, it doesn't
You
move
can
me.
whisper who you taking.
Because
No,
outside
no,
of Baker,
Chicago
Baker, I
over
feel
here.
like he's proven enough to be the best quarterback in the division. But
But at the end,
I could very
Shuck
well
could still
see-
be the best quarterback in the division next year.
I could see that from Shuck.
I could see that
him
from
doing
Bryce Young.
You can make the argument. Listen, all these quarterbacks.
If you can
are like
see it from
15
Shuck,
to
you can see it
23.
from Bryce Young, and
Kirk Cousins, man. It's division
All
A
right,
shit,
you're going
man.
crazy. I could
Like,
also see it
come
from
on.
I
Tua.
can't see it from Tua.
I knew it.
Can't see it from
However,
I can see it from Tua.
I see
It's
I
not
see the
hard,
vision.
bro.
Can-
If the bar,
he led
it's
the
not hard.
league in
No,
yards.
I can see it. Like, if you
yards.
tell me the bar, with
passing
all
him.
due respect, if the bar is Tyler Shook, Bryce Young, Bryce, I don't even mean this in no disrespect. I can see Tua clearing that bar. I can.
He could clear Bryce.
He has
Young bar.
the most. He's probably the best out of those 3. Has probably the best season out of all those 3, easily, comfortably. He's probably the most. He is the most experienced. He's been better than all of them. Led the league in yards.
He's in a
got
better
back in that.
situation too. With
100%. Like it's not out of the realm of
turning me on.
possibility.
Can't
Yeah.
wait.
And then Tampa.
My jersey's in transit.
You copped?
Not yet.
And this is all dependent on how Baker manages the season. If he breaks down, then obviously. But if he's on go, none of these quarterbacks.
Now he's doing it obviously without Baker, without Mike Evans. It's gonna be his first year without him. You're relying on Puka, who fell apart, and Godwin, who's injury prone. So yeah, I mean, I think Tyler Shuck could be the best quarterback in this division.
Is this your guys' offseason hot take? We're just having fun vibes.
Well,
I like Shuck too. I want to say that I like him.
I think the Saints have.
If I had to put my money on any quarterback,
because I remember you twerking for
Spencer
Rattler.
Oh, I love Rattler.
Get him to the
And then he
Jets.
flipped him.
Yeah, Rattler.
And then Shuck took his job, and you were like, "No, bro, Rattler, he's better."
Then he was in on Shuck.
And you're like, "Wait a minute,
Shuck is good.
Shuck is
I'm
good."
still gonna give the money.
Shuck just gives me
Even
more
if you look at it though,
physically
Rattler and
embrace.
Shuck, the numbers were very
I see.
similar.
I knew I'd get this
But
out of him.
Shuck, fourth quarter performances, gotta
his
have
pressure.
it, putting his balls on the table. He did
That
that.
shit matters.
Shuck did that. Against
Steph
weird
versus Harden.
competition, I thought Rattler definitely got the short end of the stick, and Rattler will be a successful
I'm
quarterback.
surprised no
somewhere.
one's trained for him.
When?
Steelers, Jets.
I don't know.
All
Like
these
when?
QB
It
needy
took Geno 8
teams.
years. So.
He's
Good
interesting.
point. He's with your Jets.
It could take Rattler longer. This next team is the Bears. Now, I think it's torn between A and B. Playoff team and can win multiple playoff games.
They showed us
They already
that
won
they
multiple
can
playoff
be
games.
a deep playoff team.
Their
And
defense, I'm still.
in
shaky
theory,
about.
should this team be better this year than last? In theory, you should say
Get in the
yes.
first place schedule.
That matters, but I also think you're anticipating Caleb to be a much better version of a much more polished version of
think-
himself.
Yeah, I'm with that part. I think the offense should get better. I'm more worried about what is that defense going to give you on the week-to-week basis. That's where I'm at with it. I think that's the thing that's holding me back from putting them A. I think they're comfortably B. It's the question of
Easy.
how high can they get to A.
I'm wondering what their fourth quarter regression is going to be.
Yep.
They won a lot of one-score games.
Sometimes you just
And
got it.
obviously led the league in turnovers. They're a B team to me. I think we're gonna think of them, and a lot of people are. If you say this out loud, it feels like it's a regression. More than anything, last year they were just ahead of schedule. They won all the one-score games. They had the turnover margin. They did stuff
They
that
were the
we've seen
Washington
teams in the
Commanders.
past. The Chiefs a couple years ago, obviously go to the Super Bowl. You had the Giants a few years back, right when they had a bunch of one-score wins. Minnesota that season. So you see these years where teams overproduce or outwin what they're projected to just because some variance goes their way. But if Caleb does take that extra step and he becomes an accurate quarterback like I think we all expect him to, that goes out the window. Because if he's, instead of completing less than 60% of his passes, you're telling me he takes that leap where he's completing 65% of those passes while giving you all of these ridiculous highlight plays. Now we're talking about, a top 2, top 3 quarterback in the conference. And all of a sudden, okay, they could go and make that run. But unfortunately, he just never had that consistency last year, so he has to show it.
If I say that, if I say exactly what you just said, you're a hater, bro. But you cooked. No, I couldn't agree more with you. If he takes that step forward, we're talking about a game changer. We know that. And again, you saw his big time plays show up in the biggest moments, and it led to them playing winning football, and it led to them having game-winning moments. So that's one thing you can't take away from him. The guy is ice cold in those situations, and that's always great to fall back on, but it's a matter of fine-tuning the little parts of your game. And I think that in due part, the wide receivers could do a better job of holding on to the ball. He does throw the ball with a lot of zip too, so maybe something just working on his touch to not everything needs to be a rifle. I think that Bo Nix also has that issue too, where he just throws the ball way too hard. I think Trevor Lawrence also has that issue too. Like, these are guys that have really strong arms that just need to fine-tune the touch on their ball. And again, I think that can happen because Caleb's shown you nothing to doubt that he can get better year to year, because we questioned his pocket presence after year one when the offensive line was objectively terrible. But on top of it, I think that his pocket presence wasn't that good either. Year two, we're talking about one of the absolute best in the pocket, hands down, one of the best at avoiding sacks, one of the best playmakers in the game. Now it's just a matter of let's just be a little bit more accurate with it. And I again, he showed me nothing to doubt it. I do believe that the Bears should be respected in the A tier, but I also don't think you guys are too far off where we are right now, because a lot of that is projecting that Caleb's just going to be a much better version of himself. And where we stand right now, Dales, I agree with you. This is just a quarterback who was really a strong quarterback with insane moments.
Mm-hmm.
The next team is the Cincinnati Bengals. This feels like wild card upside C.
I'm nuts to say this is a can be fun team.
A D tier team?
I'd be closer to D than B, but I think they're a C because if Joe
I'm with
Burrow's
you, bro.
healthy, they
I don't
could
know
win
what-
9.
This is a can be fun team. Like,
I'm with
yo,
you. I'm with
Joe
you.
Burrow, 500 yards. Oh my God, he's about to break the record for most passing
And
yards
they
in a
lose.
game, and it's a 70-65 loss.
But that would mean that you think the Bengals got no chance of being a wild card.
No. I don't want to
No, that's
disrespect
not
them. I don't want to
fair.
disrespect them.
We
I
didn't
think wild card upside is the name of the.
I
tier.
know, but I feel like again, you're
I think
fucking
they
with the
could be a
can be
wild card.
fun.
I mean,
the
it could be fun. It can also make the wild card.
But in this
you know
world,
what you fucked
it's
up?
It's not a wild
Here's
card.
and
team.
here's the
Can be fun
reality.
is definitely
you fucked
worse
up
than
by
wild
putting
card
the
upside.
coolest
Yeah.
name at D. The coolest tier is D.
No, I think the Bengals, when Burrow a couple seasons ago, when he was healthy, I know they started off terribly, but they ended up winning 9 games that
Yeah,
season.
it's true.
And then obviously the years prior when he was healthy, they were actually going on
And they
playoff
started out
runs.
well this past year, and he got hurt.
Yeah, so as long as Burrow's healthy, which is obviously an if, I'm playing this game as if Burrow will be healthy. Because
Defense should be better.
it can't be
It
much
should-
worse.
it should be better.
We can't play this game off of things we know don't happen.
Oof.
Unfortunate truth.
Burrow's
Fuck.
healthy every other year. This is the
Yeah,
other
when's
year.
When's the last time they made the playoffs?
20,
He was just hurt.
21?
Wasn't
He
he,
was
hurt
hurt
2
back
years
to
in a
back
row?
years.
It might have been 2022.
He was hurt
Well,
2
he
years
was
in a
hurt
row.
back to back years.
Was he hurt 2 years
Yeah,
in a
he
row?
was.
2023, he got hurt.
Oh.
2024,
Was he?
Oh wait,
In
no.
2020,
healthy.
no,
I thought he was
25,
healthy. I thought
they
he was
just
good.
didn't
They were
make
just
the
Yo,
bad.
straight up,
this past year he got hurt.
They were gaga,
Yeah.
and Joe Burrow was gaga.
No, yeah, we're not
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
that. We're not doing
Because
that.
Jamar Chase won the Triple Crown.
We're not doing
Yeah,
that. We're not
yeah,
doing
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
If he's healthy, we just assume
You can't do that. You're cooking.
We're not doing that.
It's really a matter of
It's every
how much
other
better
year.
does the defense get. It
Well,
isn't.
no, because
you're
the
right.
year he was healthy, they didn't make the playoffs.
I know, but they won 9 games. That's wild card upside. You know what I mean? Like,
How?
It's a reach.
They
It's
were
a
a
reach, but he's
game
right.
That could be
No,
fun.
quite literally.
That's actually literally could be
they were
fun
a
as
game
hell.
away from the playoffs.
the Broncos had to lose.
That's literally could be fun.
No.
He's.
Yeah,
I don't.
No, Joel, am I bugging?
I think you are.
I'm.
How?
I think
here's
if
the
you're a
thing.
game away from, if you're win
If you
5
don't
or 6
make
games,
it,
you could be
you're-
fun. You don't
could
have wild
be
card
fun.
upside.
Like
I
a
think
fun-ass
I think a
team.
9-win team is definitely
Yes.
wild card upside. You're above 500.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm like 60-40 Dells right now. Unfortunately, do I see where your head's at? I do.
So if you're this close to the playoffs,
Wild card upside.
I
That's
think
not-
there
Could
That's why
be
you're.
fun?
That's why you're not a playoff team.
there needs to be a tier
He's
between
right.
ass and wild card upside.
He's right.
There needs to be a tier.
He's right. He's right. I do think they're wild card upside though. They're right.
what was Detroit that year?
The year that they were ass.
And then they played great to the end.
No.
They were ass,
That
then
was
they became
so they
fun.
were ass one season.
Yeah.
Ass.
No, I'm talking about the year when they became
Okay,
fun
I'm
to them
with
when
you.
they were
That
close.
was a fringe playoff team.
So yeah, I would say
Wild
that's
card
wild
team.
card upset.
Yes, I would say that.
Well, the thing is, they just turned on the second half
So
of the season.
wild
Yeah, and it's different because the Lions that year started out like 1-7.
They were
So
dog
wild
shit.
card upset is teams that could
Upside,
make it
upside.
but don't get it.
Wild card upside.
They could.
Wild card
Oh, no,
upside.
well,
They
we're
could get it
projecting.
still.
We're projecting for the upcoming season. So these are teams that we think could maybe.
They'll
make the
be in the
playoffs.
mix.
Okay, so
They'll
they-
be in the
so
mix for the
this is
wild
in the
card.
mix.
Yes,
In the mix for the
mix.
wild
So
card.
could be fun is 4 or 5 win teams.
That's what I'm wondering too.
No, I'm
This
thinking
is
like,
where I'm-
I'm
this
thinking
could-
like
could
7
be-
wins
could-
or less.
7 wins could be in the hunt though.
Could
Not
be
unless you're
fun.
in the NFC South.
But,
He's
but
cooking.
we put them in wild card upset.
Because
Upside.
just because of the division,
Upside.
we said
no,
just
we
because of the
can't.
division.
No. We can't do
Riv.
that. We cannot
think
do
we
that.
can.
No, we cannot.
Could-
You thought it would
could
be
be
me with
so
the
we
cannot
semantics.
do
You
that.
thought it'd be me
Riv,
with the
No,
semantics.
no. This is why 2 people can't make the rules.
You're cooking.
We can't do that. We
I
can't.
don't.
No,
Here's-
that's
I
not-
also,
no.
all right. Before you go, I want to say I understand where Riv is coming from.
It's
Do
the
I agree
2
with
ones
him?
that made the rule.
I don't agree with him wholeheartedly. I understand what you're saying though, because this is a team that when the guy was healthy, they missed. But
They won 9
to
games.
their point,
They got
Okay.
eliminated week 18.
So wait,
they
hold on.
lost.
They got eliminated week 18.
So wait, let me ask,
Quite
okay,
literally
wait,
because
so let me ask you a
the
question.
Chiefs
This
had
is-
everyone.
This is gonna kill everything.
Uh-huh.
Let's use last year, just real quick. Would you say last year Atlanta could be fun?
coming into the season,
No.
Just as things
what,
ended.
What were they?
they were a wild card upset. They were
So, okay.
they won the same amount of games as
Okay.
the guy that made
So
it.
if that's the
Didn't win.
case, they won 7 games.
Yep.
But they were down in the wire. You would still say that could be fun, regardless of how many games they won.
was just the
It's just that they're
division.
down to 1.
It was just
no,
the
no,
division.
fuck that. I'm asking you a question.
No, because it's important. It's the division. It's the worst division in football. We
No,
all
no,
say
all right,
it's
you
the
see
worst
what I'm
division
saying,
in
Drew?
football.
You see what I'm saying?
Now Riv has me back.
You
No,
see what
I
I'm saying?
have-
you have me
it
back.
can't-
I
we
haven't
can't
heard the
do
rest of your
that,
point.
bro.
Agreed. We all said if they weren't in the NFC South, they would be could be
NFC
fun.
South makes
Okay,
things fucked up.
All right,
It's just the
that's fair.
division's
But that's
dog
why. But
shit.
that's
It
why
is
I'm
dog
asking you,
shit.
is it a win thing or is it just down to the wire? That's what I'm
I
asking
think,
you.
I think
it's
it's a win
team
thing.
What the team
Yeah,
is. That's
Okay.
what I think it is.
Okay, so
For
we'll go based
example,
off team.
let me just lay this out clearly because I think this is the best example that we have brought up in the last 5 minutes. What were were the Jets last season?
Ass.
What were the Saints?
Could be
Ass.
fun.
Could be fun.
Second half of the season. Yeah.
How
that
many
could be
games
fun.
they win?
7.
7? Did they win 7?
I'm pretty sure they won 7
Didn't
games.
you just look at the standings?
No, I didn't. But I
don't.
will.
If they won 7, if they were in the hunt, I give them could be fun.
I think that's a distinction here.
This is my thing. If the Panthers
Mhm.
were in the NFC North, put them where the Bengals are,
Mhm.
I wouldn't have them as wild card upside.
6. They won 6 games.
I would have them as could be fun. But since they're in a division
That's
where
a
they could
could be
win,
fun
it's different.
team.
Okay.
That's what I think a could be fun team means. Like a team that's like 5 to 7 wins. We know they're not going to make the playoffs,
But they compete every week.
They're a fun team to watch.
They're not
Here we
gonna
go.
get ragdolled.
Perfect. I'm sorry. I'm skipping ahead. I know that Tennessee is damn near the bottom.
Okay.
Could be
But
fun.
Tennessee is a could be fun
Yes.
team.
Okay, because you said it's based off team.
Team.
So if it's based off team,
Yes.
you're saying it's team, but relative to division.
It was
I know
just
you're.
the NFC.
I was
Okay.
just thinking of
So
just
that's-
teams
You're
in general.
not helping yourself.
That's what-
I guess
unfortunately.
not.
That's what's
If
like.
you want
If it's just team, that's
I'm
cool.
cool with that. We
'Cause
can
that's-
just do team.
No, because that's why I was
But I
saying.
still feel like Cincinnati's wild card upside.
But the confusion was he was saying it's team. That's why I was like, okay, I'm thinking NFC South. The whole motherfucker could be fun.
I agree.
That's why I was
literally.
confused. But you was like, no, because of relative to division,
Yeah. He's
cooking
wild
you.
card. That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
That's not even
no,
a cook thing.
I know what
the
you're saying.
confusion was
I know
that's
what
where I
you're
was at with
saying.
it.
So
So
we
I
have-
apologize for that. I'm with you.
He
The
from-
They are
Bengals,
wild card upset.
Bengals at
Okay.
wild card upside.
Yes.
The
I'm
Cleveland
glad
Browns.
we came full circle for
Cleveland Browns are
Ass.
fucking ass.
They're ass.
Who?
The
There's
Cleveland
one or two
Browns.
teams that are just
Oh,
ass.
Respect to Cleveland Browns fans. I've learned that Browns fans
They're
have
the most diehard fans ever.
they really love their
nothing.
Browns, and I wish them well.
Wish them well.
The
Fight
The
for
next
number one
team
pick.
here, the Dallas Cowboys.
Honest to
Wild
God,
card.
Playoff team.
and what sucks about this is that the Cowboys are going to be
They should be-
so much fun.
I'm not ready
They're going to be so much
to
fun.
call the Cowboys a playoff team.
They have to do it.
It's the wild card upside. I think
It's a good
That's
take.
where
I'm
they're at
not.
right
I'm
now.
not going to argue against it.
They have to do it.
It's just
they
as
feel
long
like
as
they
Dak,
feel like the Bengals of the NFC.
yeah,
right now.
Yeah.
if Dak's healthy, you know you're getting a top 5 offense. You're
The defense
expecting
has
to
to play
get
better,
a
yeah.
defensive upgrade. They made a couple moves. They bring a new defensive coordinator, and also like the Bengals, it's how much worse can you get? You know what I mean? Even if you get marginally better, you put out the 23rd ranked defense next season. What you're expecting from that offense, making sure you take care of George Pickens, because I already feel like we're going to go into this offseason and George Pickens is going to be the major storyline from the Dallas Cowboys, and that could throw everything off the rails.
Yeah, that's a Bronco.
But if you're getting a bottom 10 instead of bottom 2 defense with this offense, then yeah, this is definitely a playoff team to me.
We have the Cowboys
B.
at B or C.
Sorry,
See.
C.
Wild
See.
card, yeah.
Okay. We have the Cowboys. Let me get this straight. We have the Cowboys at C.
They could win the division, though.
Next team up.
Said it, what,
They
you
could?
said it like 2-3 times a year. Yeah.
You think so? They could?
Yeah.
You're turning into Joel. How does it make you feel? Say it out loud.
I'm not in the Cowboys every year.
Say it out loud.
I'm not into the Cowboys every year. This is
Say
my
it out
first year
loud.
into the Cowboys.
Say it out
I'm
loud.
not saying it, no.
Okay.
If I do
You
it
said it
every
loud
year,
already.
then
You
yes.
said it out loud.
Say it out
already.
loud. Dak
Dallas
Prescott and the
Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys.
Does it make sense to you?
Well, we know,
You see how you
except
have to, you have to-
last
you have to
year-
talk yourself into
except last year, no team ever goes back-to-back. The Eagles do it. They're going to do it 3 times in a row. Come on.
it. No team's ever done that.
Come on. That's what I'm saying. It's
Last
so
year,
unlikely. It's
you
so
always
unlikely.
do that, bro.
Gotta play the odds,
I'm gonna
man.
take the field,
Gotta play
man.
the odds.
The Cowboys are a big upside team right
Yeah,
now
yeah,
because
yeah.
if they draft well, they're going to be a scary team.
This is the most scared I've been about Dallas in a while.
When they got Quinnen too, the rush defense was much improved last year. If
It's
they
just
get
that
someone that's
secondary,
good,
bro. That
yeah.
secondary.
getting a
is
full
ass.
offseason, a new defensive coordinator. The Cowboys, if they just get more from their defense, they were the 32nd ranked defense last year. Let's say they're like 18th.
Oh my god,
That
they would fucking kill
that
for
type
18th.
of
I was giving them,
upgrade-
like 24th.
Yeah,
I think they're definitely a playoff
that's
team.
essentially what we're asking for on offense. Just 18th, 17th,
Yeah,
16th.
yeah,
I miss football, man.
I know we're 6 months away.
Next team, the
Wow.
Denver Broncos.
S.
I think this is the first S team
This
Thank
is
you.
us.
I'm fine with calling
that I
it
would
that.
have.
Like, this is a fucking perfect team.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
mean-
think they are the favorite, and they
Yeah.
have the best roster
They
in the
should be.
AFC.
We're
If
dead
they-
ass perfect.
If Bo Nix doesn't break his ankle, they're in the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay,
You know
thank
what I
you.
mean?
I
They're in
thought
the
you
Super
were
Bowl.
saying.
I don't know if
for
they
this
win,
upcoming
but they're
year.
in the Super
They're
Bowl.
definitely in comfortable.
We give a better game
Oh,
than the
definitely.
Patriots.
I
Definitely.
fucking I
Yeah.
hope so. That shit was
And
embarrassing.
why I say that, and this is no slight to the Patriots, I show them a lot of love when they beat us. That offensive line was the main reason they got dominated. On top of Drake May not playing his normal self, the offensive line got absolutely dominated. Our offensive line wouldn't have gotten
The
dominated like
defense
that.
was
I'll
hoping for a
say
little bit.
the one thing I want to see from Denver is go all in. Like,
Agreed.
you have Bo on this rookie contract. There's an obvious window right now that you can go and you make 1 to 2 more power moves. Like if the Rams could go
Hey, Miles
and
Garrett.
fucking trade for Trent McDuffie, the Broncos could go trade a day 2 or a day 3 pick, go get another impactful receiver, or upgrade the running room. I still think you really need an upgrade at running back because you can't trust Dobbins to stay healthy. And RJ Harvey just wasn't a good rusher. You need somebody that can give you some sort of insurance. I would have loved for them to take a flyer on a Rico Dowdle or something to a lesser extent.
Okay.
But I don't know if Devon Achan's actually available, but you could go make a power move and set yourself apart. Because I still think, even though Denver belongs in S, to me, they go up against the Bills, they go up against Baltimore. That's a toss-up. You go and make a real another move at wide receiver or at running back. We're talking about this team like you're going to that game. Yeah, you're 4-point favorites. You should win that game.
So I don't disagree with you. You know, I've been very adamant. I want us to go all in because this is the window. It's right now. We have to go after it. Why I'm now a little bit more pump the brakes on this season for going all in outside of we just traded for Waddle. That is our big move. That is our big time move. Yeah. Let this be our all-in move this year. Next offseason. Next offseason, there will be so much to have.
I can't believe Derek White. They all played 35 minutes.
Yeah, they made a 10-point game in the fourth.
He just chose to not shoot the ball. You really hate to see that.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
At least if he played 20, 25 minutes, he played 34 minutes.
Well, how many shots did he take?
4 shots.
It's tragic.
He could have called me.
He could have
called Dallas.
But here's the thing. He does not fuck with you. Yo, Sam was lights out.
That's what's pissing me off, bro.
But that's the shit. Sam gets in one of those modes.
Pritchard
He's not
went 4
missing.
for 7. They kept Jalen Brown, and he had 43.
He had 43.
Tatum had 11 assists. Come on.
I'm sorry that happened to you. To put a bow on my
fucked up tooth nigga ever again.
Tatum, Jesus Christ.
We have 22 teams left on
25, 18, and 11.
Kept him in.
Goddamn.
I'll make it quick. I think that the Broncos next offseason can be the one where you see us spend the egregious money because we'll actually have it recouped. Like, again, this is year 1 of finally being off the books for this Russell Wilson contract. So we still need to play things smart around the edges. Next season, Drake London can be a free agent. Most likely not because they're going to give him the 5th-year option. Kyle Pitts, free agent.
Yeah, he could be free.
George Pickens, free agent.
It's going to be tricky.
Now let's see what happens with Achan. Is he actually a realistic possibility next offseason?
But if I'm Miami, maybe you got to give Malik something. But
again, I don't disagree with what you're saying. I just think that we've been patient. We've been successful. I trust what the hell Sean Payton wants to do.
It's just running back.
And I think we're going to draft a running back.
Yeah, no, you probably will, but it's just how impactful is that, late second, whatever, late third round pick when you have RJ and you have Dobbins already. It's just, we've seen with this class, if you're not getting love, there's a pretty steep fall off from the next guy.
The next Notre Dame guy's not bad. And Malik Washington,
yeah,
he had a great combine.
Yeah.
The next team, the Detroit Lions.
Wild card upset.
Yeah.
I think this is,
or could be fun.
I'm going to be honest. That's where my mind's at.
I think they're in the middle.
I'm good. They're going to be C tier. But I'm going to be honest. I'm depleted. Like, this team really, the offensive line's in absolute shambles. So we're going to see Jared Goff behind a fucking garbage offensive line. That is not a good recipe.
Third place schedule, though.
Penei Sewell to left tackle. Apparently, that's a rumor. That could happen. Gibbs all alone. That is exciting.
They wanted that
to a certain degree. That excites me. The defense, you lost Roberson. You lost
Anzalone.
Thank you. Like, the defense is not good either.
Yeah, I still think the offense, I think you still have a floor with this offense. I actually don't mind the Drew Petzing move. We talked about that a little bit in the past. He's someone that I think with the pocket quarterback just didn't really fit with Kyler Murray. He wasn't able to change the offense enough, and Kyler in and out of the lineup. I think with Jared Goff, this offense still gives you a pretty safe floor. Like, this offense should still be a top 10 unit. You know what I mean? With Gibbs, Amon-Ra, Laporta, Jameson, this is just a unit that should be good enough to, be a above average to elite unit if everything clicks right. But it is the defense. It's a unit right now that I don't trust. Of course, you still have guys, Brian Branch, you have Aiden Hutchinson that can go out there and be game wreckers. But again, you have to put this into context with the division too. It's like, shit, Minnesota I really like, Bay I really like, Chicago, of course. It's going to be a tough schedule, even being in third place, having to fight that division 3 times or 6 times a year. I still give them the respect to have playoff upside. They won 9 games this past season, right? And that
Right, 8 or
still
9,
felt
something like
like
that.
a season that completely went off the wire. So if 9 wins is your floor or close to your floor, I think that's a team that can make the playoffs.
Full season of an ass roster though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't think the defense was special last year. You know what I mean? They
The
lost Ben
offensive
Johnson
line
last
got
year.
more and more depleted.
It did.
And they lost guys going into this season too.
Yeah.
And now Panay's going to have to play a position that he hasn't played.
Maybe.
Which
Yeah.
I
don't know
think
if they're going to move him. He's such all-world.
You're not
right
wrong.
tackle. I
You're
wouldn't
not wrong,
don't
but-
fuck that up.
but you do need a left tackle bad.
Yeah.
I think the Lions are regressing, but
I'm
they
being
still
rude.
feel like a good team. And that's kind of where I'm at. They just happen to play in a division that is the toughest in football. But if they were in the NFC South, we're probably thinking that this is the team that's going to win the division.
Yes.
So I think that they belong in the same tier with Dallas, Cincinnati, Carolina, Atlanta. They all feel like similar teams to me where they have one side of the ball that is figured out somewhat and the other is a wait
Wait,
and
so
see.
you're saying wild card upside?
Yes.
Let me ask you a question, because NFC South is easy to just pluck a team in and win it. Is there another division you can pluck them in and they can win?
Not outright.
Okay.
Like can you talk yourself
Like, would they be a
into-
favorite? Let me say, would they be a favorite?
No.
No. Okay.
I think
Because you thinking AFC South is the next best
They're
thing?
not definitely better than
I don't think
Jacksonville
it's that far
or
off with the
Houston.
AFC North.
Okay. That was my thinking.
Baltimore, yeah. They're not favored over Baltimore.
Nobody.
No.
Whoever is,
No.
though.
But I saw them play Baltimore and they beat them.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
handily
mean,
last
Baltimore is
year.
going to always be the favorites if Lamar's
That's all it
healthy.
takes these days. You just got to beat someone one time in the regular season. Like,
I'm not going to lie. They
That
did
was,
clap
what, 2
them.
years ago?
No,
that
last
just
year.
happened
Last
this
year.
year. They blew
Monty
them out.
ran
They had some
for
good wins this year, but they also
500.
have bad ones. Like they lost to Minnesota towards the end of the year that fucked them up late.
NFC East, they're not favorites over
no.
Philadelphia, but I think between them and Dallas, they're similar. Like they're kind of. I actually probably prefer the Lions a little bit more.
Over Dallas?
Yeah,
I disagree.
Interesting.
I
can
think
do the
Dallas'
argument.
offense is
I
going to
like
be better.
Dallas, though.
I just like Detroit's defensive line. They have a
Fair.
true game changer in
They do.
Aiden, and Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch are two better secondary players than Dallas has.
They don't have a
Sure.
good corner.
No, they don't.
Neither is Dallas.
Excellent
DJ
point.
Reed, they still got, right? He
Mm,
was hurt
They do
last
still
year.
have DJ Reed.
True.
This next team, the Green Bay Packers.
B.
Playoff team?
I think
Playoff
B.
They're always a playoff team.
Pretty easy
Yeah.
B.
Yeah. I don't
First
think
round
they
exit.
didn't do anything this offseason that bumps them up a tier. Then obviously they had a terrible loss in the playoffs. So
This is the
This is a team that can win their division. That
This
is
is
the
the-
statement.
DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry, Toronto Raptors.
The Green Bay Packers, they didn't do much in free agency, and I wasn't a big fan of how they approached the offseason in general. But their big additions are going to be from players coming back from injury.
Yep.
That's Tucker Kraft. That's Micah Parsons. Those are their big
That's it.
additions. So I think they're at least a playoff team. They have
Hell yeah.
shown over the last couple of years that they're going to
How
make it,
far are
even
they
if they
from A?
squeak in.
Actually.
It depends on how healthy they are. I think if
That's
the
my
Packers are healthy, they can win a
Just.
playoff game or two. But right now, their pressing needs are at corner, and they need to improve their defensive line because right now, this Green Bay Packers defensive line is thinner than what Micah had to deal with in Dallas. Dallas at least had Osa and DeMarcus Lawrence with Micah Parsons. Who does Green Bay have? Opposite of Micah, Lucas Van Ness, you're hoping he develops, and he played better last year. Devontae Wyatt is good when he's healthy, but those are their only three defense linemen that I actually think are good. Outside of that, they really don't have much.
He should have came to Philly.
Next team up, the Houston Texans.
B.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I think
tragic.
right
Right
now-
that defense is dead ass S tier.
Yeah,
Great.
their offense is just too limited right now. Unless, listen, maybe things come out and who'd they hire? Did they hired the
Somebody
Falcons?
from the Rams, I think.
I thought they hired Zach Robinson.
No.
No,
As OC?
who did the?
No, their OC's the same, Nick Cayley from last year.
Oh, they
Yeah,
still.
this guy-
All right.
He was with the Rams.
Oh, he
right?
went to the Bucks. I think.
Walk with me for a quick second.
Please don't go any lower than
Yeah.
B.
Yeah.
Can the Houston Texans have a deep playoff run? Yes.
Yes.
This defense is elite. We could be looking at the best defense in football. They got better, actually, by adding Reed Blankenship, I'd argue. On top of this, they're trying, at least what it seems, to put an offensive line in
Trying to run the
front
ball.
of CJ Stroud, and you have David Montgomery, who is really good in pass protection himself. I think that, yes, you add to the fact that they're trying to establish a run game on top of this too. Can this be a team that makes a deep playoff push? It is dependent on what version of CJ Stroud you get, what protection you put in front of CJ Stroud. But from how it seems as if that is what they're trying to prioritize.
Mm-hmm.
And with this defense being the backbone of this team and it being arguably the best in the game, this could be an A team.
They have deep playoff upside, but right now playoff team.
They would be the dark horses. It's not until CJ showed you something. Last year was too bad. If he went out,
they
like
won
regular,
a playoff game again with him.
If he went out like regular, like he was
And
whatever.
in any other situation, they lose that game.
Yeah,
You play that game 100 times.
They're B. A is too far. Maybe like down the road. But
The
they're
next
B.
team.
The upside is that.
Yeah.
Shit. The upside is S.
I mean, it
The
depends.
upside is them winning
It
the Super
depends on
Bowl.
what you
with
get
you.
from CJ. And
Yeah.
I think that they're not done. I think improving the offensive line. I like the moves they made. They brought in some vets with Braden Smith. He's a good veteran. So they're a little bit better, but I have to see it first from their offense because right now their defense and their offense are so far apart. Like if we're just tiering their positional units, defense is S and offense is like D right now, how I feel it. Maybe C.
They could be fun though with Nico Tank
Oh,
back.
God will. You think like God
Montgomery,
willing?
I'll prove
They
offensive
are.
line.
They're the same as another team we're going to talk
You can
about.
talk me into them for sure.
This next team, the Indianapolis Colts, another AFC South team.
Could be fun.
I have wild card upside for the Colts.
Okay.
They are a wild card upside. It really is dependent on how good Daniel Jones comes back off the Achilles. But if I'm being
And
honest,
Sauce.
can we be transparent? When have we seen somebody come in year one be good off an Achilles?
It's
That's
tough.
what I'm saying. It could be fun.
I'm concerned about my guy. And I'm being transparent when I say this. I think that him being on the field would be better than anything else they could obviously have. And that's no slight to AR. That's no slight to Phillip, who I thought coming in at the age of fucking 44 was nuts. Daniel Jones obviously is the best option that they have. And it's just he is coming back from a severe injury. So I am concerned. I'm in C, but it could be one of those could be fun teams.
They're tough because I look after this offseason, I don't think they've improved.
No.
You signed Alec Pierce to an extension he deserved. You signed Daniel Jones to an extension that he showed when he was healthy he deserved. But they're two huge numbers for guys that you just don't know if you can get the production from them. You traded Michael Pittman as well. You had a healthy Jonathan Taylor season last year, which we know that's been basically a coin toss, it feels like, for the last few seasons.
True.
So, yes, if everything does go right, we saw it last year. They were, 8-0, 8-1 when they made the Sauce Gardner trade. So they were on their way to becoming a playoff team, potentially winning a playoff game, at least hosting a playoff game. So if they're able to get that going, sure, they could be wild card upside. But it just feels like Drew's saying is right. You're banking on Daniel Jones to come back. There's already reports saying if he's not ready, Riley Leonard's going to start week 1. So whether that means Anthony Richardson is going to get traded or that he's not an option, whatever the case might be. But it almost feels like they're anticipating him to not be ready. So now you got a backup quarterback playing. It's going to be tough. I'll give them the respect for it, but I don't really have high hopes for the Colts.
The next AFC South team, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This is an A team, right? I
They
mean,
win multiple playoff games.
I mean, you know what? I guess if you couldn't get it done last year, shit, when are you going to get it done?
I'm thinking more B.
So maybe B.
But they lost to the team that is an A as well.
And no Devin Lloyd anymore.
That's what I'm thinking more B.
No Devin Lloyd anymore.
I can even see C. But I'm
That
thinking more B.
defense.
I think Trevor Lawrence is
What do we put Houston, B?
Yeah.
I think
Houston's-
I'm hearing. I could hear B. I would
think
personally
you're
go
other than
A. I think the Jaguars really showcased a lot of potential last year, and I think with Travis Hunter coming back, it's either
That's
going to
fair.
improve their defense or offense. It's going to be one
It's
of
going
the
to
two.
improve something.
It's going to improve
God
something.
willing.
I think,
They have a huge hole at running back right now.
and I'm a huge believer in
Travis
Bashal
Hunter?
Tuin.
Yeah, they have Tuin and they have Chris Rodriguez.
The
They picked
offense
up,
has a
who's
lot
always
of
good
potential
example.
though, because you got BTJ year 3. Hopefully he can go back to being something.
he's
Jacoby
on this team.
Myers, Brenton Strange. Like it's a good offense.
Like Trevor Lawrence isn't as young as Caleb Williams, but I think the same sentiment is true where Caleb Williams, you feel like can improve off of this season with Ben Johnson.
We had him in B though.
Trevor Lawrence first year with Liam Cohen flashed the second half of the season. If we get that Trevor Lawrence more consistently for 3/4 of the season, then we're talking about like a stamped top 10 quarterback next year playing at a high level. And the defense, they have some pieces. I think the defense is their weakness right now. I don't think they're that complete.
Let me ask
that's
you,
their problem.
do the Browns have their pick?
This draft, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
The Mason.
But let me
Graham
ask you though, because last year we felt like
Mason Graham good.
defensively they had all the talent,
I don't know
at
if
least
special
a
is
good
good,
collection of talent, and then offensively they're really good. Obviously you're getting
And
Travis
out
Hunter back.
PFF.
You lost Devin Lloyd, but you didn't win a playoff game last year, and it felt like going into the playoffs, this was probably your don't want to say your best team, but this was a really good team from top to bottom in terms of your secondary, going on to your linebackers, to your defensive line. You had a good running back. Now it feels like you lost a talent at a running back. Obviously, Tootin can come in, adjust that. You know, BTJ, obviously you expect him to come back and be a better player, Travis Hunter, but then you lost Devin Lloyd. I feel like they may be just a little bit a step down from last year. I felt last year we would probably call them an A. This is why I got him at a B.
The Jaguars at B. The next team up, which I'm putting them at A.
Okay.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
I knew it.
Patrick Mahomes is going to play week 1.
I respect you for not putting them in S.
He's already throwing the football. There's already video footage of that.
Well, he could throw a football probably the day after surgery.
Bro,
Well, he's moving. He's moving and throwing football.
Who is their cornerback one? Noel Williams.
No Williams, yes.
Okay. Who is their wide receiver one on opening day?
Rishi.
We know that?
As of right now, we know. As of right now, we know that. Yes.
We know that?
As of right now, he should be their wide receiver 1. Yes.
They just signed Travis Kelce to how many $1 million contract?
It was a fake. It's a 1-year
Well,
deal.
it's a 1-year deal. Yeah.
For how many millions?
Like
It's
14.
like 12 or something.
Too much.
Travis Kelce was a top 5 Cisco tight end last year.
He actually
There
was
was really
kind of
nothing
okay.
different
He was
between.
kind of okay.
There
He
was
kind of
nothing.
okay.
There
He
was
was
nothing
fine.
different between what Kyle Pitts and Travis Kelce did last season.
Production wise.
The way Kelsey looked in the beginning, though, he looked so old.
Kelsey, I mean, he's washed. Like, with all due respect, legend, one of the best tight ends
No,
of our life.
he is washed for Kelsey standards, but he's
That's a
still a
fact.
good player.
Okay.
What is a
Like a
good,
good
Kelsey?
tight end.
So who is their legitimate pass rusher?
Chris Jones still.
Okay, I would respect Chris Jones.
I think the Chiefs have holes, but if you're telling me Mahomes is healthy week 1, he's good to go, put him in A.
He was healthy last year.
I know.
And he was a literal MVP type
And
player.
they were garbage.
They lost. They weren't garbage.
So you're saying
last
year
so wait, are you just saying
garbage
Mahomes
last
They
was
year.
on
lost a lot
clutch?
of one-score games.
Is that what you're saying?
fair.
Mahomes was on clutch? How is that
What
possible?
does it mean?
No.
So they'll probably bounce back next year.
The defense ranked 28th on third downs last year.
Joel,
They
you
couldn't get
telling
off
me why
the
they're not
field.
good?
No.
I'm with you.
Last year,
A is insane.
they
is
lost
nuts.
a ton of one-score
Mahomes.
games.
I'm with regression to the mean because the year before, didn't they win a lot? Or was it the year
Yes,
before that?
they were
What am I
undefeated in
supposed to
one-score
do?
games.
Bro, you used to
I
be
think
better.
B.
than
I think
this.
B is fair.
I'm closer to B than S for sure.
No, they were never.
So
For
you're,
sure.
so you're telling me if the Chiefs were in the playoffs, they can't win multiple games?
Okay, obviously, when it gets to week 17,
They gotta
make the
fucking
playoffs,
get there.
I'm gonna be like,
They
all
gotta
right,
fucking
yeah,
get
They gotta
there.
get there, bro.
Like now they have Kenneth Walker. What is really the difference?
fuck?
What is really the difference between the Bills and the Chiefs?
The Bills made it last year.
Are the Ravens roster so much better than the Chiefs?
Okay, all right.
No.
Here's my thing.
Yes.
Joel.
Yes.
Here's my thinking process.
The
Yes,
Chiefs smoked them healthy last year.
They probably have a better
Don't
roster.
do that, bro. You can't bring up that game. Talk about last year when the Chiefs didn't make the playoffs last year.
The Ravens didn't either. They're at A.
Fair. Fucking fair. You got me.
I said the Ravens were a B team. You guys basically
I
told me to
have-
go
I
fuck
have
The Ravens
Chiefs
are a
myself.
at
better
B.
roster.
The Chiefs are at
I think
B.
you get a coaching bump too. That's what I'm banking on too. For
I am
Baltimore.
They also get a
100
Trey Hendrickson bump.
Here's the thing.
Kenneth
I'm
Walker bump.
100% banking on
We know you are.
the Chiefs drafting insanely well.
I know.
This draft.
I mean, they've shown that at least in the
They've done
secondary
it.
at
Yeah,
corner,
yeah.
they could draft and develop.
but we
snap of a
are.
finger.
But you cannot, because we're doing it again. We're changing the rules. We're not talking about what they could draft. We're talking about them right now.
Right now, they're a B.
They're a B.
Right now, they're a
We
B.
can't keep changing
no,
the
Mahomes is
rules.
but
fucking
right now,
saving
I
them,
know they
bro.
have 2 first-round picks.
So?
They're gonna hit.
What the fuck?
They're
No,
gonna
we're
hit.
not doing that. We all
They're
vote
gonna
B,
hit,
right?
bro.
We all vote B, right?
Yes, it's
But right
B.
now,
It's Patrick
they're B
Mahomes,
with
dude.
A upside, Joel. They're B with
Big.
A upside.
They are B. No,
Big.
they're B with
You
B
gotta
with
vote
S
it.
upside.
You gotta
Sure,
vote it.
yes. Yeah,
They're
yeah,
B with
with
S upside. Does that make you
Trying to
happier?
Change the rules for the Chiefs.
I said that. That should hold some
You got
weight.
2 first-round draft picks.
Chiefs or Jaguars?
Jaguars a B.
I would probably take the Jags over them right now.
Wow. All right.
Jags beat them last year.
Jags beat them, Joel.
Yeah, man, you counted that. Keep the same energy. KTSE. Keep the same
the
fucking
Chiefs
energy.
blew that
Fucking
game.
moved.
Keep the same energy.
The
That
Chiefs-
That
sounds
rolled off
good.
easy for
That
him.
sounds
That
good.
shit in my
Say
brain.
that? Oh.
I planned it like that. I
Okay,
planned it for
KTSE.
sure.
Yo, that shit sounds good.
Yeah, like, bro, keep that same energy, bro.
KTSE.
I think that
Like, now he's gonna try to
I almost
spin
went
it.
crazy.
Because so close to KY, you know what I mean?
No,
maybe
no,
you
no.
guys
I'm
disagree.
bugged out.
You're
Bugged
sick,
out.
bro.
Okay.
Maybe you guys disagree, and this is a positional value question
Here we go.
more than anything. But for what the teams needed, I think the Chiefs getting Kenneth Walker is just as impactful as the Ravens getting Trey Hendrickson.
I don't think it's a bad take.
Okay. Spark me. You guys, I would never question your knowledge.
I know that edge
But
rusher.
edge rushing way more valuable than running back.
I know that edge rusher is more important than
like
running back.
abnormally higher.
But
Yeah,
Mahomes,
I mean, they get paid twice, 3 times.
Mahomes,
as much.
you
Running back?
look at the history of running backs Mahomes has played with and still has been able to produce elite offenses with. Now he has a
Trey
running back
Hendrickson
who's
statistically is like
explosive,
a top
who can
10
create
rusher.
big time
Look,
plays.
He's also post 30, coming off an
Fair,
injury
fair,
season.
fair,
Trey,
fair.
like I think Trey's gonna be great, but I can't. He's not the Max Crosby where it's like
No,
guaranteed
he's not.
100%.
But what is Kenneth Walker in terms of running
I
back
think-
as
I think
opposed
what-
to Trey as
He's
an
a top
edge
10.
rusher?
He's a top 10 running back who instantly is going to take pressure off Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
Fair.
And now teams are going to have to accumulate more bodies to stopping the
Not
run,
really,
and that's
because you
going to
still
open the
don't trust
pass
that
game.
wide receiver room. Listen,
If you don't
know.
trust your wide receiver room, that's why they would stack the box more.
I don't think they're going to do that. For
Where-
Kenneth
what I
Walker.
agree
The
with
Chiefs
Joel-
finally have a scary rushing attack, the potential
Okay.
I
of a
think
scary
the
running
impact
game.
of Trey Hendrickson, the impact of Kenneth Walker is gonna be similar because Mahomes,
We're talking about both are healthy.
if both are healthy,
Okay.
because right now, I mean, the Chiefs' offense we've seen the last few years, it's nauseating to watch.
Okay.
Mahomes was leading the team in rushing last season. They
Yeah.
didn't have really any way to get explosive plays unless it's fucking Tyquan Thornton
Listen,
ripping one somehow.
It's easy to win this argument because you could just be like, they have Mahomes. It's easy. I'm saying you got Kyle Hamilton, you got Jesse Minter, Matabuke. If he comes back healthy, Lord have
God
mercy.
willing.
Then you have Henderson on that side. That can also spark up some real
Yeah.
elite.
Well, I'm talking
defense
just
that
player for
changes-
player.
I know, but I'm saying we're talking about what the player brings to the team
Mhm.
as a value. Henderson comes in with that defense that already has superstars. That turns Baltimore into a different type of team. I think just a little bit better than Kenneth Walker.
Like,
It's
getting
close.
getting Mahomes,
Yes,
Kenneth Walker
that's just a Mahomes
is like
cheat
if
code,
the
bro. I
Ravens
hate
got
this nigga, man.
Lamar, a really good wide receiver.
Like, where does Pacheco or Kareem Hunt ranked? Outside the top 35
Like,
running backs.
That's the
and
bar.
now you're
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
top
yeah.
10 guys.
They're so bad. They're so bad.
That-
You
know what I
forget
mean?
the
Like,
guy
the
who used to
upgrade
run
is
like a
crazy.
hammer. He was like fringe top 15.
Yeah, there was a time. Unfortunately, post-leg injury, we haven't seen that.
Also, we do forget what Jerick McKinnon meant to that 2022 team.
Yeah. Yeah, for
if
sure.
He
that's
was
the
fucking
best
special.
name you're going to mention in the Mahomes
Kareem
tenure over the
Hunt,
last 5
Kareem
years,
Hunt was robbed
In 2018.
from Mahomes.
in 2018,
He was robbed
came
from
back.
him.
Not the
And
same
honestly,
player.
he was
He was-
okay this year.
he was
Yeah.
good as like a
His short yardage.
short yardage
Yeah.
guy
Kareem
for
was
sure.
all that year.
Kareem
But
Hunt
that's the
has no
problem.
business being a lead back in
The
the NFL
problem is
right
that the
now,
Chiefs-
with all due respect.
But
They
in
couldn't
2018, he
generate
got
any
robbed.
explosive
Yeah,
plays.
That's
Few
fair.
But
years ago.
Jerick McKinnon was really great as a
Yeah.
pass catcher.
Yeah,
Also,
just like James White for
let's
him.
not undersell what Damian Williams meant to the KC Super Bowl run. It's essentially what Ken Walker just did for Seattle.
It's similar.
Except Kenneth Walker
it's
to
so
do
much
that
better.
for the season too.
but so much better. Kenneth Walker in the regular season
He
was
had,
kind
a,
of
he had 1,000
regular season
yards.
he was postseason he was elite.
And you said top 10 running back, and it fucking stuck with me. I'm like,
Yeah, I think he's top 10.
Is he?
After this postseason, we're top 10. Bottom, second half.
Okay, let's just humor me, and then we'll keep it going really quick.
Okay.
Rattle them
Running
off.
backs get the postseason
Yes.
bump.
Yeah, you wouldn't
Okay.
have a run like that.
Sonny Michel, did he get a
I
postseason
don't-
bump?
No,
He was a
Kenneth Walker
fucking animal.
I'm
has,
asking.
has been a
He's
top
always
10
been
back
a
for
fringe
me.
top
but to
10
be
guy.
fair, Kenneth Walker, I think would have shown that in the regular season if he got the opportunity.
Did
to.
CJ Anderson get the playoff bump?
I think Kenneth Walker, more than anything, has
I'm just
been
wondering.
injured and hasn't had the
Kenneth-
I don't
opportunity.
disagree. I think Ken Walker's a good player. I'm just
I think
wondering
he's
in
because
our
all these
conversation,
guys.
Kenneth's always been the 9 to 12 range.
And here
Yeah.
we go.
So, okay.
Leonard,
Borderline top
Leonard
10
Fournette
player.
got the playoff bump. I'll
Yeah.
give you that. He
Yeah,
did get the
yeah,
playoff
yeah.
bump.
I'm
All right,
just asking.
here we go. Obvious. Christian McCaffrey,
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor,
Mhm.
Bijan Robinson,
Yep.
Saquon.
Jameer Gibbs.
Yep.
I'll get there.
Yep.
James Cook.
Yeah.
Devon Achane.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry.
Yep.
That's 9.
That's 7.
So-
Is it?
I'm counting
That
that.
shit felt like mad people.
It is definitely 7. Saquon Barkley.
Eight.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs.
I think it's close. If you're telling me Jacobs is healthy, I'd take Jacobs.
I would also take a healthy Josh Jacobs.
I saw a lot of Josh Jacobs, and there was times where Emmanuel Wilson looked more explosive than him.
Second half of the year when Jacobs was banged up, yes.
Like Josh
2 years ago,
Jacobs,
Jacobs was
I
elite.
really appreciate
years
Josh
ago.
Jacobs' game. He's the model
That's
of
actually not
consistency.
close.
But between him and Kenneth Walker gives me more upside, more explosive plays. He can make guys miss more often. I think Kenneth Walker and Josh Jacobs is a
I
legit
think it's
argument.
close. It's close.
Would you take Ashton Genty or Ken Walker?
Ken Walker right now.
Yeah. Genty, I think, is more talented, but situation's terrible.
ETN or Ken Walker?
Ken Walker.
Comfy?
It's close.
I think ETN last year moved me. Liam Cohen tax, you could argue, because I'm going to use this next name, and you may use that as an argument as well. Bucky Irving.
Bucky has to show it to me again.
His
Bucky's
rookie year is
was
better than anything Ken Walker
really
showed us
banged up this
until
year.
this
He
past
was,
year.
Yeah. It's just
To
when
be
you
fair.
have one great
Bucky
year
Irving's
prediction,
rookie year
one-
was amazing,
Yeah.
for sure. But I think that, it's fair to argue either way. You can argue for Bucky, you can argue for Kenneth Walker.
So he's arguing for that 10th spot is what I'm saying.
And that's why postseason bump puts him at.
Yeah, I respect that.
Kyron Williams.
I would go K9.
They've
I'll go
been
Kenneth, too.
very consistent on K9.
You are.
I've never been a Kyron
Nah, bro.
guy.
I'm just gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't fuck with you.
So, Chiefs, B tier.
B tier. Yeah.
Yo, Chase Brown or
Kenneth.
Chase Brown's a fucking demon.
He's really good. No, he's good. But I think Kenneth Walker, if he had that space that he sees in Cincinnati, I think would
Next team.
I mean,
What do you mean,
Chase
see
Brown,
that
Chase
space,
Brown
like
is running
opportunity?
into light
opportunity
boxes.
and also the let boxes. You have T and, and Chase on the outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, his yards per carry is not great. Chase Brown, but
Yeah.
he can catch that.
He's a really
fucking
good pass
ball.
catcher, and I feel like he has blow up games as a rusher. I feel like he's very boomer bust.
He did average 4.4 a carry.
I think
okay, that's more than I thought.
Kenneth Walker's playoff run essentially kind of cemented that. I mean, the player that he is, how talented he is, but having a player that's capable of that in stretches is something that KC hasn't had in the Mahomes era in the backfield.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is the big bump for them. The next team, the LA Chargers.
Playoff team B.
C.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a question, Dels.
What'd you say? Wild card upside.
Wild card upside.
They just won 11 games.
They'll never win the
but here we
division.
go. Wait. Let me ask you two, because you're gonna say B.
Yeah, this could be
You're gonna
B.
say, you said B fast.
Herbert
Deep
Tax.
playoff teams, deep playoff tiers for teams that won.
That's A.
A's deep playoff run.
He's
B
right.
is like cemented playoff team.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
C.
So we're putting them in C.
C is wild card upside. Hell no, they're not wild. They just won 11 games, and they didn't have their best two
And they
offensive
won.
linemen.
They made the wild card. This is 2
They
years in
win
a row
playoff
wild
game.
card
That's
team.
what I'm about to say. They don't win. They
2
haven't won a
years in a
playoff
row
game.
wild
but
card
the,
team.
the Chargers
They're
were a
playoffs.
locked-in playoff team, though.
There.
That's fair. That's
playoff
fair.
team. Playoff team.
What seed were they this past season? You tell me 6 or 7.
Well, they played the Pats.
6 or 7.
7. They were 7.
They were 7.
They were
No,
seven.
six.
They were.
If
They were
if
two.
they played the
It was
Pats,
6 because
it
they were
was
6-2.
six.
New England too?
no, Broncos were 1, New England was 2, so
Yeah,
that
so
means
that'd
they
be
was
6 seed.
because
So he's cooking.
Facts,
so he's
facts.
cooking.
No. Yes,
So he's
no,
cooking.
2-7.
So he's cooking.
Because
Oh,
one
you're
gets
right,
the bye.
So
he's cooking.
What the fuck I'm talking
So they were a
about?
fringe
Yeah.
wild card team last year.
That's the
as an
that's
11
tough.
win team.
That's 11 wins. Yeah, I
That's
get it. I
11
get it.
wins. They won a lot of games.
I keep thinking B.
They weren't
B
a
is deep playoff
they were a
team?
wild card team because the
Or
Broncos
A
won
is deep
14.
playoff team. B is just playoff team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you're getting.
But how
confused,
many
bro.
teams? The
So B.
Steelers didn't win more
I'm with
games
B. I'm with B.
than the Chargers.
Got to be B.
I'm just hating.
Yeah, I know.
And it's
They're
working.
also week 18.
I was putting
they
together-
sat everybody because they were locked in, so they could have won an extra
B.
game and been a 5 or 6.
B. I keep getting B and A confused. B. I'm with B.
The LA Rams.
S.
S.
Yeah, this is an easy S.
I have nothing to say about that.
The Las Vegas Raiders could be
Could
bad.
be
be
fun.
fun.
No.
Could
Could be
be.
fun.
They're yes.
Nah, they're turning me on, and I hate to say
Yes.
that.
We said
This
that
fucking
last
team's
year.
lit.
It's different.
This
No,
team's lit.
It's
we
different.
said that last year.
This
No,
team's
it's
lit.
different.
This team's lit.
What's lit about it?
Clint
They-
Kubiak,
yeah.
Fernando Mendoza,
Yeah.
Tyler Linderbaum,
Cook.
huge contract.
Colton Miller back,
Colton
healthy.
Miller back.
That's lit.
They signed Quay Walker and Nakobe Dean.
Cook.
Let me ask you a question.
They got Max Crosby still on the squad.
His knee is shot.
He's gonna play this year.
His knee is
He'll
shot.
probably be good still.
Let me ask
Even
you a
if they
question.
didn't have Max Crosby, I would still put them at could be fun.
They're not
I
ass.
don't. Not even could be
All
fun.
right.
They will be
Okay.
fun.
All right. Now when the,
I'm willing to
all
go that far. They'll be fun.
This is gonna be my
Alright.
fucking New
We
England
did this shit
Patriots.
last year.
I can feel it.
We did this shit last year.
I'm not gonna fuck with them
No,
after
we
this year.
We did.
Definitely did.
And then they went out and they raided it up.
yes.
No, I'm not. I don't fuck with the
Different.
Raiders. Fuck
They
it.
raided it up.
different.
It's so different every year. It feels like.
But this to me actually feels different.
I will say this is one of those times where I know. No, he's cooking.
Okay. All right.
Clint Kubiak and Mendoza move the fuck out.
Geno walking in
Pete
to
Carroll
the Raiders last year. Where you had him ranked?
a borderline playoff team.
No, I'm saying Geno. Where you had him ranked?
Top 15ish.
So you're telling me
Oh my god.
Fernando
damn
Fernando walking in, you think he's gonna go top 15 level?
Seattle?
Oh, you're
Borderline.
saying him? Geno
again?
himself.
Yeah,
I thought you were
like,
talking about the Raiders.
Oh, no.
No, I'm saying so Fernando
20s.
walking in, you feel like you getting that type of vibe.
It's paired up with the coordinator.
And
Okay.
it's also
That's
just
what I'm asking.
the built-in upside of if this is the number 1 overall pick on an offense that we trust the play caller, you have an elite weapon in Bowers, a potential elite running back. There's upside built in that he could be a fucking top 10
Okay.
quarterback.
Just
You know what I
making
mean? So, 15 is in the range possibility.
I'm gonna ask, but I could be fun, I guess.
Next team, the Miami Dolphins.
Ass.
Yeah, after trading Waddle, they went from could be fun to ass.
It's true.
It feels like you
Malik
know what I
Willis
mean?
gave me some hope that this could be a fun team, but then they traded Jalen Waddle.
They just have 7 picks in the top 94.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, that shit is lit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They have
like,
four third-round picks.
I did a mock draft for them, and I drafted everything that they could possibly need, and I landed on the reality that I think this is a fun team.
Joel.
Okay.
All right.
I'm moved.
Listen.
Malik Willis is interesting.
Listen.
I
They have
drafted
2 firsts.
Mikal Lemon in the
They have
in-
1
with the 14th
second. They
pick.
have 4 thirds. That's insane.
Yeah.
Like all they got to do is draft 2 receivers in the draft, and they
Yo,
got
dog.
more than enough capital to do so, and they're
Just
back.
like we can't just say every ass team can be fun.
Can I be honest with you? I'm with
That's the
him.
fun of it, though.
Now we're actually having fun,
'Cause
right?
now it's April 1st, and we could talk ourselves into what if Malik Willis and some of these rookies, Makai Lemon and H.N., like what can they do?
What if-
like
This
can
is
they be
like-
what
can
if
they be a
like-
top 17 offense?
This is like what Kings fans when they walk into the season with some bonus
fuck.
and DeMar and Zach, like, yo, what can we really do?
What if Malik Willis and Devon Achane lead the league in
I
rushing?
wish DeMar gets traded by week 4 to a good team.
Bronco me.
Bronco me.
This
I
is
wouldn't
a 2-year
What if we got both of them in the
rebuild for
trade?
the
Fine.
Dolphins.
2-year rebuild?
Achane
Oh,
and Waddle.
You probably would
How
have got
is
that
Malik
done
right
already.
now?
you
I'm
know?
be honest.
He is 27.
You'll
I
get the
believe.
I'd
first and
still be
second and
going.
third.
So
First
29,
three picks?
29
Yes,
that'd be it.
gone.
So what is this? Could be fun.
I did a deep
I'm cool,
dive
could
on the
be fun.
Dolphins, and I come to the conclusion that the Dolphins are the next best team that you're sleeping on.
Okay.
Because this year they have 11 picks in the draft. They have 7 in the top
Mhm.
94. Like Drew mentioned, they have 4 draft picks in the 3rd round. They have 2 first-round draft picks. And the reason why they traded Waddle and they cut Tua is because they ate up all the dead cap for this year. Next year, the Dolphins have $164 million in cap space. So with the draft capital from this year, with the cap space for next year, this is a team that in 2 seasons, they could add a lot more talent than what we're seeing currently.
They are the Dolphins.
This is just the beginning stages of what I think the Dolphins
It's
can be.
so much hinges on this draft class. You got to hit at least 4, maybe 5 of those 7
Is
picks.
this draft generational for you to feel like, yo, let's change our
No,
franchise?
not generational, but you could
The
get
depth
you
in the
can you
draft
get
is
4 or
good.
5 starters. Now all of a sudden you're talking about okay, we figured some things out.
And I think Malik Willis is really damn good. And the Dolphins, instead of doing what a team like the Cardinals did, where they cut Kyler and now they have Brissett and Gardner Minshew, they're essentially, this is a gap year. They have a bridge quarterback. The Dolphins bet on a young quarterback with upside
Yep.
who could be a franchise quarterback,
Who?
Malik Willis.
Oh.
So if that hits
go
with
franchise,
all
bro.
with the money they're gonna
There's
have
more
next
potential than
next
fucking
offseason,
Brissett.
with the
Of
draft
course.
capital they have, I mean, I think the Dolphins, they could turn it around fairly quickly.
This is a 4-win team.
Give me 5, man. Give me 5, 6.
It'll be a fun 5.
Nothing's fun about 5 wins.
Nah, bro, I disagree. I
You like
disagree.
mid.
I do. That's why I
5
can
wins
tell you
could be
that.
fun.
You are a Jets fan.
I
Oh, fuck.
understand.
I can't hear that
Oh,
from
fuck.
you. Genuinely.
5 wins could be fun.
You've had to look at that your whole life and be like,
I know. We're gonna get to the Jets. I'm gonna tell you, it could be fun.
This this next team, the Minnesota Vikings, I put them at A.
could be.
Think that Joel just chefed a
This is
5
this is
course
this,
meal.
this is I know it's April.
A is strong.
It's April
B,
1st,
A
but
upside.
this isn't an April Fool's
Can we say
take.
C, A upside?
I think the Vikings win
Not-
the NFC North next year.
Winning that division is hard.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad take though.
I mean,
The
you could argue
quarterback
their
play was
whole
so
list
bad
outside of
last
running
year.
back. Running
Can I
back
say
Loki a
C
hole.
with A upside?
I can't see C because they won 9 games with the worst quarterback playing football.
Didn't they play
It
like?
was a nasty 9 wins
I was about
because
to
they
say,
won.
their last
They
3
won like
games were
5 or 6
easy.
in a row to end the season.
Like
That matters.
Here's the
It
thing.
does.
Let me see what they
It
put.
does.
I think for the
Just-
Vikings,
they were fucking 4-8 at one point.
They were
anything-
4-8. It was a nasty 4-8.
anything less than Kyler Murray playing at a Pro Bowl level and the Vikings making the playoffs is a failed season for the Vikings. Like, I think those should all happen. The defense is top 10. The offensive line is
Mhm.
improved. They have the weapons on the outside. Kyler is playing in a dome with Kevin O'Connell. This feels like the most complete team to me in the division.
We're so back.
I don't
And you're
I don't hate
gone.
that
You're
take.
off. You're done.
What?
You're done, bro.
I just want Jettas to be great.
Be good, bro.
He should be with Kyler.
Yeah, if he's great, I'm cool.
You're
But
good,
I
bro.
understand putting them at B. The Bears won multiple playoff games already.
No,
To me, I'm not ready to put them a tier above Chicago, a tier above
an
Kansas
excellent
City.
take.
they
I'm
finished
all
the
in.
year pretty good. They beat Green Bay, Detroit, the Giants.
Are we gonna have
Commanders.
Green Bay didn't play nobody.
Are we gonna have a fandom
dude,
together?
and this is a weak ass last 4.
Huh?
Let's have a fandom.
Yeah, man. Vikings this year.
That's us.
I'm not a Green Bay guy no more, so I can.
They're sickos.
Yeah, they
I
are.
can
Wait,
root for
why?
Minnesota
Just left
again.
Detroit.
Lions.
I'm
Green
done.
Green
Bay.
Bay. it's really sick.
I'm so good off them.
Chicago. like,
Chicago.
I can rock my Vikings merch again.
Didn't
You
you
have
say
merch
they're
for
the worst
everybody.
fans?
I have a hat and then I have a Viking shirt.
Where'd you get a Viking shirt?
Just at a thrift store.
Okay.
Listen, man. All I ask from K1 is get my boy the
So
ball.
you putting them A or B? I
They're-
said
I
they're a
said
B
C with
team.
A upside.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Ain't no fucking way you guys are on my ass for supporting Kyler Murray.
You support the whole
the
damn
Vikings.
division.
I love him.
You support 4 divisions.
No, no.
That was exaggeration. It's like 2.
It's
The NFC East,
No, the
This one-
NFC South.
Oh, so 3, and then Broncos. You're a
All right.
sicko.
Here, if I'm being honest,
Loki, Giants too.
No, that's what I said.
Oh, you
NFC
said that?
East,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And now
If
Dallas, he's sipping
You said
the
the
Kool-Aid.
Rams?
Oh, I did.
Ramley?
But no, he left Arizona.
he's saying like I got multiple teams in divisions.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
he left
Because
Arizona. I'm
the
not gonna say-
Broncos, you cannot count the West. The
No, I
West does
wasn't.
not count.
You hate every team
Fuck
in the
'em.
NFC West. NFC West, I would have counted if he stayed with Arizona, but he didn't. So
I'm
I-
good
I
off
take it.
them. Fuck
But
them randomly
NFC
to
East-
But it's just
Destiny.
he has a team in basically every division.
No, for sure. That's a fact. He's a whore. He is another one that's becoming me.
Who's my team in the AFC North?
Yeah, no AFC North, no AFC East. Now that 2 is gone.
Exactly. Jets.
Yes.
Okay, so next team up, the New England
Wait,
Patriots.
what did we decide for them?
This
For
is
who?
B. The
Oh,
Vikings
okay.
are B. The Patriots.
I think they're an A team. I mean, I could see it happening. I think they got better from last
Can I
year
say
as
B?
well.
Could say B.
You could say B. I do
The
think they're
Patriots
definitely a
are B.
playoff team.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
do think that they are a
Some
well-coached
regression
team.
may happen.
Can it though?
Usually does. I'm gonna go on my Dell's vibe right here. I'm gonna go against the numbers.
I think
They're-
they got better. I think they like them in Buffalo to me feel even.
I
They do feel
don't
even.
I don't
hate it.
disagree.
We saw how great the defense was. Drake May, MVP level. You're expecting him to match that. Bring in Romeo Dobbs, I think, is a big piece.
I feel like if they get,
Will Campbell healthy is
if they
huge.
get
playing
AJ
well.
Brown, I'm very inclined to put them as.
Oh,
They
this
get
is
AJ
S.
Brown.
Th-
I'm,
This
I'm,
is
I'm with A. I'm
they're
moving
now
them A.
like in the
Yeah.
Denver tier. They're
I'm-
S tier.
They're 8 to me.
Okay.
To me, they're similar to Chicago though, where maybe they can go to the AFC Championship game again. I know Chicago only went to the second round. Maybe they don't get that height in terms of just like linear progression to the Super Bowl, obviously. But we're still going to look at them probably winning multiple playoff games. Drake still being a top 7-ish quarterback, an elite defense.
Let me ask. They did get better. I'm not gonna dispute that. Do we look at Bo Nix getting hurt and Drake May cocking it up all postseason as a mix to maybe B? A little strong. B.
Mickey Mouse run.
I mean, it was a little Mickey Mousey.
Bo Nix injury.
It wasn't even Mickey Mouse. Just the defense was OD.
Can you believe that, man?
I
You were
think
really
the
a Bo Nix
offense,
ankle away.
the offense didn't do much, but I
Like,
think
Damn shame, man.
you
I'll
can't
do
call the
anything
defense a
to
Mickey
relive
Mouse.
No,
that
I'm saying
30
they played
minutes
amazing.
after
Does
winning that
Romeo
game.
Dobbs really fix the entire offensive?
Romeo
No.
Dobbs
but
kind
it,
of
it
good though.
improves, it, especially on third down.
100%. 100%.
they become more
Uh-huh.
steady. They have a higher floor,
Okay.
more
I
consistent
feel like
pass
we've
catcher.
seen, and I don't want to say
shame Hunter Henry
I don't want to say this what happened to New England, but we've
Yeah,
seen
over
the
the hump
regression. Not regret. Regression is rude, but we've seen these new fresh teams come in, blow the doors off, have a great first year, and then second year kind of.
Are you just being skewed by
Washington.
the Commanders? Which I
Maybe.
can understand.
I just think I think the team's ready.
I
Like
just
the
thought the
defense is
Commanders-
elite, great coach.
Commanders definitely
May's
took the
great.
wrong way.
The
in
Commanders
free
were
agency.
definitely just mid though.
But I'm just.
Like I think their defense
They
was
were
ass.
They were mid, but they looked better.
They were mid,
Jaden
but they were
also got
fucking
hurt years, too.
clutch.
They looked better. Their offense looked better in the postseason as opposed to New England.
Okay, no, but I also want to say I think the difference is that on third and fourth down, they straight up did not take their guy off the field.
They shouldn't.
Third and fourth down, they said Jaden
so
Daniels
clutch.
make it happen, and
like
he did.
it's weird because like the
And, like-
Patriots, I look after this season, I look at their team and say,
Mm.
you know, there's a couple positions they need to improve.
Yeah, that's fair.
But they have a pretty complete team.
Yeah.
Right now, they're really only missing a wide receiver and maybe some offensive line
I was
help.
gonna
But
say
you're hoping
offensive
the young
line.
players get
That's
better.
fair. Yeah. I
But
mean,
the
listen.
Commanders, after their postseason run, I'm like, damn, they need almost everything on
Yeah,
defense.
it's this conversation in BA. I'm cool with it.
I think they're A.
The New Orleans Saints.
C.
This is C to me.
C.
C. I can. This also is screaming to me personally. Can be fun.
Yeah.
Like this is a can be fun team.
Tell you that whole fucking.
But
division
maybe
can't
that-
be
It
fun.
is. It is.
Maybe that's
so
what's
ass,
They're
class.
also
man.
wild card upside too.
Because last year they were definitely a
separate
can be fun team.
Category for this division.
Could
But
be
I
the
think-
AFC South,
Yeah, just-
whatever the
just-
whoever wins it, here you go.
I don't know.
Have fun.
Kellen Moore really started to put it together last
Yeah.
season, man. It was pretty sweet to see.
I like the ETN signing. They lost, Demario Davis. They lost Alontae
37.
Taylor. But I think those were like planned losses. I don't think they wanted to give Alontae $20 million. Demario Davis is like 37 years old.
No, like
So I think what they showed offensively last year, and now you're getting an infusion at the running back, because I think ETN is much better than Kamara at this point of his career. Kellen Moore has shown, man, if you give him some competency there, he's a fast-paced coach. He likes to call a lot of plays. I think this team is right in there with all of these other teams in the NFC South that can win the division.
The New York Giants. I'm torn between wild card upside and
There could be fun to me. There
Wild
could be
card
fun.
upside is hard
as
for
of
me.
right now, where we stand, I see them in a similar light as Tennessee. This is a can be fun team.
Matt Nagy really took the juice out of a team that if you're telling me it's Todd
If
Monken,
it was Monken, bro, I'm getting delusional.
then
B.
you're starting to feel really good. But yeah, it's also, you're going into this year. It seems like they're not really convinced Cam Scatterbo can be like the guy. They were in all of the running back talks. They're in the Jeremiah Love sweepstakes. You lose Wan'Dale Robinson. Malik Willis is coming off an injury. Defensively, they lost a few pieces. Obviously, they brought in Isaiah Likely, and they brought in a few different guys. But I still think this team is at least one season away from actually being a wild card team.
The New York Jets.
Could be fun.
Ass.
Could be fun.
I'm gonna be
This
honest,
definitely
bro.
could be fun. They had an amazing free agency.
They're fucking ass.
Could be fun.
Geno Smith is your quarterback.
Geno Smith
Which
is
is
gonna have a
why.
bounce back
Which
year.
is why I hear them.
Could
You hear them
be
because you're nice.
fun.
You know what? Yes.
Why are we
However,
just
but
acting like
Geno
Geno Smith-
revenge and the offensive line's good.
Yeah,
Let's
don't
just
act
Geno
like Geno
revenge?
Smith is going to be
No,
bad.
Geno come back.
Geno
for it.
Smith is going to play really well with the Jets.
Maybe, maybe not.
Who-
He's
let me ask
going
you
to
a
be better
question.
than any quarterback.
Let
we
me
had
ask you a
last year.
question. Do you draft a wide receiver with your second first round pick? Yes or no?
You think
Definitely
about it,
conversation.
depending on how the board goes.
How many
but
games does
you
the
definitely
Jets
think
win?
about drafting a wide receiver
5.
within the first 3 rounds.
5?
Maybe 7. Great year.
Kenyon Sadiq with your second first round pick.
There's
Are you
rumors
upset?
of Sadiq too. I just don't trust the Jets to figure it out. But they have 4 picks in the top 44. The offensive line is good. You need a receiver opposite of Garrett, but you have Brees. Defensively, you picked up Joseph Asai. You picked up Kingsbury to fill out your edge room. You're probably going to get Arvell Reese with Will McDonald.
Which is fire.
You traded for Devondre Sweat. You brought back Harrison Phillips. You signed DeMario Davis. Like, the front 7 looks decent. Secondary wise, it's a lot of guys with upside. Minka, you make the trade for it. It's an upgrade at safety. And then Azaria Thomas showed flashes. Brandon Stevens was pretty good, relative to what his expectations were. And Jarvis Brownlee too, before he got hurt, was a really solid nickel corner. So there's some upside there.
This is one of the most fun 5-win teams
the
there ever
Jets
was.
could be in the hunt.
Okay. I hope he's
Why
right.
do
No,
you
I
have
doubt
to-
it.
Okay, you don't have to over exaggerate your fandom back. Like,
I
you can
think
just-
that everything.
No, he does.
I think that everything right now is lining up
I need
for
to
the
make
Jets
myself
to
look
be the
fucking
story of
stupid
next
this
season.
year.
It's not hard to do as a Jets fan.
It's just Frank Reich definitely throws a grenade in all
And
of
you
this.
meant to say Kingsbury, right? I mean, Enigbari, not Kingsbury, right?
No, I'm thinking of the Packers guy, Kingsley. Yeah,
And
Kingsley
Igbar,
Igbar.
yes.
Yes. Yeah.
5 wins.
All the signs are pointing to the Jets being one of the stories of next season. Geno
I'm
Smith
not gonna lie.
back to the Jets
He's going crazy.
after being bad and everybody writing him off. What did he famously say after
right back.
he won his first game in Seattle?
You getting on your knees for it?
You need a stretch.
What did Geno Smith say? He said they wrote me off, but I ain't right back.
Nah.
That's what he said.
Listen, it's a better quarterback room than they had last year easily.
Geno is going to be behind a better offensive line. His floor in Seattle was a 500 quarterback. He at least won 8 games a year. The Jets defense is going to improve drastically.
Riv,
And they have Garrett Wilson.
You know
They have
what's
Brees
fucked up?
Hall. They have an offensive line.
Bro said his
You know
floor
what's
in
fucked
Seattle.
up?
You see how he ignored the Raiders?
Geno Smith can have a top 3 Jets quarterback season ever. Like, it's the reality of the situation.
I'm choosing not to cast judgment on Geno by his
You
Raiders
have
tenure.
no choice.
No, I
You
do have a
literally
choice.
have no
I
choice.
do have a choice.
No, you don't.
No, the Raiders were so dysfunctional. They didn't know who was calling plays. Everybody wasn't on the same page, and it showed
Acting like
because
Aaron
everybody got
Rodgers
fired.
Last year, he was basically out on fields. When he was a Jets fan when we signed him, he's like, no, I'm good.
He was shitting on you every week.
No, he was. But I'm saying back when he was a Jets fan last offseason,
Two-
he didn't.
two
So
offseason-
he's
okay.
not always
Uh-huh.
in on every move they make.
Well, you know why he doesn't like Justin Fields?
Yeah, that's good.
Because
What
he's
the-
not
we
good.
can't use,
Unfortunately,
like-
he was right.
What do you
Yes,
mean?
He was.
I don't like him because he's not good.
Geno wasn't good last year.
But 3 years before that, he was very freaking good.
Brother, he was, what, younger? He's like 34
you
now.
give me 70% of what that Geno was in Seattle. The Jets are winning 7 games.
The offensive line is dramatically better.
First of all, your offensive line is sex.
It really
On a
is.
board.
It really kind of is.
My type
Losing
of
ABT
sex.
though, that hurt.
Yeah, they picked up the Raiders guy. I forgot what his name is.
Like, I know everybody's laughing now because Aaron
Donald
Glenn came
Parham.
out. Aaron Glenn came out and said that Geno Smith,
sure that's
we
his
want
name?
him to lead us to the promised
that's
land.
for sure.
I understand
Did
that.
your schedule come out
But
yet?
I think Geno Smith is going to be really damn good
opponents
for the
did,
Jets
but
this upcoming year.
scheduled,
Okay. Let's. You said say it again.
Like, I have some serious optimism that Geno Smith is going to be very good for the Jets
No,
this year.
Donald Parham is a receiver.
That's what I was saying, bro.
His last name is Parham, I think.
All right. Let's look.
He's
at
a
your,
guard.
Let's look at your
No,
schedule.
Dylan Parham?
Your
Dylan
opponents.
Parham. Dylan Donald. What did I say?
I'm close. I don't know.
You played Buffalo twice, obviously. New England twice. You know you played Denver this year.
Donald.
Okay.
Dylan.
You played Green Bay this year.
I'm not gonna lie. We always play, and it's always a good game. Sadly,
You played
Yeah, it's
Minnesota
always
this
fucking
year.
Disgusting.
Okay.
we win though.
You
They played the NFC North.
You
One
played the
more
Kansas
last
City Chiefs.
No.
Played the Los
No.
Angeles
1 and
Chargers.
2 last 3. The Zach Wilson game. Brees game, I think. That was the last one we won.
Oh yeah, last one you won.
Drew,
Yo,
walk with me real quick.
I'm here.
So here are the home opponents.
We could beat Miami twice.
Shh. Here are the home opponents.
That's disrespectful.
You're a Jets fan. You're
Go
gonna
through
be
the
biased.
schedule. I'll find 7
You're
wins.
a Warriors
Okay,
fan.
let's find 7 wins.
Yeah, let's find
I'm
7
not.
wins.
Is Steph playing? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Let's go through. Let's
Pistons
find. So let's start at home. Buffalo,
Probably no.
You
Miami.
get one. You get one of
we can
those.
split with Buffalo. We always play them
Get one of
tight. We
those.
always play them tough.
When's
You
the
know
last time you
that.
played them a good game? Like, when's the last time it's been a good game?
We just
the
beat
Rodgers
them.
year.
No, you
Week
didn't.
1 when Rodgers ruptured his Achilles.
That was 3 years ago.
And the
Nah,
year,
that was
even,
more like 2.
even the year after.
No, was it 3?
That was 3 years ago.
But
Yeah,
even
we
the
still
year
won.
after.
Yeah, and then the year
it was
after
close.
that, last year was Bell.
No,
No,
you're not
I'm
wrong.
saying the year before.
We
Oh,
were
yeah.
there.
All
at
right, whatever.
MetLife.
Yeah,
Buffalo,
yeah.
Okay.
Buffalo sweeps us. Buffalo sweeps
Y'all
us.
got
Miami split.
I think we beat Miami twice.
We could beat Miami
Okay,
twice.
so I'll give you the 2. New England,
We need to beat
Y'all
Miami
are fucking
twice.
gassing.
New England, Denver,
Probably else.
Raiders. The team, yeah,
That could be a win.
okay, 50-50.
Give me 3 wins right there.
That's
Raiders,
a 50-50.
Dolphins twice.
That's a legit 50-50.
All right,
need
but
that.
I'm finding
All
these
right.
wins. Give me 3
Green
wins
Bay,
right there.
Minnesota, Cleveland.
Win.
Cleveland is a win.
4
That's 4 wins.
Okay,
And
Buffalo.
Green Bay is a toss-up, depending on when we play them.
Fair, but we're not doing
they-
that.
we
We're
played-
not doing that.
Yeah,
We're not
if
doing
we
that.
play them early in the
No, no, no.
season, they're not that healthy.
You can't
we
give
can beat
all
them.
the happy.
And also, Green Bay, their secondary right now is kind of weak. Their
Honestly,
corners.
bro,
Geno Smith can take advantage.
That's a win-win for me. If Jordan Love loses that game, I'm happy as fuck. So either way, it doesn't matter.
Jordan Love's my king, bro.
Yeah,
All right.
clearly not.
So
On the road.
4 wins right now. We got.
Yeah, so on the road, Chiefs, Chargers, Chicago, Detroit, Tennessee, Arizona.
My
Tennessee,
God,
Arizona.
Arizona.
Tennessee, Arizona, we could beat.
Arizona.
6
Tennessee's a
wins.
50-50.
I'll be
I'm gonna
honest.
be
Upside
honest.
6 wins.
Nah,
And 3 of them 50-50.
I'm gonna be honest
But
with you,
there's
bro.
also games we could win. We
Like
could
what?
upset some of those teams.
Like who?
Green Bay.
We could,
Chicago.
we could,
I keep
we
grabbing
could
Green
catch
Bay.
somebody slipping. We could catch the Lions slipping. We
Sure,
almost
week
beat
17?
them. I was at the game. We almost beat them.
How
They
many
pictured me. I was in the
unwinnable
red
games
coat.
are on that
That's
slate?
valid. I think
How
that's-
many unwinnable games?
think
I'll give
7.
you Buffalo twice.
No.
Buffalo twice.
Denver's an unwinnable game.
Division games. bro.
Denver. To be fair, the last 2 times we played
I
them,
say
it's
that,
been like a
but I
field
feel
goal
like
game.
they're going to win at the end of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree.
New England,
Uh,
twice.
We
It's
were close
belt.
with them.
It's belt.
The second. Yeah,
Give
was
me
it
the win
close?
over the Lions.
Bro, I'm being
That's
honest,
7.
Okay.
literally own your franchise.
Yeah,
Kansas City, that's an unwinnable game.
probably.
Is it week 2?
You
That's
just
on the
told-
road, right? Yeah, I'm
If-
good off that. There's no way we win that game actually.
It's on the
In
road.
Kansas City, no way.
Zach
Char-
Wilson almost beat them.
That was
You did.
4 years ago.
They were better.
That was 4 years ago. You
They
just
were-
told me they're going on
weren't,
this.
weren't they better
You
though?
just telling me they're an A team.
Okay.
In Kansas, that was in MetLife.
The
All right.
Chargers. Is that
That's
unwinnable?
winnable.
Okay.
Their offensive line might be hurt that game.
That's pretty. And then Chicago, Detroit. Like,
How many unwinnable? 4?
unwinnables is very hard
5?
to do. But yeah, 4.
Am
If
I
you
looking
said
at
Buffalo,
Chicago
New
like a
England,
game
Denver.
where, man, their defense is going to shut down Geno? I'm not.
Yeah, that's fair.
He did play poorly against them this year, though, with the Raiders, but that's
He played
different.
poorly all
The Raiders
year.
are different than the Jets. The Jets are better right now.
That
Okay.
means that's 13 winnable games on the schedule.
Don't we got a better offensive line on paper?
Yeah,
The Raiders.
yeah,
Oh yeah, for sure.
agreed.
That's a whole team.
We're a better offensive line.
I think
Running back
coaching.
similar.
Give us coaching, man.
Yo,
What?
Offense. Frank Wright's won a Super Bowl before.
Oh, because Aaron Glenn is
Bro.
horrible. Aaron Glenn is horrible.
Aaron Glenn defensively,
I'm
he
rooting for Aaron
got, he got
Glenn.
pieces now.
I'm rooting for
Now
Aaron
you're
Glenn.
rooting for Aaron Glenn.
You guys
I
make
have no
me sick
choice.
to my dead ass stomach.
I
never
do
rooted
think that
against Aaron Glenn.
7
don't know,
wins
bro.
is
It
on the
seems like
table
you
for
wanted
the
him
Jets.
fired.
Okay, so let's
Yeah, but now he's my coach, so I'm gonna root
let's
for
put
him.
a wager here. With you two
Sorry, what?
on the Jets win. Let's do it.
What do you want? What's the line?
Let's
4.5?
make it fun. No, yeah, let's
No. Straight up line has to be 5.5.
No, let's do line at 5.
No, 5.5. Trust me, you want that.
But
No.
what if you get 5?
No, it
Push.
can't be 5.5 because if it's 5 and we get 5 exactly, then
That's
it's
what
a
I'm saying.
tie.
It's 5.5.
So
The line
5.5.
needs to be 5.5.
If it's less than 5, you win. If it's more than 5, we win.
Correct.
So 4.5.
5.5. Oh wow, you
I'll
really
take,
feel that
I'll
good?
take over 4.5.
Yeah,
Four
but
and
I'm
a
doing you a
half?
favor. I'm doing
Five
you
and
a
a half.
favor.
5.5. I'm scared. 4.5.
5.5.
You know,
dead ass
4.5,
has them shitting.
5 wins,
Means-
we win.
Yes, I'm dead ass serious.
I'll take
You guys
5
are
wins.
You
not
think the
winning-
Jets are that bad?
You guys are not.
They just had an
winning 5
amazing
games.
offseason. They
Congrats.
brought in multiple Pro Bowlers.
You can't even
You
fucking get
he
your
doesn't-
words
like,
out.
He doesn't even believe that shit.
Like
bro.
as I'm with you,
Wait,
you
who-
fucking do that shit.
Who are the multiple? Oh, Minka
Minka
and
Fitzpatrick and
Demario
Demario Davis.
Say,
They
what
were
the fuck
they're
outta
former all pros
So-
at their position.
So all right. So
and
if
Tavondre Sweat also is
here.
going to be a Pro
He's got
Bowler.
some upside.
let's make a wager.
I'm so
I'll
I'll
bored.
take 5 wins.
Okay.
$20, $50, $3,000. What do you want to do? I got a wedding to pay for soon, man. Can't get crazy.
Man, let's do 50, man.
Let's do something fun. Fuck money. Let's do something fun.
Okay, what do you want to do?
We'll figure it out.
Okay, 5 wins. We'll figure out the bet.
Figure out something. Let the fans decide, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
What's-
wanna
The
make-
top comment
Someone's got to do it shirtless.
The top comment that's legal the loser of that bet
And
will have to
for
do.
me, legal is very stretch.
It's loose.
It's very loose. Very
like
loose.
Riv.
It's interesting.
There we go.
Very loose. Can do a lot.
Next
Okay.
team, the Philadelphia Eagles. After
B.
the hit piece on Jalen Hurts came out today.
I think A still.
I still would go A.
I would still
Alright.
go A.
I thought you
still
guys
go
would be
A.
assholes.
No.
I love the Eagles.
Nah,
I
dude.
think we have the Houston type vibe.
The thing with the Eagles is that Jalen Hurts is bad, but not the team. That's the thing.
You say that shit like it hurts me.
The team ain't bad.
That was so
Just the
rude.
quarterback.
You know what's crazy? He absolutely washed your goat.
Both goats.
so
Drew, say both goats.
Quite
Jordan Love
literally,
has never beat him.
he is
Jordan Love has never
actually
beat him.
he's defeated against
he's
Jalen
never
Hurts.
beat the Eagles. Jalen Hurts
Jalen
has
Hurts
played
plays for the Eagles.
garbage. against
Jordan
the
Love
Packers.
never plays good either. Actually,
That's
ever.
because the defense is elite.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think the Eagles' floor is so high that if you just get like a median income on offense,
11 wins.
nothing crazy, nothing horrible, this team should be in the NFC Championship.
They just need
game.
Hurts to be average, but that's kind of been hard for him
He's
the last
gotten
couple
meaner
years.
and
Again,
meaner to Hurts.
he
as
has
the
washed your
episodes.
goat.
Who got more rings?
Oh, your goat.
Do we question Mahomes' greatness?
I never said anything about his greatness.
Who got more? Hold on. Who got
All
more
I
rings-
said was that
who
he
got more
washed your
rings
goat.
between Jordan Love, Geno Smith. What's the other guy? Zach Wilson, that bust.
Oh fuck.
Who else do you like? Joe Burrow. Let's keep going.
Oh god.
You probably like Justin Herbert too.
Oh
What do
god.
you mean?
Um,
There's a former Jets quarterback that just has as many rings as Jalen Hurts.
There's a former Jets quarterback.
You saw how I was
Sam
leaving
Darnold-
him out.
Sam
for
Darnold is
a
one of his
big
guys.
reason. I was leaving him
Actually,
out so
we
badly.
have two Jets quarterbacks, Aaron
Who?
Rodgers and Darnold.
Rodgers.
They have two rings.
What?
You don't claim him.
Aaron Rodgers, you can't
No,
claim those
I
rings.
don't.
What do you mean
I
I
don't
can't
claim
claim
those
Rodgers? He
You
was on
can't
the
claim them.
Jets.
That's why you can't claim the rings.
Why can't I?
Way before Jets.
You're also on a Packers hiatus, so like you can't.
Yeah. Sorry.
I love Rodgers. I never disrespected
I
him.
never said you did, but you can't claim those rings.
The thing is, again, with the hiatus that you have currently with the Packers, you can't.
He won the rings before.
right.
It's
he
like in
became
the
a Jet.
unwritten.
So
Sam
Darnold-
was a Jet and
So
then he won the ring. That's valid.
so
Yes.
Darnold
Yes.
is tied with Hurts,
I didn't
Quite
name him.
and he clears
You
him right
notice
now.
I didn't name him.
Darnold is way better than Jalen Hurts right now.
Fuck you telling me that for?
Just want you to know.
You're a Jets fan. You have no quarterback ever.
Oh god.
We just have a quarterback now.
He's
we have
garbage.
Geno. No, he's
No
not.
ring, nothing. Loser. Literally.
I
Broke out at 30.
Move on.
Embarrassing.
So rude.
Broke
That's
out
not
at
fair.
30 years
No,
of age.
How much-
Got
That's
punched in the
overcoming
jaw.
adversity. That's
How much-
overcoming
how much
adversity.
would-
Broke his
How
jaw.
much do you want to bet he throws for 4K this year?
You're doing tricks.
Huh?
I bet you that.
adversity.
I bet you that
4K?
Geno throws for 4K this
Who's
year.
catching the 4K?
He's throwing 4 bands.
Garrett Wilson's having 4,000
Garrett
yards?
Wilson,
drafting him.
A.D. Mitchell, Mason
Garrett-
Taylor,
oh, yeah, I'm in.
Okay.
Brees Hall,
We're
adding
getting a
500
receiver.
I'm
I'm
not
receiving.
going to
draft,
bet
sure.
you Jalen Hurts
Hey,
4,000
you
yards.
saw who we're in trade rumors with?
No.
Dontavian Wicks.
Nigga
Yes.
can't catch.
Dontavian Wicks.
Every
New
other
York
year.
Jet coming soon.
Every other.
Dontavian Wicks is good. I'm
I
sleeping.
so miss Jets podcast.
Bro, 4K yards. Are you willing to put that bet up or no?
Dude, straight
How
up,
many games does he have to play?
that would be top 5 in the
I was
league.
about to say, yeah, I'll do it. That's pretty easy.
Let's do it. I'm
Okay.
going Geno 4K. I think he has a
Okay.
great season.
I'm
with the
not
Jets.
betting you Hurts is getting 4K.
No. I'm just saying Geno straight up.
All right, valid.
Because
All right,
you
second most
disrespecting
liked
Geno.
comment on this
Valid.
video. That is what the loser will do. That's legal.
Except if it's Riv. It
All right.
could be loose.
Next team
Like
is the
Riv.
Pittsburgh Steelers. This wild card upside.
The
They
thing
not even
is,
can be fun.
they can't be fun,
They're not fun, bro.
but they're not ass.
I've never watched the Steelers and
This is the
thought, yo,
most
this shit is
pathetic
fun.
playoff team
I can't say
ever.
never. They've had some fucking highs, man.
Yeah, it's been a decade.
Wild
so long.
playoff upset.
I missed the Killer
Wild
Bees.
playoff upside.
The next team,
Ugh, God, I
uh,
hate the Steelers.
the Seattle Seahawks. S.
S.
A.
Yes,
They just won
they
the
lost some
Super
pieces,
Bowl.
They
All
know
right.
some things though.
I'm joking.
I don't think it's anything irreplaceable. Although they don't have a lot of draft capital. I think
Yeah.
they only have 4 picks in this draft. And they need a fucking running back bad.
This is Super Bowl respect right now.
Yeah.
They have Emmanuel Wilson though, who went in the wings, man.
Emmanuel Wilson as your lead back for like a month and a half.
Hey, man.
Are they gonna reach on Malik?
I'm just saying. I watched a lot of Packers football. Wilson could play.
Mike Washington or Malik Washington?
Malik Washington.
I don't know.
Is it Mike?
I don't know what.
Well, Malik Washington's from
Malik
the Dolphins, no?
Yes. I thought it was
might be
Mike, but I
Mike.
could be wrong.
Bro, I'm pretty sure it's Malik.
Could be either or. I haven't really paid attention to
I
the running
understand the
backs.
This is
Confusion.
twice you've doubted me on the name.
Mike Washington.
Fuck me.
I understand the confusion.
Okay.
Malik is the receiver.
Next team,
Sorry.
the 49ers. I have them in A.
If they're healthy, A. B.
If they're healthy,
S.
if they're healthy,
I get it.
If
I
they're
get
I'm gonna
it.
give them
healthy,
A.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give them A.
A right now with S upside.
They're
If
so scary
you're telling
because
me
they could all
Fred's
break
healthy,
down.
Joey's healthy, Purdy's
That's the
healthy,
thing. I
Mike's
can tell
healthy,
you that.
Kittle comes back,
Nick.
CMC.
Nick.
What did I say, Joey?
Yeah.
Nick. You know what I mean?
I could tell you that, and then
Nick
we get
who?
to like week 8, and everybody's gone.
Okay.
That's the scary part.
The next team up, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Can be fun.
Can be fun.
But they're not wild card upside. The
Low
Bucks.
key.
They are wild card
Wait, no,
upside.
they should be where the Bucks, where the
Everybody
division
else
is.
is,
My
yeah.
bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Wild
the
card
whole
upside.
NFC South.
You should see the C tier, bro. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, that's what's the beauty of the NFL is that there's a lot of teams
parity,
that
yeah.
have.
I
Like,
mean,
it's like
we
you
need to
can see
be
it.
we need to be more fucking rough and say they
Well,
can be
it's
fun.
fucked up because one
Like
division,
Abdel
4
said.
teams are in the same tier here.
You got the fucking. You know what? I'm gonna be
Who
quiet.
doesn't deserve to be there?
The Bengals.
If the fucking Bucks do, the Bengals
The
definitely
Bucks
do.
don't. I had the Bucks
okay.
in D.
We could put them
okay.
niggas in their ass. Like,
No, the Bengals. The
Next
Bengals
team
have
up,
upside.
man.
They
the
do have
Tennessee
some upside.
Titans.
please.
This
fun.
is this is the
Could be
definition of could be
fun.
fun.
Let's get rude.
This is a could
We
be
can
fun
start
team.
here.
They're not
Ass.
ass. They're not ass. They're
No,
not
they're
ass.
not.
They're
They
not
have
ass. They're
Ward.
not ass. Straight up.
5.
Straight up 7.
7. Yeah.
They have Cam Ward.
You saw who
I
they.
can't even believe that.
You saw who they signed today.
Oh my! All right. Really
Yes,
nice.
they signed
You don't even know.
Michael Carter.
They signed Michael Carter.
So the running
So
back.
will
Yeah,
be
the
fun.
running
Oh
back.
fuck.
Yeah,
That
for
was
sure.
hilarious,
I mean,
man.
Listen,
they,
listen. You guys are bigger fans than me. Every NFL team cannot be fun.
they have
Truthfully.
Robert
No,
Saleh.
but
they
every
have
team
Brian
can.
Dable. They have
No.
Cam Ward. I mean,
with-
this
If
team
you,
is
if you have a
stable.
quarterback that is somewhat interesting, you could be fun. Geno isn't interesting, but the rest
Brother,
of the
we
Jets
put
are fun.
Atlanta in.
It's really a
division,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
really a tragedy that you guys doubted Bo Nix because do you know how much fun it's been watching the Broncos?
I don't really care.
Shit's viral.
I really don't.
So where
care.
are the Titans, bro?
They're D.
I'm
They're
gonna-
D. They
We're gonna
can't
come
be
back
fun.
to
They
this.
can't be
I
fun.
can't wait till we come back to this.
And then the
shit.
last team, the Washington Commanders. This is wild card upside.
Ass.
The wild card
we'll
upside.
be fun.
I'll be honest, bro. They're dead ass
They're
garbage.
Bro,
If Jaden-
if we
yeah.
end the shit,
No,
with-
I'm be honest. I'm
done.
gonna be
They
honest.
just
I'm be
spent a lot
honest.
of money in free agency.
I'm
We'll
be
be fun.
honest.
We'll be fun.
I'm
We'll
be
fun.
honest.
It's gonna be fun.
We'll be
Yeah,
fun.
I'm not mad at that.
The carry job that Jaden
No,
Daniels is doing.
he's bro.
Because straight up, if he does not play,
Bro.
this is
What if they get
arguably
Brandon Ayuk?
Who cares?
again. If Jaden Daniels does not
No
play,
offense.
this is arguably the worst team in the NFL.
So this is couldn't be fun.
No, they're not worse than the Card. Oh, you're saying Jaden doesn't play?
If he does
Oh,
not
okay.
play,
That's most teams.
they're
Okay.
arguably the worst team
Yes,
in the
we'll be fun.
NFL.
Okay,
We'll
could
be
be.
fun.
I don't know. The Commanders made a lot of additions on defense.
They did. I liked their offseason. I liked it.
Who- Look at the NFC. Who the fuck can they make the playoffs over?
I mean, are they not
No,
just
this
as,
could be
with
fun.
the healthy Jaden Daniels? Are they not as good as the Saints,
Brother, that's a division tax.
as the
tax.
Bucks,
Division tax.
Stop reading the South teams.
the Panthers, the Falcons?
Division tax.
He was
What about
doing that
the
on
what
purpose.
about
He was
the
baiting.
Cowboys?
No, I don't think they're as good as Cowboys. With all due respect.
I have the Cowboys over them, but I
could see it.
Are they a tier apart? I don't think
I
so.
can see it. Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels is awesome, but Dak is just as good as Jaden in the regular season. That's the truth. God honest truth.
Oh, Dak is amazing.
And then he has CD, he has Pickens, and then if the defense is good, what are we talking about?
Javonte Williams.
Yeah, what are we
He's
talking
also
about?
here. That offensive
Like,
line's
generally,
back.
just the teams are
That
just not close.
that offense is sex.
From a talent on paper perspective,
They
they're
brought
not
in
close.
moved off Cliff. They brought in Lions David Blau, who was getting some hype in this offseason, getting some rumor some interviews.
Yeah, I
So-
don't know. I just
Will be
maybe
fun,
maybe
man.
I
I'm
think
telling
that
you.
they could be a wild card team. I think they have they're in the hunt
I mean, listen.
potential.
When you start the season, everybody can be a wild card team.
Yes, that's the beauty of the NFL. Man.
But what are you guys deciding with? What's your final
D.
verdict?
Could be fun. But
I-
no, they're wild card.
I lean wild card.
I'm wild card too.
Okay, wild card
Give me a
upside.
healthy
So
Jaden, man.
that finishes our tier. So on this site, once
shit
you
was
finish
long.
your
We can
tier,
put everybody in the
once you
fucking
finish
wild
your
card
tier
team.
list on the site, you can save the PNG and it
The pink.
shoots out an image. So,
Tinge.
but right now, these are our tiers. S tier, which is like favorites, Super Bowl, Broncos, Rams, Seahawks. Playoff teams that can win multiple playoff games. So contending teams, the Ravens, Bills, Patriots, Eagles, Niners. Playoff teams, the Bears, Packers, Texans, Jaguars, Chiefs, Chargers, Vikings.
Polar bear.
Yeah, the Chiefs kind of feel. Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, they should be higher.
Oh yeah.
Wild card upside, the Falcons, Panthers, Bengals, Cowboys,
Nah,
Lions,
Steve Kerr would be
Colts,
hilarious.
Saints, Steelers, Bucks, and the Commanders. So in the top four tiers, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So 25 teams that have wild card upside or better.
That's
than
I'm not
the
gonna
NFL.
lie.
70,
I think
80, 75, 80% of the league.
as much as I may be upset that we didn't put enough teams in the can be fun, I think that this was pretty properly organized.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 25 teams in the NFL being competitive is really
Like
good
you're
for the
telling me
sport.
there's only 7 teams that like, yeah, they probably won't make the playoff.
The
25
thing
teams,
is, we say 25 because one division straight up is so average.
but even still, in an average division, it's 2. Still be 23.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you, but again, that's a whole ass division that gets
because you just don't know.
grouped in together into one. Like, yo, you could do it. You could be the one of the mid to get it done.
I'm sure they tell each other every year when they walk into training camp, we could do it.
Could be fun.
And then you go week 2. The Jets after that Steelers game was probably thinking we could make the playoffs. Then life got dark.
Life got dark quick.
Could be fun. We have the Raiders, the Dolphins, the Giants, the Jets, and the Titans. And then teams that we just have no expectations for. We don't want to turn them on. Maybe Shadur Sanders makes us at some point. But the Cardinals in the F tier, and then the Browns in the F tier.
I think that's valid. I think it's a good list.
All right, if you had to be brutally rude to one team on this list, who would you put them as ass? You had to be brutally rude. Like you know that it's
Titans.
wrong. Okay.
I don't
Okay.
think there's a crazy jump off between the Titans and the Browns.
Okay. All right.
It just depends on what you get from Shador, I
Yeah.
think.
Yo, straight
It's
up.
not even guaranteed to
Straight
start.
up.
They
If I'm being rude,
Mhm.
the Colts.
I could see that too. Well, the Colts were in D or C?
No, they're in C.
Okay. No, I could see it. There's a world where that just completely flips over its head. You know what I mean? Just
Give me one, Joel. Make it hot.
Chiefs.
I'm not gonna go ass. I thought about it.
You had to be rude.
You have to be rude.
The Colts is a good one. Yeah.
Thanks.
Colts is a really good
Colts
one.
is a sneaky one.
Thank you.
I was actually shocked you said them.
Colts. We could have 2 top 10 picks next year. That'd be
That shit's
generational.
fucking awesome. I'm glad I'm here.
Okay.
I've been here.
You're rude.
I've been
You're
here.
rude more often than not.
No, I'm rude, but I'm brutally honest. That's the issue. I'm
Sometimes
here and I root for you
I
guys.
know
though.
for a fact your mother's a great mother. I know she definitely told you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all, and you do that with the Jets.
Now I say some rude shit about them.
For no
Yes,
reason.
sure. Often.
Oh,
Yeah, you know?
so you're saying I'm too mean to them?
You just mean we don't need to be.
To the Jets?
Sometimes
It's
you
rich
just
coming
come out-
from you.
No, I'm not. I don't
You're
want to
an
go.
asshole.
I am asshole. It's you.
Bro, the Jets are dog shit. What?
See,
Like,
look, you don't have to. You
what?
didn't have to say
They
that.
are dog shit.
100%.
When the Broncos were dog shit, I said we were dog shit.
You can say that. You're a fan. Did Dells jump on your ass every day? every
Yes,
episode?
we're
Whoa.
good, and he's on our cock.
No, I'm not.
No, you're fucking talking.
Quite literally,
You're
we're
talking,
good,
you're
and he
talking.
fucking hates
You're
us.
talking.
I want
you're
nothing
talking.
but failure for all of you guys.
What I said.
Well, now he's arguing me back.
yeah, Joel's back.
All right, you had some time to ponder. I need it spewed.
There are 2. I think the Eagles and the Cowboys can very much swap places.
Ass, Eagles,
really- that's not really
ass.
a
No,
hot take.
the Eagles can be wild card upside.
Okay,
and Cowboys
that's
can
not
be,
what the opinion was. No, it ass.
He was sitting all day thinking about that.
Some nonsense.
just straight ass. I mean, a lot of teams in the could be fun tier could be ass, but
Okay, make it hot.
I mean, I think that the hot take is that I think the Bears missed the playoffs.
There you go.
I don't think they
There we
make it
go.
again.
I knew I could get it out of him.
The fourth quarter comebacks, the late game victories, we see it every year. There's regression with that. We saw it with the Commanders. We saw it when the Giants
Chiefs.
made the playoffs. Well, the Chiefs,
Say it.
after
No,
maybe
stop,
4 or
stop,
5 seasons of sustained greatness,
Stop. You don't
it
have to do that.
happened.
Just say we saw with the Chiefs.
They were fucking ass, bro.
The same
Shut
shit
up.
with the
But we
That's it.
see those regressions constantly happen, and the Bears not only have one alarming thing about their outlook next year, but it's 2. It's the fact that fourth quarter comebacks they were heavily relying on, but also they were heavily relying on turnovers.
Yep.
And they did nothing this offseason to make me think that they improved their defense substantially. So in my mind, I look at the Bears defense as a defense that's going to be below average again. And maybe Caleb Williams' 3rd-year leap will be enough to negate all those factors. But they're a team that can very well miss the playoffs. And it's more likely that they come in 4th place in the division and 1st again. And that's going to do it for this episode of the Pick a Side podcast. You got something to say, Drew?
I'm thinking about it, but I'm gonna decide not to. Maybe on tomorrow's episode
Maybe
on
on
the
Patreon.
Patreon.
Next episode is going to be on Patreon and on YouTube via memberships. You guys have a YouTube membership, you will have access to the episode as well. Thank you guys for supporting and watching. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Pick Aside Podcast, on Twitter at Pick Aside Pod. We'll see you guys next time.